Just you'll fucking just go. I'm bad at countdowns. It is what it is.
Want me to count down for you?
No, we should be like almost there, if not there already.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for it to actually load up. Okay, it's loaded up. We're good. We're good. We're golden. So hopefully they can hear you and they can hear me and we're all one big happy family.
Hope so. That would suck if they couldn't.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Should be like almost there, if not there already.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for it to actually load up. Okay, it's loaded up. We're good.
You should mute the stream, Sunpatch.
So hopefully they can hear you and they can hear me. Okay, yeah.
Hope so. That would suck if they couldn't.
That would be bad. All right, yeah, we're good. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Oh wait, is it? Wait, Sunpatch, do you have headphones on? Do you have headphones around you?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I do.
Okay, you did. Okay. All right, good. All right, good. All right, good. So I think we're okay. I think everything is A-okay. The stream's in good health, according to what they have to say. And it looks like we have people in. We're live on YouTube. We're swimming. And by the way, I've been informed by Yonko Productions that my thumbnail picture of Koala is a bit it's a bit questionable, which that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. It's not a big deal. Everything should be okay in the world of YouTube. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? What is good? The king of lighting here today, bringing you guys and gals the top 18 best girls in One Piece stream. Now, this actually should have happened like I think last week, but well, y'all know me, all right, the king of late, but. Better late than never, and always top quality content. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Factual. So, we are... hopefully, the announcements are out on both Twitter and every other site that I use, aside from Twitter. You guys should already know. Remove that picture. No, I think we're fine. I think we're okay. I think everything is clothed. Everything is A-okay. Like, there's no questions here. Yeah. So... Yeah. For today's stream, exactly, yeah, I'm not gonna sweat. I think we're okay. So for today's stream, we have Commodore Les. All right.
Yo.
We have one of the biggest Zoro fanboys in history, Dritz. No doubt about that. We have
me. When?
Okay.
Day one.
All right.
I guess so.
Okay, no, okay. So we have Commodore Les. We have Dritz. We have Rogers Base.
Yup.
Big ups to Roger right there. And of course, we need a film perspective. Otherwise, this stream would be pure thirst. We have the also wonderful and magnificent Sunpatch.
Hey, sorry. Please bear with the crappy mic.
There we go. Yeah. So we have 5 cats in, which is pretty nice, and then we'll see who comes in later on. Brago is currently in a birthday celebration dinner with family and friends, which is good for Brago. They kind of jumped him on that, he was going out to dinner, and then it was like, hey, surprise, happy birthday to you. It was like, okay. So he's in there deep. It is what it is, so let him enjoy himself. And he'll probably come, I can't say for sure, he may or may not come later on the stream. But this is nonetheless the top 18 best girls in One Piece list. Now, the actual rankings for this, like as to like why we rate them, is going to vary from person to person. Whether it's looks, whether it's their way in the story, whether it's their top, whatever reason you have them ranked the way you do, it's all over the place, okay? Truly, all over the place. But hey, that's part of the fun, I guess. So, I am gonna kick things off. Actually, I forgot too. We have dead characters, but not past versions of characters. And on top of that, but who does?
No Big Mom.
Yeah. So no Big Mom, no Mother Caramel like past version, none of that. Okay, no past versions, but we do have dead characters, and then we have some movie characters too. So those are the rules when it comes to this stream. And Anime Fan Talk, if you liked it on Anime Fan Talk, if you're around, just come on stream.
Yeah,
Bro. Just like, what's up, bro?
Yo, King, you do know I'm not Fruit, right?
Yeah, no, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of that. But
Are you sure? Because you called me a Zoro fanboy, and I know him before.
Wait, aren't you a Zoro fanboy, bro?
No.
He's a Sanji fan.
No, I doubt that. I doubt that. I think I'm the only
I
one.
know there was a meme in a stream before where you had an argument with Froob for like an hour, and at the end of it, you said, "Okay, Dritz, that's enough." Or like,
Wait.
No.
I'm confused right now. Dritz, you're not Froob?
Oh yeah, of course he is. No, of course he's lying.
I thought you were
Obviously
the
he's
same person.
lying.
That's crazy, man.
Obviously,
personality.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, so let me see here. Oh my God, your fan talk. All right, okay, guys. So I'm gonna kick this off, obviously, and then whoever comes in later, and they'll come in, and then we'll just chill. All right, this should be a fun stream overall. Hopefully, not too cancerous, not too toxic. At least I'm hoping that'll be the case. So we'll see how that goes. So, and of course, in chat, you guys let us know where you guys stand on some of these lists, on some of these people. And by the way, for the meantime, when it comes to the visuals, enjoy that picture of Nami Law or Nala, whatever you want to call her. A lot of that's yes. I love that picture. All right, so for me, number one on my list, bringing in 18. And 18, I think, is just 18 is a fine number. I'm going with Honey Queen. That's my number one right there. Honey Queen from the third One Piece movie. The main reason why, I'll keep it simple. All right. I like the attire, and I really do respect the liquid-based abilities. You can use those for all sorts of stuff, man. Honey Queen is my number 18 spot on this list. She's a very respectable woman, and I think she's a really cool character. There you go. That's my reason why she's 18. And 18 through 10 is gonna be fodder. So Honey Queen is my number 18. So I was gonna say Brago, Sunpatch. I need you to follow up with me. So who's your number 18?
good choice.
Yeah, I really like the.
Yo, Roger.
Yeah. All right. So my 18 is actually something I doubt is on anybody's list. I don't know how many of you guys have read this yet or even read the translations of the summaries, but there's a character that's introduced in the recent Ace novel that I actually really like. And Oda has drawn this character. We've seen concept art of this character too. And on top of that, the character is actually pretty interesting on top of being really cute. And that is the Marine Isuka. So she is the Marine that's sort of chasing down Ace.
Who?
She's chasing down like the Spade
Oh
Pirates.
wait, actually, I think I've seen her before.
Yeah. So she's on the cover of the novel, and there's like a bunch of concept art of her in the novel too.
Spell that.
She's got
How you
like
spell
red
that?
hair. She's got sunglasses.
How do you-
She looks like a prettier version of Nami, basically. And
Yeah.
yeah, I like her a lot. I think she's really cool, and I think she's a character that is not going to be brought up during the remainder of this stream. So I wanted to put her at number 18, just to put a little respect on the name.
Oh wait, is it like Suka as in Tsuka? Suka?
It's no, Isuka. So Isuka.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
But she's super cute. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I think if you look her up, you'll be like, oh yeah.
I remember seeing her.
exactly.
Oh, okay, but now, okay, but I see you saying though. Okay.
Suka.
Okay, fine, word. All right,
Sorry
so
about
far
that.
more respectable than me. All right, far more respectable than me. Word. Okay, Isuka, right? Yeah. Sunpatch, can you talk so we can kind of
Yeah,
hear if you're like?
Sorry. I was trying something with the mic on my headphones,
Yeah.
and apparently that didn't work at all. So that's what was happening there. I
A
picked-
mess. Jesus. All right. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I
That's-
picked Dawn as my number 18. Actually,
Who?
Respect.
Dawn, the bandit who basically raised Luffy and Ace.
Yeah, Luffy's foster.
Oh, Dada.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dadan,
Dawn.
Yeah,
Curly
Dada.
Dawn.
Okay.
Goats.
That's cool.
I
Respectable.
love her character. I think that she tried to come off a lot harsher than she actually was. We got to see that she truly did care for Luffy and Ace, especially when they moved out.
Mhm.
And she still tried to keep tabs on them. And then the fact that, like, she lived her whole life terrified of Garp, and then when she found out about what happened to Ace, she went and beat the crap out of him.
Right.
So-
Right.
Dawn
wait.
is number 18.
Okay, nice. Okay, Dadan. So way more respectable than me off the gate, no doubt.
We're all going in with actual choices, and you're like, Honey Queen.
Yeah, Honey Queen, bro. What is Honey Queen, bro? Yo. Oh, real quick. So lazy ass magician says, if flashbacks don't count, don't forget Baby Five's mom who abandoned her. Yeah, definitely.
I don't even
Definitely.
remember. Did we even get to see the character model? Maybe?
We
I
didn't
don't
see your
even
name
recall,
or
yeah,
anything.
I mean, but I think that's
No.
his point. Yeah, I think so. And then Maze, who I know who that is. He's a Carrot fanboy. Ugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a yak right there. All right, I think next on the list is Dritz. Who's your 18?
All right, so I know before the stream started, we were talking about who's going to be the most hated, and I can guarantee it's going to be me. So number 18 for me is Viola.
What? Wait, why would you
Yeah.
say hated? Why is that hated?
Because
What?
I know.
Viola?
They had to see that reaction right there.
Yeah. So like, here's the reason why. So Viola comes to number 18 on my list largely through aesthetic appeal, which is like I feel like it's a huge factor for almost everyone, regardless of gender. So there are aspects of Viola that are enjoyable, from like her introduction as a villain to working under Dofi for Riku. She has a cool, underused devil fruit, is a genuinely good person at heart, but most affection for her is based upon her hotness. And while she is hot, she's not so overwhelmingly attracted to me that I can rank her higher without ignoring her blandness.
Viola's
She
top
fails to be
five.
higher-
Blandness.
She
Blandness.
feels to
Top
be higher
five.
on my list because in the end, Viola is a watered-down version of her prequel and sequel characters, the
What?
Pudding, with less characterization, minimal importance to the plot of her own arc, a secondary princess to Rebecca, eye candy solely for Sanji's gags, which is exaggerated to the fact that Oda couldn't clarify any emotional baggage in the actual narrative because he had to save it for an SBS because that's how important she was.
Did you write a speech for all of these?
Yes.
Okay. Dang, dude, no.
I feel like I should kick you out. I feel like I just kicked. I feel like I just kicked Dritz out right now because that was high blasphemy for me. That was high blasphemy. Like that's okay. Okay, just it is what it is. There. Last.
It's his opinion. It's his opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. That's his opinion. Last.
It's wrong, but it's his opinion.
I agree. I agree. Last.
It's definitely, yeah.
All right, so with my number 18, even though we haven't seen too much from this character, even though they came from a movie and they were just made canon into the manga, I have to put some respect because at least we have a powerful woman pretty high in when it comes to like the rankings and stuff. So my number 18 is Momosugi, aka Gion, aka Peach Rabbit from the Marines.
Wait.
Momosugi.
The one girl who's talking to Garp? Really? The
Yeah.
one with the spider tattoo. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Momo. I think
So
it's
I'm just happy you said that. 'Cause
Momosugi.
spoiler alert, that's my number 17.
Oh, wow.
I
Well,
thought nobody was going to bring her up. That makes
Yeah.
me feel really happy.
Well,
Okay,
I was
fine.
going to say this because when you brought up Isuka, that's my 17. So there we go.
Oh, well, there you go. We're just flipped. See, look
There
at
you go.
this. Excellent choice, my friend.
Yeah.
Excellent choice.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. All right. So, Momosuki or Momosu. Is it Momosuki?
Momosugi, yeah. So Momo and then Sugi.
Oh, Sugi.
No, no, no,
I
no,
thought
no,
it
no,
was
no,
Sugi.
no, no, no,
Almost
no, no.
SA.
It's Momo. No, it's Momo Usagi because she's Peach Bunny. Is her name
So
in the Marines?
there's a U in it. Hold on.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
Momousagi. Yeah.
Yeah,
Momo.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay. All right. Fine. I thought you said Suki. All right. There we go.
There you go.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. So let me actually. Hold on. Let me do that quick. Okay. So we have. So right now, bringing the rear. Honey Queen, Dadan, Isuka, Viola.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Momosuke. Okay, yeah, no Dritz. Like I can see why. Like you were saying, automatically. Like, this is the most. I see what you're saying with Viola, but I mean, that's
It's going to be
just-
the same for the whole list. Trust
All right,
me.
fair enough. Okay, so number 17 for me, I have Caulifla from Cyberpol, from CP9. I love the CP9 users. I really do. As a whole, I respect the Roshiki styles. All right, I love the Kenpo. I love the Genpo. I love the Kami. I love the Soru. I also like her Delphi powers with the soap powers and how she can actually use them to kind of alter people's structures as well as be able to diminish their ability and what we saw in Nami. I respect the fact that she, along with her cohorts, spent, I forgot how many years it was, but they spent like a lot of years serving the entire thing of Water 7. Dedication, respect, loyalty. I mean, like the whole thing for a character, I think is overall really cool. And on top of that, fishnet stockings. What? Over. So Caulifla, yeah, she is my 17. All right.
Mhm.
All right.
Nice.
It is what it is. All right. It is what it is. All right. So let me just put her in. Respect the fishnets. Brago ain't here. Now more. Of course, she has to follow me. A more respectable person for this list, which is Sunpatch. So you're number 17.
Okay, I picked Dr. Kureha as my number 17.
Kureha's respectable, bro.
Yeah, I feel like she could have been higher. But up as number 17. So yeah, she's an amazing doctor. She's got the secret of youth that may or may not be a gag. may actually be some really important plot thing. Who knows? And she taught Chopper, who I love. Like, she's an amazing doctor.
Well, that's what disagree, but okay. All right, word. Kureha is awesome, actually. She really is. There's no doubt about that. All right, nice. All right, so Kureha, number 17. Roger, number 17. Hit me.
So, yeah, number 17, same as his number 18, which was Momo Usagi. Like,
All
as
right,
I already
fine.
mentioned,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's got to be Peach Bunny, man. Like, I wanted to put in that character on my list, and then I just was going back and forth on, who I like more, Momo or Isuka. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, we haven't really seen a lot from Isuka, and yet Momo was in the canon story in the actual manga. So Isuka's a canon character, but she's not in the manga yet. We'll probably end up seeing her during the Wano flashback with Ace, but until then, she's probably going to be number 18, and so Momo has got to be 17.
All right, fair enough. Cool work. Respect that. All right, so next we have here we go. Next we have the demon himself, Dritz. Hit me.
17 for me is Piranha. So, like here's the weird thing, right? Piranha's really annoying.
Actually, I agree with you, bro. She's like,
yeah, she's really annoying, but she's endearing at the same time, which is odd because I'm someone who gets really, really triggered easily, which is why when I was making this list, I didn't think Piranha was going to be on it. But as far as her existence in the One Piece world, I think she's pretty unique. She's kind of like the spoiled, haughty daughter stereotype reimagined into someone who's like a gothic person obsessed with the dead. So it's a nice contract because she has undead friends because she could never have real live friends like that. And I kind of like the implied father-daughter relationship between Moria. So you have a mix of strained loyalty with that as well because Piranha, while she loves Moria, was also looking out for herself and was willing to leave with the whole Kuma thing, which is interesting because it's not like she's all high and mighty on morals, which I think makes her a more dynamic character. But the real reason she's on here is because of Mihawk. I feel like she's like substituting Moria with Mihawk, and I like that interaction.
bro, you put so much thought into this list. It's wild. Like, it's absolutely phenomenal. Like, I will give credit for that because I mean, well, we all know how Roger rolled with this list. So okay, me too. All right, last. You're next. Hit me.
Yeah, so mine was like Ithaca, and like for me, it's like I've actually read bits of like what's been translated of the novel and stuff.
Oh wait, you said who now? Ithaca?
Yeah, Isuka, yeah. And like from what I've seen from the novel, like her relationship with like Ace is very similar to that for like Luffy and Smoker.
Right.
So like from that little thing, like I just like really enjoyed that little dynamic. We got to see like how she came into being like a marine and stuff, her connection to this guy Draw, how like pretty much the life that she lived, pretty much that she thought was all like good and peaceful and stuff was actually a fabricated lie. And it took until something where she saw the truth when things were going down during Sabaody, that kind of led to her kind of seeing the truth afterwards. But just like her interactions in general, and the fact that of course now Oda's saying that we're gonna get this episode of Wano thing coming up with Ace and everything that's gonna be going down soon, I feel like I'm really hoping that she has some kind of connection still with the story, because I feel like since we haven't really heard past her from the novel, I do feel like she may have a role to play somewhere in the story. Like, I just don't see like Oda kind of giving like the green flag and saying, okay, here's this character who has a connection with Ace. I just feel like she'll have something there. Not to mention she's cute, so.
Yeah, and especially to jump on what he was just saying too, I think knowing that we have an Ace flashback coming in Wano Country, like Oda's already mentioned that we're doing that, and then having this novel coming up and seeing all the weird background characters that Oda's been putting into Wano, like we already got the Carpenter guy from the SBS,
right.
We got like Momo Usagi, the Peach Bunny, we got like Shaton 2, like Brown Pig or whatever, the two Marine admirals, or they were there like the candidates to be Marine admirals, and so I think she has a really strong chance of showing up in Wano, and I feel like her design is so cute that I can't imagine Oda would not use it in the future.
Yeah.
Right. Fair enough. Yeah, but I figure like because those are like in the past, like she probably won't have the much of like if she were to show up in Wano, like she may not actually have. She may be just like a cameo, but you guys could be right. She could actually have a major in the story.
Yeah, cause I mean, like, she since that story like thing with Ace and stuff, she probably can tell like stories of like her chasing down like Ace and pretty much what happened to her. Because like last we knew she was an ensign. Or an ensign for the Marines. So unless she like
but then she'll be relevant. Yeah, but then she'd only be probably relevant for like that one section of the arc, but that's really it.
Yeah, I get the
story. Yeah,
sure.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, so my number 16, and I'm actually kind of a little bit. I thought I was gonna actually be unique in this one, but nah. My number 16 is Dr. Kureha. I actually put Kureha on my list, and I'm like, oh wait, Sunpatch, kind of okay. I think Kureha is awesome. I think she's really cool. I think she's really fun to be around. The whole Chopper thing, excellent on that one, all right? I respect what she did when it came to Hida Luke. I respect how she raised Chopper. She has this immortality thing going on, which I think is very okay. Not immortality, but she has this long youth thing, which I think is very, very cool as a character. Her design is awesome. She's funky, but I dig her. All right, I dig her a lot. I've always enjoyed Correa whenever she's in the story. So I think Correa deserves to be on the list, definitely. And in all honesty, I don't know if there's going to be anything that's going to be developing in the future when it comes to Correa's character. But if there is, let's say when it comes to her long youth, when it comes to her knowledge as a doctor or her ties to Chopper, whatever it was going to do with her character in the future, I'm looking forward to it because I've always enjoyed Correa. So Correa's my number 16. I thought it was different, but yeah, Correa. Nah, Sunpatch. Correa. Damn it. Sunpatch. 16. Hit me. Yoo, Sunpatch.
Basketball coming right at you.
Break. Roger.
Oh, it's off to me now? All right,
yeah.
we're jumping over to me? All right. This probably won't be on anybody's list, but that's okay. Again, once again, I'm going to be unique. My number 16 is Madam Shirley from Fishman Island.
All right, I avoided the Fishman.
This man clap. Disrespect.
Yeah, I was thinking of it like.
Yeah, and I'm going with her one. I just really like her design. I think it's really cool that she's like a shark fishman, and she's a female shark fishman. It gives me like very Little Mermaid vibes if Ariel was actually like an anti-hero. So I like that a lot. I'm a big Disney fan, so I like that about Shirley. But also I appreciate that she went in a different direction than Arlong did, right? I think she grew up the same way that Arlong did, and she represents like sort of the other way around that situation. Now, naturally, like not everything is perfect with her. You know, she has these fortune-telling abilities. She thinks that someday Fishman Island is going to be destroyed by somebody with a straw hat. So that's up for debate, obviously, right now, if you've been keeping up with the manga.
Yeah,
but overall, I really like her design. I think she's super cool. And on top of being cool, like if we're being honest, I mean, like, she's a pretty sexy fisherman girl. I mean, like I
agree. No shame, dude. No
I mean,
shame.
she's kind of hot.
Okay,
man.
okay. I'll say one thing though. Like for me, like the looks
all
thing,
over
I
it.
think for me the looks thing was kind of important, but at the same time, well, man, that's important, obviously. But at the same time, any like subhuman stuff, I was like, I don't want to even tangle with that shit.
But
Like,
yeah,
it's out, bro.
which I get.
It's
That's
out.
totally
It's out.
fine.
Yeah,
But I also
yeah.
I do genuinely think like she's a really cool addition of the story. I mean, she's like the proprietor of the Mermaid Cafe, right? She basically owns a harem. I think that's kind of cool.
All right, cool. All right, by the way, so for you guys in chat, Sunpatch actually lost her Wi-Fi for a second, but her 16 was Stussy, so I'm gonna mark that in there right now. Respect to the queen of the pleasure district quarter. What do you want to call it?
Pleasure quarters, yeah.
Yeah. Respect to the queen of the pleasure quarters. Yeah, no doubt. All right, cool. So we have Stussy for 16 for Sunpatch. We have 16 Madam Shirley. Now we have the demon Dritz. Who's your 16?
Yeah, so this is another character that at first I thought, fuck this character. They're not going to be on my list because I don't like them. But it's the Shigi. So just like Perona, she's really annoying and I dislike her. But it's not because she's a bad character. Like when I was thinking about it, it's kind of like how whenever Marineford was happening, people hated Akainu and they hated Blackbeard, but it was in a good way because they weren't bad characters. Tashigi is someone I think is heavily implied to be relevant later in the story, at least hopefully. If Wano, she can do that, that'd be great. But she's someone that has to overcome her own obstacles in life, and before she does that, she's never going to get forward. Obviously, she's attractive, although pre-time skip, Tashigi slaps post-time skip, in my opinion. I like the kind of the nerdy look more.
Well, no, but okay, fair enough. Because I was about to say, because like, is it the look thing? Because hold on, wait, then do you prefer the older styles than the newer styles?
I think it depends on the character, to be honest. Because like there are some post-time skip designs that are obviously just amazing, right?
Yeah.
But as far as Tashigi goes, I feel like she's like more unique with her pre-time skip one.
Okay.
But the main reason she's on there is because she kind of represents a dichotomy between gender issues within the story. So I like her.
Well, I mean, that's so fair enough. You know, I would agree. Yeah, that is true. Because again, like she, the woman, and then Zoro, the guy, and then how she can't actually become like the strongest because she's a woman by nature. And you know, I see what you're saying there. You know,
Yeah.
And by the way, the Doc Diablo, $10. He says Canadian. By the way, he says, "Wow, mad disrespect for Viola. Should be top 7." And yo shout out to the Canadian viewer. Keep it up. We will destroy Cole Shitty USA. And yo, Robin Geisha top 1 and current Big Mom and Kaido top 2. Okay.
Hey, shout out to Canada, man.
Shout out to Canada, bro. Okay, all right, fine. Okay, all right. Shouts to Canada. Wait, do you live in Canada, Les?
Yes. 666, man.
Oh, demons. And speaking of Laz, you're next. Go.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, so my number 16 is actually Sunpatch's pick was Stussy. But like for me, it's like I mean, yeah, she's polite. You know, she knows the Rokushiki. She's among one of the strongest CP members and stuff. But I feel like with her, it's like she had her moments during the whole thing with I forget the dude's name, but the underground king that she shot and stuff, right? And like after that point, it's just like I feel like her focus afterwards for me kind of fell off, and then became like Morgan's got that spotlight afterwards. Because as soon as they started pairing those two up together, Morgan's kind of shining. She was kind of like in the background. So like I still have her eye up because she's a powerful woman in herself. Like she knows Urushiki, she can withstand King's Haki. Her infiltration skills are insane, sadistic, love sadistic woman. But yeah, I gotta have her at 16.
Cool. Word. I respect that. Nice. All right, so we have 16. Is Sunpatch back in or no?
She didn't say anything, so.
Okay, all right, fine. So, but she's back in. Okay, so we should be fine with that. Okay, cool. So, this is where I guess folks are gonna start hating me. So my number 15 is Nami. She's 15.
15? She's your 15?
She's 15, yeah. My 15.
Oh boy.
Yeah. As a female character overall, like I think she has ups and downs. She really does. Like for me, I understand that she's a member of the Strad Pirates, and as a result, she's gonna have a mastery into the story. Fair enough. Like I can respect that. And when it comes to her personality, to me, her personality I think is more of a turnoff than even Perona's personality as a whole. Like she does bug me personality wise. Even though I respect that she has mastery into the story, I'm not really a fan of Nami as a whole. And her attire, though appealing, for the most part, she's like everybody else. And to me, the best part about Nami's character has been the all-along stuff with her backstory. And then from there, I can say comfortably that her character, in my mind, hasn't really progressed that much from there. Now, granted, progression in One Piece is kind of a rare thing as a whole, but at the same token, when you compare it to her other female counterpart on the ship, Robin blows her out of the water without question, without pause. So the design of Nami is like every other design. Her attire is nice. Her character is stagnant. Her personality I find very unappealing in more ways than one I can't even count. And overall, she doesn't boy Sanji dirty too many times. Nah, she's 15. 15.
Damn.
Not a fan. I mean, okay, I am a fan. She's still in the top 18, but overall, not as big of a fan as I think some of you guys are of Nami. That's for 15. All right, I'll take the hate. It's fine. All right.
This is your chat. You have plot armor, dude. What are you talking about?
Oh no. Like listen, man. Like my kingdom revolts against me like several times. Like it is what it is. And
Uprising.
yeah, exactly. There's been a lot of uprisings before. I have to always quell the uprisings. But now we know. Nami 15. Stussy. Not Stussy. Christ, I said Stussy. Sunpatch. If you're, I said Stussy, bro. Sunpatch. Yo, Sunpatch. Queen of the pleasure. Yo, okay, I'm not gonna go further. Sunpatch. Are you audible? Are you audible? Okay.
Wow.
How's that? That was good, right?
Yeah, that was perfect on the spot. All right, so Sunpatch is not on.
Yes.
Well, she's here, but I guess she can't talk for whatever reason. No, actually, she left. Never mind. So Sunpatch is no longer here. So this is back to Roger. So Roger, 15.
Okay, now I think I'm gonna start getting hate because everybody in the chat was on my side for a while. Even with Shirley, people were like, "Yo, respect, Roger speaking facts." I think I'm gonna upset a lot of people with this one. My number 15 is Boa Hancock. My number 15 is Boa.
Yo, that's
Boa's
great,
powerful.
bro.
Boa's powerful. That's true, right? She's a warlord, but I think she represents everything that's wrong with women in One Piece, right? Her character now is derived around her being in love with Luffy. And ultimately, I think we went through the reverie, didn't hear a peep from her, despite the fact that all the stuff that's happening right now is directly going to affect her kingdom. It just seems like she's pulled out for whenever they want to be like, okay, let's throw in a character that's lovey-dovey for Luffy. She's not really even her own character anymore, and she's not even the cutest girl in her arc. The cutest girl in her arc is Marguerite. So I would say that ultimately Boa is number 15.
You had fair criticism there, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Boa Hancock. Actually, I'm curious to see what chat says about that.
I'm curious too, actually.
I'm sure they're probably not happy.
Kick Roger. Yo.
Yeah, they wildin'.
Yo, that's wild, bro. Oh, real quick. Lazy ass says, Catalina Donovan. Oh, fucking Christ, bro, Donovan. I almost had her on my list too, and she and we don't even know her post time skip look. Let that
Katarina
sink in.
Devon?
I
Yeah, she's
mean,
a
what
good
has
player.
Kyrie gotten like? No, there's no way, bro. Come on now. Like, there's no. Well, I mean, maybe, but I doubt it.
Have you seen pre-old Kokoro?
That is true. No, bro, no, but even still, that's like, ugh. That's like that face is like, oh, it's a goddamn knife.
Yeah.
I agree.
Hey, Tom
Let
hit
me
it,
see
man.
here. So
She's like Vasco
real
Show's
quick,
brother.
so D live streams. Kate says with Canadian Bucks 5. Nami deserves 14. She's done more for the Straw Hat. For the Straw Hats. Well, yeah, she's done a lot for the Straw Hats, absolutely. But again, you created Robin, it's not in contest. And again, it's not for me. It's more than just okay, what you've done for the crew. It's also looks. It's also how I view the character from a personality standpoint, and so on and so forth. And Nami, in one way, is the one I just find her so unappealing. But that's just again my take on Nami. But Boa Hancock surprised me because I'm pretty sure a lot of folks say Boa Hancock, at least top 10. But nah,
easy.
Roger's like, nah, that's just get
Nah, 'cause
down
I
there,
went through
get
my list.
down
I mean,
there.
Like, obviously, Boa's so
Yeah,
great.
exactly. She's
Like,
on
all
the
characters
list.
that are on my list, she's on my list, so she's great.
Exactly.
But it's just I'm thinking of all the other girls in the series and thinking of like what characters I like and what they've done, and I don't know. There's other characters I like more than her. That's it.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm with that. I respect
Sun
that.
patch
There she is.
back.
All right. So, Sunpatch.
sorry.
All right, so number 15 for Roger. I actually put Bo Hancock for Sunpatch as opposed to Roger. So let me do that real quick. So,
Oh, it's not-
Sunpatch, can you, are you everyone okay on your side? Because we need to hear your 15.
I am working on it on my end, but I'm back on the shaky internet.
Nice.
16 was Stuffy, and 15 is Makino.
Makino? Is that what you just said?
Yes, I said Makino. I
Okay.
really
Respect.
no, I don't think that she, we don't see her enough. And also, I'm pretty sure that baby is Shanks's. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Makino to
probably
me is such a random. Like, I didn't even think about Makino. Like,
Really? I
yeah,
didn't.
not at all, bro.
I would.
Like, not at
No, I love
all.
Makino.
That's
Alright,
Shanks'
fair.
girl, man. How could you not think about Makino?
I mean, she runs a bar. That's all I know. Like, okay, great.
Realistically, so does Shirley. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, fair enough. But she's on my list, so. But okay. Dritz, the devil. Let's go.
I got to keep going with fire after fire. So 15 for me is Koala. So yeah,
What?
right. Yeah. I get it. Right. Just hate me. Right. So but here's why. Right. So the only reason I have Koala on this list is because of the Fisher Tiger flashback. As many people know, with people that know me, I'm a huge fan of suffering. I think characters yeah, for real, like that. Yeah, because whenever characters go through bad things in the story, it makes them more endearing to the reader because they're more relatable.
Actually,
people get
that's
hurt,
actually a
I like
valid
that.
point. That's actually massively valid. I can't even deny
Yeah,
that.
because they become more inspirational to you as a person when you're reading it. So like you feel more attached.
Mm.
Koala had it pretty rough, but she found her light in the darkness, which is awesome. But it's a big theme for my entire list. But Koala would be higher if post reintroduction of Dressrosa, she had a character that wasn't super linear, kind of like how Roger's critique of Boa.
Mhm.
There hasn't been any focus on Koala as a person. She's been downgraded into a Sabo-kun worry bot with next to no depth. I thought that Reverie was going to change that, especially considering her past as a slave. I thought she would have something to say about Kuma. But since all of the girls are back on Kamabaka Island just sipping tea, that doesn't seem to be the case. If there's a future change to this, she'll skyrocket up my list for sure.
All right, word. I can respect this. All right, fine, fair enough. I mean, I know a lot of folks are like, yo, like this is the Dritz the seist. Okay. All right, but no, it is a man.
Spank my ass.
Listen, understand, people, is that the fact that they're on this in the first place means that they're better than the rest of the female cast in One Piece. There's a lot of female people, girls in One Piece, a lot. So this is top 18, so on the list regardless. Now, Lash, Commodore, hit me, 15.
All right, man. So number 15, I gotta bring the fire for this one because we gotta put respect on her name, man. Curly Dadan, man. I gotta put her as my 15.
Awesome.
Respect.
And for me, it's like it's weird because the first time I read the post-war arc and stuff, right, I found Dadan to just be a funny character. Like everything about her whole thing, raising like Ace and then Luffy, then eventually Sabo. She's just a really funny character. Like every interaction you give with her, like I was just dying of laughter. But then I noticed like how much of like she went from being a woman that didn't want nothing to do with these kids raising them. She only did it so she could avoid being in prison. but just seeing her over time, like taking care of these kids and building a connection to them, and then seeing like, you know, after the war and stuff, where she was like, you know, the person who's feeling this the worst is Luffy. So like being like the mother figure for him for the majority, like a big portion of his life, and just seeing that this kid's like her kid's like all the way somewhere else, and she's like feeling this like. You start to connect with her almost like if your own mother, if like you're off doing something went down, like, you know, you have that connection with her. But she's just so awesome, man, and I really do hope that, you know, we get her more in the story, like, you know, coming back.
Word. Big ups to Don getting mad love on this list, getting mad love, OD love.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff, y'all. Good stuff. All right, cool. So, on that note, my number 14 is Koala, like straight up. I mean, not
Cole get love. That's a good pick, Cole. Good fucking pick, dude.
Yeah, it's wild. Listen, chat. Listen, I like Koala. I think she's cool. I like the fisherman karate things. She has really changed from the character from what we've seen from. Well, of course she has. From what we see in the time skip with Fisher Tiger and in up until now. It's just that for me, I expect Koala to do a lot more in the future. Like I have from jump. I think that she's going to do a lot in the story when it comes to Revolutionary Army, when it comes to Sabo, and how they're going to grow together, and how that's going to change the entire world. I think her weight from jump automatically has, I think, she has a lot of weight in the story because she's a Revolutionary Army member. And knowing that she has, I'm not going to say that she has like strong ties to any current fisherman aside from Hack. I feel like she's also going to play a big role when it comes to, let's say, the potential that, why I see so many L's in chat, Jesus Christ. Listen. Okay, listen. Koala's on the list. I think Koala's a cool character. I think she deserves to be on the list as opposed to the other characters that didn't make it on my list because I think Koala has a lot of weight into the story in the future. And when it comes to her intro as a whole, I thought it was very cool. I like her character design. She's the thumbnail, for God's sake. She's the thumbnail of the stream, and so on and so forth. So Koala, I think 14 is a good spot for her on this list, considering who is to come. That's my number 14. All right, so on that note, Sufetch, follow up, please. Make chat happy.
My number 14 is Rebecca. So,
she's on your list? Fuck.
Yeah, I really actually didn't want to put her on my list.
I like it.
But she ended up on my list anyway. And honestly, as annoying as she was, because she was annoying in Dressrosa,
Yeah,
the girl
she
is
can.
impressive. The fact that she can hold her own without actually doing any damage to her opponent, that she went through the life that she was the outcast that she was, and still has the attitude that she has, and also is like a Luffy fanboy with Kobe. I've enjoyed her so far at the Reverie. I think that her naive personality can get annoying, but at times it can also be enjoyable. But like, she can be annoying, but like, gosh, the girl actually is impressive when you think about it. She has done impressive things.
That's very brave of you.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't even want to put her on the list, but I had to.
Okay.
I like it.
Very good respect.
Really quick, so I want to get to just a bit more when it comes to some of these drops. So, 9, Baby Jesus 999, Blasphemy Cole, Nami well over Robin. I massively disagree with you, like harder than you can imagine. Robin blows Nami out of the, and you know what? You'll see. Y'all see.
I was gonna say, don't spoil the rest of the chat.
Yeah. But I'll say just y'all see.
Yeah,
See,
definitely a big spoiler for Cole.
No, it's not even a surprise. I say it every day, but okay. Well, every other day. I'm not, man, okay, not last, Dritz, I'm sorry. Okay, hold on, wait, stop. Roger, there we go.
Okay.
Damn. Chat needs something.
All right, I'm gonna sing a little ditty, and then you guys will know who I'm talking about after this. Mia Khalifa, do the bump bump. Mia Khalifa, that's Khalifa from Cypher Pole.
There we go.
From Water
There it
7
is.
and his lobby. Man, I mean, what is there to say about Khalifa? Not only do I think she has a pretty cool power, the first time we see her, she's in that bubble bath in that fight, and then she ends up fighting with Nami. She fights with Sanji. I think she's the second best girl in Cypher Pole, and we'll talk about that in a little bit too. But Khalifa's wonderful, man. I like everything about Khalifa. I love her design.
Khalifa,
She's powerful. Mia Khalifa.
There we
And
go.
that's it. There you go. Mia
There we
Khalifa.
go. I agree.
Number 14.
I co-sign this hard.
All
All
right,
right,
good.
word. Dritz, the devil, go.
This is 14, right?
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, so this one's kind of weird because if this character had more screen time, they would be lower, but mine's Khalifa for 14. So the reason I like Khalifa is that she was a badass female during Water 7, not so much during Enies Lobby, but I like betrayal themes in One Piece, and Khalifa fits that. She's one of the very few women who hasn't been redeemed and turned into an ally. Same with like a Miss Doublefinger, but I like Khalifa more. But like the thing is, like Khalifa's cap potential is so much lower than all the people I just listed that it's a lot easier for me to place her in a list and like not hate on her.
All right, word. Respect that.
We both have L's in the chat. I'm looking in the chat. I just see L.
Why are they L's?
I don't know.
Why people disagree with our Khalifa pick?
Disagree, nah, man. Cringe base, nah, man.
I think 14 is a really solid slot for Khalifa. I really
Yeah. No doubt. No, dude. I agree. I think I have her lower, but I think she just deserves to be on this anyway.
She's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I think she's great. Awesome. Yeah.
Khalifa on my list, but I put Rebecca on my list, so I don't really have room to speak.
Fair, but I mean at the same time, I mean I think a lot of folks would argue, I think comfortably that Rebecca has massive issues. I mean, hence the reason why I didn't put Pudding on my list either, because Pudding's just.
I mean, she's 16, so.
Yeah, that too.
As a
And
kid,
then,
she's gonna act a certain way as a kid, right?
As a
So.
female, you have more of a right to, versatility than we do as males. Like, okay, well, you put a 16-year-old on your list. Wait a second, Roger. What? Dritz? What? King? Hold on. What? Scratch your
What'd I do?
chin. Hold on. All right. No, I'm just saying, like, if we put a 16-year-old on the list,
Yo, Flampe next.
Oh, word.
Oh my
There we go. Yo.
All right. It's been good stream with you guys. Talk to you later.
Yo, Laz. Come on, man.
All right,
17.
so number 14. So I really wanted to put this one a little bit higher, but she hasn't really had that much screen time, and I think she's honestly like the most overlooked member of the Kuja Pirates, and that is Rindo. And for those of you guys who don't know who Rindo is the sniper of the Kuja Pirates. She has like the open shirt, she has the short hair. Instead of using the bow and arrows,
Really?
yeah. So without
Don't
the
the
bow,
black hair and like the thing going. Oh, okay.
yeah. So she basically, instead of her, like everyone else had to use the bow and arrow, she used a bazooka. Like, come on, and she knows hockey. Like, come on, yo, tell me that ain't hype, man.
Well, she's Kuja, so what do you expect? Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, but a bazooka? If she could put hockey in her bazooka, like, come on,
Okay,
bro,
alright.
that's some hype. But just in general, like I love her design. I really think she needs a little bit more focus, like into her own story and stuff. Like, because I feel like it was always like Margaret when it comes to like aside from the three Snake sisters, Margaret got a lot of focus on that. But Rindo just had that design going on point, man. Like she's great.
All right. Fair enough. Rindo, there he is. All right. Cool. So that actually is an interesting choice. Because I know, I was thinking about some of the Kuja chicks too. Like there's another girl with like really short hair, who also has like an open chest thing, and she has like a pink snake on like her side. I forgot what her name was. She's actually I forgot what her name was, but I mean, I think there's only one Kuja that we really have to focus on the most. Granted, there is Margaret, but I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
I mean, she's my number 15. So.
Yo, Kiki's not bad.
You're right.
Fair enough. And then Doc Diablo, man, Cole is racist against Mermaid. Listen, man, Roger disrespect Boa and Dritz. The only Canadian destroying Viola, at least Laz doing good. Cole kick herself out.
Hey, arigato gozaimashita.
Disagree completely. False. Canadians. Ugh. Ooh,
Gross Canadians.
Just yeah,
No,
exactly. Just gross. Just subhumans. All right. So we have Rindo. Now number 13, bro. All right. So for me, number 13, I'm gonna put in Bellumer. Now, Bellumer. I mean, I don't think I have to, say much about Bellumer, but Bellumer, like OD respect, bro. Like, the way she went out for Nami and for Nojiko or Notiko?
Nojiko, yeah.
Nojiko, yeah. The way she went out for those two was so emotional. Like, when I first watched that, I actually, started, crying, hard, because that was some heavy stuff. I respected her for that OD. Really cool character design. Really, I think, even though she had faults when it came to her parenting, she was really earnestly trying. She brought these girls in, they were orphans, and she tried to build a family there. And everything actually would have been, when you think about it, everything would have been really nice and really, everything would have been A-okay if not for Arlong. I think Bellumer definitely deserves to be on the list. Awesome character. And hard, honestly, there are very few characters that beat her from the standpoint of impacting the story and what she's built in the sense of her daughter Nami as well as Nojiko. So as well as the entire I forgot what the island was called, but that whole area and how they've really built off of that. So Bellumer respect, OD respect. Bellumer's number 15. Mare, something like that.
You mean 13?
Yeah, you said
13. There you go. I'm sorry, dude. I'm tired. No sleep. Leave me alone. All right, Belly Man. All right, number 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine was carrot. I like carrots. I think she has an amazing Sulong form. I mean, like, you got to give her enough credit just for the Sulong form alone. And yes, that counts. She went through a lot of training to do that. Not a lot of mates can do that.
Yep.
And I mean, she's only going to get better. The reason that she honestly would have been higher, except for the fact that really we haven't seen her do anything except for fit in well with the Straw Hats. Immediately try and do all she can for the Straw Hats, which actually just seems to be a mink thing in general. But
Did you say carrot? Like straight up?
carrot. I've been talking about
silence.
Okay.
God damn it, so bad.
that was just to spite you, King.
Definitely.
I think it was.
I respect.
Respect.
Respect women.
Carrot's a mink, and like a, you know what? Okay, whatever.
Breathe assy there.
Yeah. Yo, shout outs. Okay, shout outs.
The carrot emojis.
Shout outs, carrot. Whatever. Oh, dude, come on, y'all.
I gotta throw one in there.
Isn't carrot like 15? You know? Okay, never mind.
Doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, no, doesn't matter. Roger. All right, move on. Come on, happy feet. Come on, Roger. Let's go. Number 13. Let's go. Happy feet.
All right,
happy
so this character could actually go higher depending on what happens with her in the story. But I was rating her just based on what has happened prior to the Reverie arc, and that is Jewelry Bonnie. Jewelry Bonnie's my number 13.
Hey, I respect
She could potentially, like I said, go higher once we find out more about her history with Kuma. But I just think even before that, her being a supernova, I just like her personality, that she's just like, you know what, I'm going to eat a bunch of pizza and I don't care what anybody says. I think she's cool. And I really like her Devil Fruit power too. And I want to know more about her history with Ace. I want to know more about her history with Kuma. I want to know why Akainu was so scared of her when she was first captured by Blackbeard. So yeah, Jewelry Bonnie for sure.
Nice, I respect that.
All right, fair enough. Cool. Dritz, number 13.
Yeah, so like for this one, I can take another L if I want, because I can't really explain as articulately as before, but I have Hina. Hina Sad.
Oh, I
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like for me, it's Hina.
She's not even on my list, bro.
Aside from her bad girl aura, like I'm not sure why I honestly have it here. I just like Hina. I think it's maybe because of her relationship with Smoker and the fact that she's a rear admiral. I mean, it's not like she's actually really done that much in the series, aside from like one-liners and then Django and full-body perving over her. But like I don't know. I guess I just like the tandem with her, Smoker, and Tashigi. I think so. I don't know.
All right, fair.
You probably think she's cute too. Don't worry about it, man. That's
Yeah,
fine.
don't worry. It's
Hell
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Obviously, I think they're all
you don't need a paragraph to explain it. Like you're good.
Exactly.
By the way, Maze, let it be known. Sunpatch the goat. Carrot for the so basically Sunpatch has a new subscriber right there. That's guaranteed right there. So they'll let me know. You know, as well as Doc Diablo. Let's go, Sunpatch. Carrot. And then furry boys. How many furry? Yo, we have to make like stronger bands. On the
Well, we'll
Discord.
see. I mean,
we have to start
I mean,
banning.
we haven't gotten
more
through my
people.
list yet, so I would say hold
Oh,
off.
come on.
No,
man.
okay.
What are you doing? What do you have? Wand on that list?
You'll
Just,
wait, just wait.
Oh, kill me. All right, last. Come on.
All right, so my number 13, I'm gonna go with Shaki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, with Shaki, it's like, you know, she,
Braga will be
regardless of whatever her age is, you know, she be in her hundreds or whatever, listen, she's fine like wine. Like, straight up. wife of the Dark King. She's possibly connected to the Rocks Pirates, if we know, factor in these 40 years thing, whatever. She has a feat that she was able to escape Garp.
oh, honestly, isn't her full? I can't see. What's her full name? Isn't like Shu something? Like
I can't pronounce it,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we'll go Shaki. But she has a feat from escaping from Garp, which is it's Garp, the hero of the Marines. Like that's pretty impressive itself. She's very knowledgeable about like the events that go on during like the pirate world and stuff. And probably one of my favorite parts about her is that she's a supporter of Monkey D. Like anyone a supporter, man, they go up on my list.
All right, there you go.
That's Braga's top 5 easy right there.
Oh, that's AFT top 5, definitely. I know Fan Talk loves him from Shaki.
Yeah, the Shaki fanboys.
Hey, I see the W's. Let's go.
Right.
Okay,
That's right.
Cool. All right, so that's nice. So now, okay, so we have Shaki, Hina, Bonnie, Carrot, and we have Bellyman. All right, cool word. So, number 12. So for me, actually, let me go to my list real quick because I'm actually forgetting from memory here. So, all right, here we go. So, here's the thing, y'all. All right, I had initially decided to rank her higher, but then I changed my mind because then there was like a better version of her in my personal opinion, and then it was kind of like, you know. All right, fine. So my number 12 is Charlotte Smoothie, aka Smooth Thick. All right, smooth,
Thick
smooth,
smoothie, man.
Yeah, thick
smoothie, man.
smoothie. All right. Now listen, man. I just want to clarify for all the smoothie fanboys. Listen, I am a smoothie fanboy. All right, like smooth thick, respect her, obviously, but for me, it was more so.
He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I love her design. I think she's cool. I respect that she is, you know, like she's a sweet commander. She's a powerful person. I know she's a powerful person, but at the same time, it's like when I see her in the anime, she's done more in the anime than she's done in the manga, and it's stunning. And she's done very little as of now. Like I have to respect her because of her status and because of that design. And them legs, it's like, oh, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, just please do something. There's too many times I read the manga panels, and I'm like, she takes her sword out, and then nothing happens. It's like, what do we do with this character, bro? Like, I don't get it. So, Smoothie is, unfortunately, I want to rank her higher, but Smoothie is my number 12 on this list. And I'll take that L. I will. Sunpatch, please help me.
Belmare, actually. For literally every reason that you said.
Belmare? Yay! That's what I'm saying. She's awesome.
Yeah,
She is, man.
On that one.
Yeah.
And I think that you're right. She's a great mom and everything would have been fine if not for Bad Fishman.
Yeah,
Fair.
damn Arlong.
Damn Arlong. Word. All right, word. Okay, cool. So we have Belmare, Roger, number 12.
Yeah, we're in the top 12 now. This is great.
Yeah.
My number 12 is another Fishman. So I mean, we've got more of these half breeds.
Sure,
I know
Oshi.
King of Lightning's a racist, but
No,
that's okay. So actually, my number 12 is going to be Princess Shirahoshi.
There we go, yeah.
Wiki Hoshi herself. I mean, she's Poseidon.
I
What more is there to say, bro?
can
She's
respect
Poseidon.
that. I can respect that.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
Shirahoshi's awesome.
it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay,
Yeah, I mean, she's Poseidon. I think she's got a great design. I think she's gorgeous. I think she just needs to be older. That's all. But Shirahoshi, number 12. That's it. Nice and simple.
Cool, Shirahoshi. Let me see real quick. Let me do this. All right, so Shirahoshi is number 12. And then let's have Dritz take this for number 12, the demon himself, as he's not dubbed as.
Number 12 for me is it's Monet, actually. So I think Monet is obviously pretty hot for me, but fundamentally, I think she's an interesting character because the entire like Doflamingo crew was cool to me because they all had their own different beliefs in Dofi. So it was cool seeing Monet do that and also put her life on the line and seemingly lose it as well. She was evil, but like exuded a kind of like kind exterior to the kids, which was kind of like evil, and I liked it. # saddest. But like the cool thing about Monet is that she went head to head against Luffy, Zoro, and Tashigi, and it was mildly entertaining. So that's a plus for me.
Wait a minute now. Head to head?
Head to head, but doesn't mean she did good. She got fodderized by two.
Okay, yeah, well, I said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
But the fact that she did it, that's a plus.
All right, yeah, that's respectable, no doubt. Blast.
All right, so my number 12, I'm going with Margaret. And with Margaret, it's like, again, like attractive, very honest. She knows how to sew, and you need a woman who knows how to sew. Hey, she's in there, man. And I think that with that, like her whole storyline that she had with Luffy before, like the meeting with Boa, I think was my favorite portion, pretty much, of Amazon Lily. Just seeing like her, like chasing down Luffy the entire time, and then eventually like building a connection with him and understand like he's not a savage. And trying to understand, like, not all males are known as crazies and whatever. Like, there are actually some nice people out there. And, like, Margaret actually getting to see that connection from Luffy was definitely awesome. And she's a formidable warrior, so.
All right, word. All right, cool, Margaret. So, dude, you actually have, I think, two chicks from Amazon Lily, right?
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure there's another one coming at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
If I don't, I'll be
repping
crucified.
Amazon
Yeah,
Lily hard,
He's
bro.
got Amphalandra coming, just like
Yeah.
send to Sonia.
I got what's her name, Poppy or whatever her name is.
All right, word. Yeah. All right. So, okay, cool. So we have almost to top 10 now. So number 11. This is the one I didn't want to do, bro. This is the one I was like, oh, shit. This is, okay. This is not a list that is, I have to, set the framework here. This is not a list that is just on looks, all right? It's about story, way, and the characters' personalities, and then so on and so forth, and, okay. So my number 11 is the warrior Big Mom. I'm putting Big Mom.
You don't have to lie. I know you're into that.
Bro.
You're tapping that old pussy. I know.
Yo, listen. All right, listen. I fucking love Big Mom. Big Mom is a goddamn treat. Like, she really is, all right? Yonko, she has insane powers, extraordinary way in the story of One Piece Wa. Luffy got cocky, Kong gun, get out of here, young buck, forearmed him. What do you think you're doing? Like, please. Runs the entirety of Totland. Feared, respected. You have to come to the wedding, otherwise you're gonna have someone's head in the box. The only problem with Big Mom is that Big Mom is old and her looks are vastly unappealing. But at the same time, I can't lie to myself. Reading Whole Cake Island, seeing Big Mom in her cray state, seeing the Elbaf spears, seeing walk-through lightning-based attacks, seeing her mid-diff dudes that we've seen, that we know are extremely powerful, like Luffy and whatnot. I mean, it's nah. I truth be told, Big Mom has been a treat, all right? Big Mom is number 11. Take it as you see it. That's all I can say, all right? Respect the warrior. She's on all my T-shirts, people. Come on. Buy those.
She's on the merch, man.
Look in the box below. Killing Shop. Buy that, all right? The warrior. Respect that, all right? Okay. Yo, my God. Big Mom. Sunpatch. Hit me.
So I didn't want to include any dead characters in the top 10. So Otohime is number 11. And first of all, I mean, what she did was amazing in and of itself, but I think the impact of this was made real, like, what, 2-3 weeks ago? Like, actually getting to see what her sacrifice did, that something really did truly come of it, and she is saving her people. And she did make a connection with the Celestial Dragons.
Right.
Like, to give up your life like that and call off your children's hate and call off your entire people's hatred and die for your enemy is just astounding. So, Otohime, number 11.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, no, she's an awesome character. Truly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But at the same time, that's why I was kind of like, at first, like, I don't think it's fair to bring the dead characters in, but here we are. Roger, number 11. Hit me.
Yeah, so I actually didn't want to include non-canon characters in my top 10, which is why this character ended up on 11. But I think she is far and away the best girl from any of the One Piece films. And I think her Devil Fruit is one of the most broken Devil Fruit powers in the entire series.
Oh, here we go.
That's got to be number 11, Miss Baccarat.
Oh, here we go.
Baccarat, my dude.
Baccarat.
With the tan skin, the
hot.
red hair, the broken Devil Fruit power.
Hello,
Baccarat
hey.
is the big, I mean, like, she's the best.
Hey, I'm supportive.
She is the best. I love Baccarat. I like everything about her. Again, I like her fight, even in the movie. I think it's kind of funny that the writers of Film Gold had to sort of write her fight in a way where you don't even believe that she should have lost that fight when you're watching the movie. Like, you see, like, Usopp's failing, and then you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense, that he's unluckier than she's lucky with the Devil Fruit power. Whatever, I'm going to let it slide because, you know, obviously Usopp has plot armor because he's a character that's one of the Straw Hats. But ultimately, man, I mean, it's Baccarat.
Yeah, Baccarat. Hell yeah. I agree. By the way, real quick, so we have Haji, who says, Sanji, number 1 girl, get the fuck out of here, dog. Stop hating. Doc Diablo, $2. Your last getting all of the W. Get
Hey, they know.
No. They Canadians congregate.
Hey,
all right, the demon,
chat.
the monster, the devil, Dritz.
Yeah,
Number 11.
My list is only canon. Otherwise, Baccarat, you bet your ass she would be on the list. But I have good girl Kaya. So like, Kaya's like one of those stereotypical good girls in manga. She's just like really nice, sweet girl. And the thing about her is like, she has her own problems. She's sickly. She can't really do things. She's kind of like the bird trapped in the bird cage, thinking of something else. That's why Usopp came to give her some freedom. And so she has her own priorities after being released. She's trying to become a doctor. She's not sitting there doing nothing
Yeah.
while
Right.
waiting for her return. So she's being proactive, and I think that makes her cool. End.
Actually, honestly, because here's the thing, I actually forgot Micaiah entirely. Like when I think about it, I'm like, oh shit, I should put her on my list because she'd be over Honey Queen. Shit.
Oh, easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
easy.
Fuck, goddamn.
Dude, there's a lot of non-canon characters that I think would be above Honey Queen. I like Honey Queen, but like you've got Karina from Film Gold. She's awesome too. So yeah, man. Yeah.
I didn't forget it.
Actually, man, I kind of want to redo. Fuck. Goddamn.
You can't. It's too late now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's because Honey Queen. All right, fine. I mean, fine. I'll take Honey Queen, but I forgot about her existence. Honestly, shit. Okay, all right. I really did, bro. Yeah.
Baccarat literally makes Film Gold that much more enjoyable. I think like her power and the way it works and her fight is just like one of the best scenes in the entire movie. So
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Laz, my boy.
All right. So number 11, I gotta put respect on a certain pink-haired goddess, and not the one you may be thinking, but one that was already talked about in someone's list, and that is Hina. And Dritz already kind of talked about it before, so I'm gonna add 2 points as to why I brought her in here. Number 1, pink-haired goddess, right? Number 2, if you tell me my girl can have a steel cage match with me at the middle of the night, she has that power ability to do so, we in there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, yo, midnight steel cage. Hey, we in there, man. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Word. I respect that. Okay. No complaints. All right. I think Chad agrees too. All right.
And Formidable Warrior,
I
Rear
think
Admiral.
that's-
So
Yeah. Word. Let me check Chad real quick because I need to always check Chad. Okay. Word. Okay. Cool. All right. So I think they digging it. Big W. Okay. Well, there's some no's, but it is what it is. All right. Word. All right. So Hina is Hina. And I respect your wish for the steel cage match. No doubt about that. No doubt. All right, cool. So, for me, we are now at number 10. And for me, bringing in number 10 is Queen Otohime.
Woo!
Yeah.
nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, I mean,
I respect that a lot.
yeah, the fact that we have to respect the fact that she has done so much for her people as a whole. That cannot be ignored in the slightest.
Preach.
Queen Otohime herself, she has the ability of Kibosha Haki, which allowed her to kind of perceive a person's emotions a lot better. And so when you have moments of she can understand the pain that a lot of folks are going through, like actually sense it. And I think to me one of the best moments was when Fisher Tiger comes back from his voyage. And we find out later on that he was a Tenryubito slave. And he's talking to King Neptune. And then you see Otohime there. And she is crying in tears because she understands what he went through. And it's part of the reason why she went through the whole process of trying to get signatures for the entirety of the fishing people so they can go up to the service, that kind of stuff. And then when Don Quixote, I forgot his name, his actual first name, when he came down, and how she handled that. Like, she honestly, like, I think out of all the characters in the past, I think she's the strongest character. Like, I think by a mile. I think Otohime should be in the top 10, and there she is, at number 10. Otohime deserves that spot, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So, Otohime, I think, is a big W overall. All right, Sunpatch, hit me.
Pudding. Pudding is number 10.
What the fuck? Wait, how?
What?
Whoa!
Oh my.
Yo!
Oh my god.
And the way she said it, too, pudding! Like yo! How is putting that high?
Oh lord.
State the facts.
What? Yeah, yeah. Hit me with these facts, please.
Okay, well, first of all, just the fact that she was able to keep us guessing for the longest period of time on what the frick her thought process was, because she had us going for a long time back and forth between is she good, is she evil, and it turns out she's actually both. I really liked her dynamic with Sanji and how she ended up picking him. I liked the backstory with her how she grew up, how she was forced to really go from sweet to evil to fend for herself. And also the idea of we don't know the thoughts, like we don't actually know how much memory tweaking she has done in the family. Big Mom may have completely different thoughts on Pudding than what Pudding has actually done. Like Pudding would actually have the ability to pretty much run that family. Her quirk is, her devil fruit's kind of broken.
What?
When you think about it.
Pudding
Yeah, she has
run
lots
the
of
Big Mom Pirates and the Big Mom family? I don't know, Sunbatch. I think you're giving. I think you're gassing pudding like hard, like OD, like a lot of helium on pudding right now. A lot of helium. But okay, but I respect your reasoning nonetheless. All right. I mean, as the Sanji fanboy of like I guess the community, like even I didn't put pudding on the list because I think there's no way. But
I knew that y'all wouldn't. So I put it in there for.
Fair. I get you. You know, fair enough. All right, so you know, chat. It's okay. It's fine. So this it's a few donos, right? So we have B Rizzle with $2 of the Cole X Big Mom confirmed, not confirmed at all. Put that not confirmed. Amir's canon, right? $2. Where's Crocodile and Ivankov at?
Crocodile.
I almost jokingly put at number 18 Imu-sama. I almost did that. I was like,
top 10 Luffy's mom.
Too soon.
Yeah, Luffy's mom, right? Yeah, bro. Oh my god.
It might be top 2. You never know.
Yeah. Where's Bon Clean list too, right? Planet Atlas, $2. Shouldn't Ivanko be on the list? Are we really? Okay, Doc Diablo, Crocodile top 1. Yo, where are we? Can we put some respect on Crocodile's name, please, people? All right, please. Like, we have not confirmed if Crocodile is female yet. And besides, even if Crocodile was female, Crocodile's not currently male. So that doesn't count. All right? That doesn't count at all.
Quick question. Why do people think that Crocodile is Luffy's mom?
Oh, we're not gonna get into
That's
that.
just too.
We're not gonna go.
I mean, that's
a whole nother.
I would probably point that to either A, too many drugs, or B, a mental disability. That's what
People also think Crocodile is Zoro's mom too.
That's also because of drugs and a mental disorder. Clearly.
Oh yeah,
I've never heard the Zoro's mom theory.
It's cancer, bro. Just imagine injecting like AIDS directly into your bloodstream. That's what that is.
Yeah. Sounds like an AFT theory, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's dude. Like, you must be smoking that really bad kush right there, bro. That's wild. All right, Roger, hit me. Number 10.
All right, this is gonna be a pretty long pull. I don't think anybody's gonna expect this character. I'm kind of shocked nobody brought her up yet. I thought she was gonna be kind of low on everybody else's list because she is sort of like a one-off, one-arc character. But I mean, I gotta be honest. I can come up with other story reasons for liking her. This is purely a design thing. She's sexy, man. I gotta go with Domino from Impel Down, man.
Yo.
From Impel Down. Has everything going on. She's the head jailer of Impel Down, right? She was promoted. She was previously the vice jailer. And the other thing about Domino is it is confirmed, it is canon, she swings both ways because she gets petrified when she does the strip search of Boa Hancock.
Right.
So the Marrow powers actually work on her. So you're trying to set up a conversation with Domino. You're like, all right, listen, me and my girl over here, Domino, we're wondering, we might want a third. You in? And I think she'd be down. So Domino has got to be at least in my top 10. I had to keep her in my top 10. I know she hasn't done much story-wise, but got to be my number 10, man. Domino is severely underrated.
Domino is. Yo, I respect that. I do. Yo, Domino, honestly, I mean, we'll get that later. Dritz.
Mine's also Otohime for 10. For all of the reasons you listed, plus for a few others. Here's like one of them. Otohime, out of a lot of the One Piece females that are attractive, she's like the only one whose character model isn't an hourglass figure. So for me, it's like, okay, diversity, boom, that's good. Like, it's so rare. So like she has personality, character, and an attitude. What's not to love? But my favorite aspect of Otohime is she's a realistic character because she breaks down after faking being okay. We don't really see that much in One Piece because every time Otohime would come home dejected or things went bad on her treaties, she would crumble and then come back to reality needing help from her family.
Right.
And then she would get drunk to release her frustration. For me, it's like, okay, boom. Like, that's a relatable character. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Dude, bro. Honestly, yeah. She's really good at it. She's, honestly, like, I feel like if she was alive, she'd be probably like top 3. But here we go. Yeah. All right, Laz, my boy. Let's go.
All right. So, number 9.
Number
Gotta
10.
go Koala. Is it 10?
You're 10.
10. Number 10. Number 10, I'm going to go Koala.
Koala.
Yeah, I really connected with the backstory and the stuff that she had with Fisher Tiger and stuff. She's a formidable fighter as well, but definitely for the reasons that were stated before, it's like she does come across off more like, the Sabo-kun connection kind of thing, and that kind of like takes away from like what we got to see from her past. So I would have liked to see more of her personality being fleshed out and getting to see like, what she learned over that time with being with Fisher Tiger instead of just being now kind of like, a dad. I wouldn't say dazzle in distress, but more like she's caring for other people, and then she's not really kind of like showcasing any more of that side of her that we saw back then, like what developed from there, you know?
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, no. I think honestly, awesome is all hell.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, hold on, but like, do you think that she's gonna have when it comes to like the current plan, when they're already setting up against the 10 Ubito, like how much of a role do you see her playing in the future?
Well, obviously, when it comes to Reverie, she's still on the Kambaka Kingdom, right? So she's not gonna have that much right now. But I feel like if the Revolutionary Army are gonna have like something big in the future, and they're gonna have something, I can't see why she's not gonna be there, right? Like as an advisor to Dragon, and the fact that she knows Fisherman Karate, she can fight. I don't see a potential spot where if there's a fight that's gonna go down, she's not gonna be a part of that, right? Like she can pass off the information, which is definitely an amazing thing. But from a fighting capability, I mean, again, Fisherman are known to be like, 3 times stronger than a normal human being. And the fact that she knows those abilities, I mean, like, you gotta throw her on the front lines, damn it. Like,
There we go. Word. Repping Koala. Hard. I respect that. I do. All right. So now we're in the top 9. And for my 9, I have the Pirate Empress herself, Boa Hancock. She's number 9. Now, I don't think I need to really go too much into Boa Hancock, because everyone should know. But at the same time, I guess they want to know why she's... Because I think folks put her at like number 1, number 5, or like at least top 5. But I think Hancock is a really cool character. But her character, after the Luffy situation, has become stagnant. And I think Roger said before that she has that issue of, like Luffy this, Luffy that, and it's just Luffy. And that's really all in her mind. Which, in the grand scheme of things, is fine. But at the same time, her way in the story, it should be far more than that. And I respect that she is the empress of this island. She is a warlord, and she tries her best, at the bare minimum, to maintain her warlord status. Well, okay, I can't say try her best, but she understands that she cannot lose that title, because if she does lose that title, then her country is pretty much screwed. But she's overcome a lot to get to this position, and that I find to be really respectable. How she overcame being a slave, escaping when Fisher Tiger came in there and did his thing, and then using her power, attaining Conqueror's Haki, and then running the entire show, becoming an empress, having her bounty. And she became actually a warlord, I think, when her bounty froze. I think it was 80 million, if I'm right on that one. I could be wrong about that one, but
Something like that.
yeah, something like that. The Haki, I also as a fight. I think she's actually, aside from Big Mom, I don't see any other female fighters being as good as Big Mom, Boa Hancock. I think like the top 2 that we've seen so far when it comes from a combat ability standpoint. I know folks want to vouch for Stussy, which is fine. Like I'm not against that, but at the same time, I think I'll lean more towards Boa Hancock in that sense. So as a fighter, I respect her too. So Boa Hancock, my top 10, number 9, definitely.
I think if you're gonna vouch for Stussy, you can vouch for Smoothie too.
For oh yeah, you're right.
The other, your number 12.
Hold on, real quick. No. All right, no. Oh, no. I had to think of it again. Big Mom, Smoothie, and Boa Hancock. There we go. That's all I was thinking about, because there's someone else I forgot. Yeah. Okay. Sunpatch, you're number 9.
Shirahoshi. For pretty much the reasons
Pretty
already
high.
listed.
Yeah.
She's Poseidon, which just automatically pretty much puts her in the top 10 for me.
Right.
I think that she's kind of got the same naive problem that Rebecca has working, just a lot less annoying and much more pretty. I mean, she's a beautiful mermaid princess. And again, she's kind of like the same Rebecca, just again much less annoying. And I think that she'll skyrocket when she actually figures out how to really work her ability.
Shirahoshi getting a lot of fans. All right, but for now, no doubt. All right, Shirahoshi, Poseidon, number 9 on Sunpatch's list. Roger, number 9. Who do you got?
Oh boy, I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this.
No.
Nami. Nami's my number 9.
You're worried about that? I read 15, bro. Come on.
I guess that's true. You have her at 15. The thing is, I think it would be genuinely disrespectful to not keep Nami in the top 10. I think she has to be top 10, just because of everything we've seen happen to her in the story. But ultimately, when I look at the other characters and I think of not only their designs, but also their personalities, there are just 8 other girls that I think are better than Nami. And so Nami ends up in number 9 right for me. I know that's tough. I look at Nami's cons and I think about how greedy she is. I think of all the downsides of Nami's personality. And I'm like, listen, Nami's a great character in a work of fiction. But would I want to hang out with Nami? No, I wouldn't. So Nami's number 9.
Let me guess. Brulee top 5, bro?
No. Brulee, I was thinking of actually putting it 18 too.
Bro,
I went through my 18 was cycling between.
Yeah,
female,
exactly.
English,
Yeah,
Brulee.
same
I
thing
was
here,
going through a
bro.
lot of crazy characters, bro.
I thought about Stussy. I thought about like I actually thought about like putting Alvida too, and I was like, I'll put Queen.
T Rouge. So she has kind of like the same stats that a lot of the mothers do in One Piece, where it's just like it's kind of hard not to admire them. That's why they get boosted up. She kind of epitomizes the strength of motherhood in general, and if everyone has moms, so you can kind of appreciate what she's gone through.
Okay.
And the point is that like, for me, what makes Rouge interesting is that she is mysterious beyond belief due to her connection to Roger. Like, we've gone 21 years into the story only knowing a select few male members of the Roger crew with no information on anyone else. So to me, Rouge's identity is so important that if she were expanded upon now, the endgame of One Piece would kind of be spoiled from learning it. And also, aesthetically, I think the right amount of freckles is sexy as hell.
I agree with that.
I agree. Yeah.
Actually, that's what I thought about What's Your Face too. This dude's Senior Pink's girl. Forgot her name.
Russian.
Yeah.
Ruslan.
Yeah. I thought about it too because the freckles. Like,
Yeah, she was nice, man.
All right,
She's wagon call.
Yeah. But no, Rouge makes perfect sense. All right, number 9, last.
All right, so number 9, I gotta put respect on a certain woman from Dressrosa, and she's a fabulous dancer. She got an amazing double fruit that really needs some focus during Reverie. Looks on point. She was able to hurt Sanji with a kick. I'm talking about Viola, man.
I like you had that last one in there. You asked.
I mean, I have to. It's an undeniable fact in the manga.
Yo, do I need to freaking bring out the Yeti Cool Brothers, bro? Oh, come on.
Hey, come on.
Are you disrespecting the Eddie Cool brothers? What's going on?
Hell yeah!
Hey, when we do our top
bro.
18 males, you know.
Yeti Cool brothers is gonna be right there.
Yeah.
18 for top.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of here. Yeah, it's wild. All right, Viola. All right, as long as she is in someone's top 10, I respect that because Viola's just too damn good for me.
I was gonna add like one more little thing to it, and I know it's like, you know, even though we can say it's canon or not, but Doflamingo did smash it, and very passionate stuff between Dolphy and Violet. So
the passion. Draw,
yep.
11-foot tall,
a country of passion.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Okay, I respect that. No doubt. All right, so before we continue on, I want to get some donos because we have Mr. Sure saying number 2 to Sunpatch. Pudding is just a tsundere. She's meh now. So that's his thoughts on Pudding right now. They have Pudding over Nami. Actually, Tone says, you tell him, Sunpatch, respect Pudding. So we have some Pudding banter in the chat. All right, Pudding banter. They have Skit. She's in. She says, hey. Then we have Mr. Sure again with $2. Says, Koala also rocks. A cool steampunk design. Thanks, Laz. Then we have Skits again with the gotta chew, everyone. Gotta chew. All right, Doc Diablo, $5 Canadian. Here we go, Canada. Luffy Mom is get good money, please.
Over here,
Luffy Mom got Luffy buddy. Oh, Luffy buddy, Christ. Luffy Mom got kind of revealed in an interview in 2011. What the hell? I'll show you during the next live. Where is Bakken? She got Whitebeard in a trap. No, first of all, Bakken, nah. She ain't not. Luffy's mom kind of revealed in an interview in 2011.
No, what he's talking about is a common mistake because there was an SBS where they said, well, when are we going to see Luffy's parents? And he said, and it said, in the next volume. But it was the Don.
And what are you guys talking about? Like,
wait, I thought we were talking about when Dragon was shown. Wait, no. Oh,
yeah, that's what I thought we were talking about too.
Yeah,
because remember there was like the panel where it had like Dragon, he was talking to like Ivankov, and there was those 2 people that were like beside him, and they were saying like,
"Girl, that's the same volume with the Dawn, isn't it?"
It is, but I think they were also saying like back when they introduced Dragon, like after that's like when we're gonna see her, and it's like I drew that volume. So I mean that's what they're saying, but I don't think it is. No.
Oh yeah, Doc Diablo. Send me a message on Discord later because I want to check this shit out. Because I don't think you're right, but you could be right.
Yeah.
I just kind of doubt it.
Yeah, this Luffy's mom, she has a big part in the story now. I mean, she hasn't been shown, but Dragon has already. Like, she's gonna be a big deal, man. Like,
for sure.
I thought that she was honestly just dead, and so we can move on with that. But
I mean, it could be that.
Yeah. All right, but Doc Diablo says, "Yo, Cole, where is Cinnamon? Yo, listen, man, we ain't done yet, bro. Cinnamon over Smoothie. All right, cool. So let it be known. All right, so that being said, that's all the donuts for now, and now we're at number 8. And my number 8, really quick if I can go back here. My number 8 is Charlotte Cinnamon. All right. Yo, man. Yo. Listen, man. Listen, man. Cinnamon is a very prominent character in the story of One Piece. Not really. She is just gorgeous. Absolutely stunning, all right? Like, that's a let me smash. Let me
Let me smash.
That's a happy dance. That's happy feet right there. Right? That's I love how you said that, where's Cinnamon? Number 8, Charlotte Cinnamon. The best girl in the Charlotte family. Respect her. If you don't, that's a mistake. That's my number 8. Sunpatch, go.
My number 8 was Boa Hancock. For pretty much the reasons that you already stated, but also I actually liked the Luffy, the more focus on Luffy, considering how, like, what her double fruit is and how men have always viewed her, and then she finds this guy who is the complete opposite, and is like, so she becomes obsessed with him, and I actually thought it was kind of fun to watch. So
Right.
it was more fun for me than annoying.
Oh, cool. And by the way, for chat, real quick, listen. I do like redheads, yes, but Nami's 15. So, like, what are you gonna say? Like, just like I have a bias, absolutely, but I mean, cinnamon blows Nami out of the water. It is what it is. Like, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell y'all. Roger.
I got 2 words to say, man. Chew.
Oh, what the hell?
No.
You sicken me.
Number 8's Carrot, man. It's got to be Carrot. And this is not obviously like a, oh my god, she's so hot thing. It is just a character thing. I think from the moment we were introduced to Carrot, when she took on Zoro in Zoe, and you saw this little bunny girl who's taking on Zoro like, with her electro powers.
He wasn't trying.
The way that she's progressed throughout the course of the story with Whole Cake Island, with literally everything else, man. I know some people like to say, oh, Carrot's a stupid mink character. She's just there for marketing reasons. But no, man, I think Carrot has proven herself with Sulong form. I think she's already proven herself to be a worthy member of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, Straw Hat crew, whatever you want to call her. I still want to see her join the crew, honestly. I think Carrot's an awesome character. And ultimately, man, Garchu for days. I've got to choose Carrot. She's got to be in my top 8. And shout out to Maze, by the way, who donates in every single one of my streams at the very beginning of the stream with a $10 donation saying Carrot top 10. Yo, I agree with you. She's my number 8.
Wait, he puts Carrot top 5 on my stuff.
He says top 10 on mine. Yeah.
All right, well, okay, well, we see where he lies. Okay, just got it. Just listen, man. Like, I think Carrot should join the crew too. Like, I'm not against Carrot as a character. I'm just saying, like, yo, like, for top best One Piece girls, like Carrot, like what?
I mean, she's great. I mean, if you look even like at her.
Yo, I should have banned all subhumans. That's what I should have done.
Cinnamon.
If you look at her 1 feat during Whole Cake Island, she ended up going Sulong. Actually, 2 feats. She technically had 2 feats because her and Chopper took down Brule too. But ultimately, I think like the stuff with Sulong.
I mean, it's
more impressive. Dude, she's like wiping out fleets of big mom.
No. Whoa. Easy
Sulong
there, Tiger. Easy there. Daifuku is wiping out the fleets while she grabs the steering wheel so they can't dodge.
Right, but it's no. But she's directing his attacks, man. I mean, you can.
But that doesn't happen unless Daifuku's there to actually do the damage. What do you mean? Whoa, wait. Are we gassing Carrot? Wait a minute, Roger. I don't know about that, Roger.
Carrot's great, man. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You're a racist. You're a racist, Cole.
Yeah, of course I am. Ban all subhumans. Except for the long legs, because the long legs, we respect them, of course.
King of Lightning is now king of racists.
Yo, bro, ban all subhumans. Ban all subhumans except for the long legs, because,
Hey, you have a character on your list that literally has 0 feet. She's just hot.
Yo, man, it is what it is. What can I tell you? Yo, Maze, oh, great. Maze dropped 10. Roger the Gold Cat for the win. Then we have Sky, Robin number 1, don't disappoint, and then we have top 5 Maymays. I always say Carrot top 5. So he says always Carrot top 5, not top 10.
Well, for you maybe, but he likes me more, so he doesn't care. He's looser with it.
I guess so. He has to force me in the top 5.
This man actually said subhumans, though. Like, you're no better than a celestial
Yeah.
dragon. It's shameful.
Mans. A Trigram Boy says, King, thank you for the God tier stream. You know about that. You already know. And then again, like, we had to bring in a female perspective. So Sunpatch, Sunpatch is my go-to girl. It is what it is, man. We all love her. Love you, no homo.
Indeed.
Yeah, of course you do. Love you, no homo. You should do more streams like this. And P.S. Canada, low diffs. You okay?
Yay!
Well,
he knows,
it got absolutely
knows.
awful at the end. It got
Mad
absolutely.
respect.
Yo, Dr. Yab. Oh, Brady's back.
Canada,
Cole, I
top
Sanji
one.
fan, and
Yeah, I love
Sanji
those
likes
Raptors.
furries. Listen, man, Sanji made mistakes in his life, all right? Obviously, let's not, let's not judge by his mistakes, but by his successes, which Sanji has so many of. Mr. Sure Shot, $2. Furry boys. Oh, what? I need to start banning. Like, we have to start banning. Like, yo, Rev,
I think,
make
King,
a list.
I'm going to expose you really quick because I know when you were a kid, because I know you follow basketball. I know when you
Yeah.
were a kid, you saw the movie Space Jam.
Of course.
And I know for a fact you had
Oh
a crush on
no, not
Bunny.
Lola. Get
Yes,
out
you
of
did.
here.
Yes, you did. You're a liar. You're a liar. You had a crush
talking
on Lola
about,
Bunny when you were a
bro?
kid.
What are you talking about? That's
You
wild,
definitely
bro.
had a crush on Lola Bunny, man.
That's nuts. No, not true. Listen, Roger.
Exposed.
Listen, not exposed. He's making assumptions that aren't even true. Listen.
Not an assumption.
What Roger has to
You're
do is
you're
this.
telling me you wouldn't smash Lola Bunny.
Listen.
You're a liar.
Listen.
You're a liar.
What Roger has to do is, as a grown man in 2018, not a kid in 1990 something, as a grown
Right,
man.
but no. That's, I didn't say that. I said when you were a child. watching Space Jam, Did you have a crush on Lola Bunny?
No.
Answer the question.
The only
Answer the question,
No,
kid.
I said
No,
no. The only rabbit I had
Okay.
a crush on was the Roger Rabbit one. With that movie where they crossed between the cartoon world and the
Jessica
human
Rabbit's
world.
a human.
Jessica
though,
Rabbit,
naturally, of
bro,
course.
it was like, bro.
Oh yeah, Jessica. Of course, everybody.
Like
yeah.
Jessica Rabbit was like fucking.
Jessica Rabbit, top 5 Disney waifus. Naturally. Disney waifu. Absolutely.
Like my
Absolutely.
God, I was like, come on, like what is this, man?
She's not bad. She's drawn that way, man.
Not bad. What? Not
What?
bad. Not bad.
No, she said. Okay, this man doesn't even know his own waifu. She says in the movie, "I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way."
Oh no. I think that she's not bad. I think that she's not bad. Okay.
No,
I'm
see, you're lying, man. You just
No,
came
no,
up with
no,
Jessica
no, no,
Rabbit
no,
because you
no.
were thinking about Lola Bunny, and you were like,
No,
"Oh, what's so else with the bunny in
This
the
is
name?"
absolutely false. All right, Roger's
I
making up
bet you.
stuff.
I bet you like
Clearly-
carrot, man. I bet you have a whole folder full of
I-
carrot stuff.
Yeah, definitely, of course.
You do. You definitely do, man.
The
Carrot,
Bunko.
Wanda, that one chipmunk, whatever her name is, the doctor, whatever her name is, I forgot her name is. Whatever.
Tristan?
Tristan, yeah, fuck it, all of them. I got all of them.
Milky. Milky.
I got, yeah, Milky, yeah, I got all of them, bro.
Oh my.
I got all of them, bro. Get the fuck out.
Master
You're
Yomo,
tripping. Tripping, bro. Straight tripping, bro.
Yo, Yomo is
And
crazy.
and
It's
and and,
like you
and,
can
and
sleep
all
on
the
me
furry is
now,
gonna be look at this. All the furry is gonna be like, oh my god, yeah, Roger exposed Cole, yeah. Oh, get them, please. Listen, here's what you have to do. All right, for anybody that is like teetering on the fence or that's over the fence. Here's how you come back to reality. All right, here's how you rejoin humanity. All right, go to DeviantArt and type in Sonic. It's over, bro. Your whole world's gonna change.
Bro, your
Your
name
no,
is Chris,
no,
dude.
no,
Your
no,
name
no.
is Christopher. If you
Yeah.
type in Chris the Hedgehog, you're gonna find Chris Chan, man.
No.
It's not a good thing to look up. Don't look up. Chris
I
the
actually
Hedgehog,
know
man.
who Chris Chan is, bro.
Of
That's
course you
wild.
do, man. Of course.
Bro, Chris Chan, that's wild.
Oh, my God.
Yo, bro,
look at you,
that's like some old school like black breasted critic stuff, bro. That's crazy.
Of course, dude. Of course.
Oh my god. Listen, man. That would be a mistake, but if you want to cleanse your mind, you're gonna need some shock therapy, and that is some perfect shock therapy. That's the stuff that they use to like that's the stuff that they use on like tormented prisoners or shit like that. That's torture right there, all right? DeviantArt Sonic, just like whoa. Like haunting stuff. Like
None of that.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
guys, it is past midnight. Can we go and dress next?
Oh, yo,
Hey.
Man. We talk about Sonic DeviantArt at fucking 12.
Come on, man.
Okay, my bad. All right. I mean, okay, my bad. Yo, man.
Losing credibility.
Dritz or Dritz.
Chris Chan.
Yeah, Chris.
Come on, Christopher.
Oh God, that's funny.
Come on, man. Put some more shit in my name, man. Yo, Dritz, the demon. Go.
All right, number 8, right?
Yeah, number 8. Yeah.
Okay, surprisingly, I have Makino at my number 8.
Oh, neat.
Machina.
Yeah, so like for me, Makino, if you want to compare her to Dodon, she's kind of like the other adoptive parent of Luffy, or at least someone that you can compare that to Luffy. And so Luffy's my favorite character, and Ace is my third. So people who are generally close to those characters are also close to me by comparison. And after Ace's death, the combination of Makino and Dodon, every time I go to it, I tear up. And if I conclude like one non-canon part that's with canon, is the flashback scene with Makino trying to teach manners to Ace.
Mm.
That scene,
Yeah.
I cry every time watching that. So that's amazing. And basically, just for that bias, I have Makino here.
All right. Word. Actually, no, I can respect that. Because here's the thing: it's like Makino, I think is just that. You know what? No, you already said enough. All right, I'm not going any further because we do have to kind of wrap this up. So yeah, Makino number 8 makes sense. Last.
All right, so number 8, I have to put it here. She's got the looks, very complexing. I gotta put Ball Hancock, man. Number 8, it's like she's got the looks, definitely. Top 3 on looks and everything, and she's complexing where we get to see in her past, how she was treated and brought up and stuff that kind of shaped the person that she is and everything. But that's the only thing that's holding me back from pushing her higher. The fact that also she abuses animals by kicking them and stuff, that's a no. No girl walks into my house and starts abusing animals. Like, you get up out of here, man. That's ooh, none of that. But aside from that, man, she's powerful, right? She got the looks on point. Her past is very sad to look at, considering she's a kid going on adventures and stuff. Then she lost that part of her childhood afterwards, and then now it kind of shaped it warped her her ideals and how she thinks of things. And it only took until Luffy came in to kind of change that whole thing. But she's dope. But animal abusers could have gone higher.
It is. All right. Word. All right. There we go. So, Paul Hancock at number 8 for last. Commodore last. No, and I expect that. Now, number 7 for me. Yo, high, but at the same time, I love this design. I love the character. I think she's really cool. Domino. I'm putting Domino at number 7.
Hey.
Domino. Domino is
W,
nice.
man.
She nice. I'm like, yes. Like the whole look just appeals to me. The figure appeals to me. And then yeah, like Roger said, I thought I was be first, but apparently I'm never first nowadays. That bi twist, I'm like, ooh, how about your friends? If you have friends, your friends and my friends and we friends, we can get together and be like, yay, have a good time. Domino, big fan, real big fan. All right, Sunpatch, cleanse my soul, number 7.
Okay, on a completely different note, my 7 is Chiffon. I would actually put Chiffon higher. I love Chiffon.
I really like that pick, honestly.
That
I really do
is
that.
Right. That to me is so wild right there, bro. You said she fun. I was like, wait, what?
Wait, top 20 words definitely, man.
She was amazing. First of all, she's a mom. She's
oh my god. Yeah.
She's a gangster mom. She's an amazing cook.
Shout out to Capone, man.
Shout out to Capone, bro. Capone gang. We roll.
She faced all of those years against Big Mom, endured all of that hate because of Lola, and still continued on and still went back against her mom for the Straw Hats.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, what you're saying is actually right for the most part, except for maybe the gangster mom part. I don't know about gangster mom, but
hey, she made Capone's life better, man. This guy was aimlessly now he's caring about the kid.
Debatable, but okay, all right, fine. I see. Okay.
Respect
all
on
right.
Capone's wife.
Okay.
Respect on Capone's wife. Yeah, that's what I can say. Respect on Capone's wife. Fair enough. She
But Pez is an ugly ass.
But really though, top 10 though, top 10. She fun.
Wow, she was awesome this art.
Yeah, she really was, honestly.
Okay, all right, work. I feel you. My boy Roger. All right, no more Binks, right? We good, right? Number 7.
Yeah, we're good. We're good at this point. Yeah.
Okay,
So I have all the girlfriends on my list, right? I got Sabo's girlfriend on here somewhere. I got Luffy's girlfriend on here. I got all the girlfriends on here. So I had to include the girlfriend of Big News Morgan's. I had to. We got Stussy on here, of course. Stussy's got to be my number 7, man. I mean, I like everything about the. First off, I love her from the moment we saw her, where she had the Great Gatsby looking design with the daisy hat and everything. Dude, I dig that era, man. The Roaring 20s, 30s, all that kind of stuff. I love it. And I like the fact that she's in Cypher Pole. She's in Cypher Pole 0. She literally replaced Khalifa. Lucci and Kaku were like, do we bring Khalifa around or do we bring this better girl with us? And they're like, you know what? Yeah, let's add Stussy in there, man. Stussy's great. Queen of the Pleasure District. And she's not afraid to get stuff done, right? In that moment with the Tamate Bako, where Dufeld's looking in the box, and she's like, no, you're not going to get a chance to do that. And she finger pistols him, man. She's the best. Stussy's the best.
Word.
I love her. Yeah.
All right, yo, I respect that. And by the way, I need to who the hell can actually change my fucking name on Discord? You guys are crazy. What the fuck?
Yeah, check your mods, man.
Yeah, I need to check my fucking shit, bro. Yeah. Y'all tripping. King of Canada, yo, change my shit back, yo. Like, yo, what the fuck is
Yo,
garbage?
bro, Canada, yo, respect.
That is some disrespect right there. Yo, do I need to start banning people? Okay, yo, I'm about to start banning motherfuckers. Like OD hard right now, bro.
Well, if you get banned from Cole's Discord, just make sure to join Mammoth Boys. There's a link in my description, so no problem.
Yeah, so taking. All right, the stream continues. Dritz, number 7.
All right, so this might take a while because I definitely have to explain myself. So keep in
Dude.
mind, this is the totality of a character. I have Pudding at number 7. So, yeah, I know. So one of the common themes on my list is the concept of what if only X hadn't happened.
Oh, what
or
is
X
this?
had happened.
No,
So
what
here's
is
the other
this?
thing, right?
What is this insanity?
Pudding is the upper echelon of this. So Pudding to me was one of the most intriguing characters in the entire of the series by far. Upon introduction, her personality was a mystery. Some patch touched on it. Almost everyone in the community was like, "Well, what the hell is this?" Although she fell into the list of redeemed characters and misunderstood characters, the way it was done to me was entertaining because of the relationship she had with the main characters. She had a dynamic going with Sanji that was really interesting, and it made everyone wonder what's going to happen, how will they end up. Pudding met my criteria of good characters: trauma, tough life, relatability, plot relevance, and then the castle fell. And she became literally unbearable because of the redundancy of her gag with Sanji.
But yet her potential,
so it's the
alone
totality. I
brings her
love-
that high. That's wild.
Yeah, because I love pre-castle falling Pudding. She's an absolutely amazing character. Post, much like most of Whole Cake Island Post, was kind of dog shit. So here's the reason why. A lot of her dialogue between them, it was basically non-existent because every time, it's not like the joke between them was bad. It was the amount of times we saw it over and over again where instead of doing that, they could actually be characters and have a talk together. So, and the real problem with that was because how slow things were going in the plot. Much like other plot lines in that entire service with the Big Mom chasing, Katakuri fight, all of it. The overall gag of Pudding and Sanji made their final exchange lackluster, which could have been amazing. The only relevant memories of each other were before the castle fell. They didn't talk at all. So she's trash after that, but she's amazing before that. But because of her amazing before that, I have her this high.
No, okay, no. Here's the thing: it's like what Dritz says, in theory, is right, but it's all in theory. What we actually got was something that was lackluster. What we actually got was something that was mediocre.
So yeah, it's shit then,
So
but
it's
before it was really, really good.
So then, how can you ignore like the totality? Like that's like saying, yo, Naruto's all part 1. That's it. It's like, no, there's part 2.
Because compared to the rest of the characters, she has so much more to offer.
I mean, nah. I mean, okay. I can see
And she's
that
one of the
maybe.
only ones that she can actually be redeemed from this because she's definitely going to be relevant in the future.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
but
fine.
there's
You can keep Pudding. That's
there's
fine.
like 15 other female characters that are gonna have probably
Which
massive
ones?
weight. You have Jewelry Bonnie, you have Boa Hancock,
How does she
you
be
have
redeemed,
Nami,
though?
you have Robin, I mean Rebecca right now is currently in the Reverie
speak
stuff
that
doing
girl's
stuff.
name.
Vivi, come on now, bro. Like what?
No, it's literally impossible for Rebecca to be redeemed as anything other than trash.
What? Wait, but Pudding.
But Pudding can't. That's
Yes,
hey,
because
I
Pudding has
disagree
to
with
be
that.
because she can be
What?
relevant in the plot. She was relevant
So can
before.
Rebecca. What do you?
Yeah, but
Rebecca's
Rebecca was
the
so
princess
bad.
of a kingdom,
Well,
bro.
how do
What are you talking
that?
about?
Pudding has a plot line to be redeemed. What does Rebecca have?
What Rebecca? She can literally do something at the Reverie.
Yeah, but
that's
Pudding
world
woulda,
changing.
shoulda. She's not
Pudding,
going. No,
Pudding is not going to do anything world changing. I could put money on that.
yeah, but
right?
the fact is, you can reconcile her relationship with Sanji, which makes her a better character.
Yeah,
overall.
which that's fair. I'm like I said, you can have Pudding.
But
That's
that
fine.
makes her a better
But
character.
I'm just saying that's
overall?
like to say that no one else is like Rebecca isn't redeemable, but she is. Like that's kind of crazy.
But within real,
I mean, like you can make the parallels with Rebecca and Kiros and how that all panned out. I mean, the only relevance here is that Sanji's an actual main character, while Kiros is not.
yeah, and that's what makes it more important.
all right.
You all like Lola Bunny.
Your
That's
list.
crazy.
Get Lola out of here, bro. Okay. Enough bunnies. Too many bunnies. Pudding. I'm surprised that Dritz. I thought that Pudding would never be on this guy's list ever, but I was wrong.
Well, to be fair, you thought he was Froob before, so.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I thought that he was just a Zoro fanboy, like everybody else is. But okay, fair enough. But at least I know that he has, some common sense. Not, Zoro cuts. Oh, all right, okay. Laz, Seven.
Yeah, but respect on my boy. But
No,
number
I
seven,
respect it. I respect it. I do. No doubt.
yeah, number seven, I gotta go with another pink hair goddess, and it may not be the one you be
Damn.
thinking about because I'll be for later on, but I gotta go with Reiju. Like for me, like I really love her looks. Like she just has that like attention. Like as soon as you see her like walk right by you, like you have that attention on her. Her power, like her Delphi power, like the poison, how she was like absorbing and stuff. I think is really cool to have and stuff, especially if you're going to like battles where like let's say for example finding like a Caesar clown uses like his gas and stuff or whatever, and she's able to select that out. Like that's convenient as hell to have. But I think with her, it's like what I love about her is like her upbringing because I feel like that's something that like doesn't get enough attention in terms of her because it's like her brothers had to follow a life of like the life of like being warriors under judge and everything, and she's that girl that every time she looks over her shoulder she wonders like what would my life have been if I had made my own decisions, I was able to do my own things, and yet she was never able to have that kind of thing because of her heritage always holding her down. And then seeing that Sanji was able to do all the things that she would have wanted to do had she had that freedom, it makes you feel for that girl because it's like especially if you're a kid yourself, if your parents want you to do a certain thing a certain way but you want to be your own person. Reiju was never gifted that at all, and you see like a lot of the traits of her mom and stuff within her, and then it shows that like now in the present time how she's treating Sanji. She does care for him but she doesn't want to be a part of that abuse, and that's the complexity with that where it's like you want to fit in but you don't want, but it doesn't fit with what you believe in, and there's always that battle with yourself after. So I really do love that little dynamic though with Reiju. So she's my number 7.
There you go. Word. I respect that. I respect that a lot. I do. Reiju should be top 10 always, no doubt. And I respect that. All right, cool. So we are the top 6 right now. And by the way, just a brief announcement. Canada, whatever you're doing on Discord, stop. Stop. All right. That means mainly you, Doc Diablo. Stop. All right. Otherwise, we're just gonna make it again. It will be a pure American server, just straight up.
Hey, whoever has control of that Discord, put a Canadian flag next to my name.
No.
Nice.
Oh. All right. Okay. So, number 6 for me, right? Actually, let me go on this real quick. So, oh yeah. All right. So, number 6 for me is Gert. Oh my God, bro. Yo. Yes. It's over. Listen, if you forgot, Girth, we won't call her, is a member of Hydruden's crew. Giant that looks like Nami. Here's the thing. She looks like Nami, right? But she's pure. Because she's just introduced the story. We see how nice she is in the flashback, from that sense. But like in real time, we just see it the first time. She's a giant. Extra thick on like everything. I ain't gonna go. And she's a doctor? Oh, doctor, please. I have injuries everywhere, please. I need medical attention. Oh my God. Gert. Design's really cool, definitely. Gert. I'm fanboying over Gert too much. Gert is number 6 for, I think, the most obvious reasons in the goddamn world. Top 10, definitely, yes.
And Haruju might be smashing it.
Yo.
Oh, he definitely is. She had a crush on him in the flashback.
The man
Definitely
knows.
is.
The man knows. He
Hey,
knows.
that kid end of series is gonna be powerful, man.
No, that kid's gonna be a god, bro. Yeah.
Hey, I'll be the ruler of Elbaf.
Yo, Garrett is high as all hell, bro. That's right. Listen, I know some chat. Get the tripping. Y'all tripping.
No.
Y'all
I like that
tripping.
pick.
No,
There
that's
you
a
go.
good pick. I wouldn't have put her top 5 or top 6,
She's
but
top
I
6?
also definitely would have put her over Peach Rabbit on my list. I'm looking at my list right now. I'm like, I probably would have put Peach Rabbit on there. I probably would have moved Isuka up 1. But at this point, there's
Yeah.
nothing I could do about it. But yeah, man, Girth
Yeah.
is an excellent choice.
Yeah.
I like her.
Garrett, yeah.
Good choice. I can't believe I forgot
all
her, man.
subhumans banned, but long legs and giants. Exactly. All right. I'm gonna hold this W. I'm gonna hold this W hard. Okay. Yo, Sun Patch, cleanse my soul, please. Number 6.
Number 6 for me was Reiju.
Oh, nice.
Pretty much every reason that Laz
Reiju.
said, but also because of her relationship with Sanji. Like, Sanji needed someone so badly that arc, and then it wasn't Pudding. And then it ended up being Reiju.
Yeah.
Well, Reiju and Luffy, to be fair.
Yeah, obviously. But
From
like,
a girl perspective, though, like she was that person, like
Yeah, like I really loved how she ended up actually being the one even to tell Sanji to kind of relate to what was even up with their family and why it was as messed up as it was. And even with that, she fought through it and like she still tried to help Sanji as much as she could. And I really really liked her relationship with Sanji.
Word.
Like that helped a lot. But again, for like everything else that Laz said on top of it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's right there. No doubt. All right, Roger, number 6.
All right, this is the last animal. I promise. I promise. This is the last animal.
I
I promise.
You know,
a chopper?
like you know.
Wow. No,
Wait, did he? Well, I was saying like, yeah,
So this
savage.
technically, this is an
Oh, wait,
animal.
but hold on. I can see. Yeah, you know I'm mainly just trolling with that, with the fisherman. The mink, not really, but the fisherman, yeah, it's fine.
No, it's fine. That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
This is also again technically not an animal. It's a character that has one aspect of her that is technically from an animal. That's Monet, man. Monet,
Oh, okay.
just missing my top 5. But I mean, I adore Monet. I mean, yeah, does she have chicken legs? Yeah. Does she have like the giant bird
Still
wings?
hot.
Sure, it doesn't matter. She's still hot. She
can put 'em away, though.
Dude, she can put it away. She's extraordinarily intelligent. We got to see everything that happened in Punk Hazard. She had that motherly instinct at the same time. She was deceiving people. She's got like that two-faced quality that for whatever reason I'm super attracted to. Just with that character, not with all the characters in the series. Obviously, Pudding would be on my list if that was the case. But man, I love everything about Monet. I love her devil fruit power. I want to see the devil fruit power come back at some point. I'm honestly really surprised more people have not listed Monet in their top 10. She is fantastic to me. And yeah, I mean, she's probably dead at this point, but I sure hope she's not dead. So Monet,
Word.
number
There
6.
you go. And by the way, real quick, before we go over to Dritz, Strat, donating $5 says, this guy put Pudding over Viola. Dritz, hold this major L.
Suck my dick.
Hey.
All right, Dritz, hit him. Who's your number
All right,
6?
yeah, so my number 6 is Bellemare, actually.
Yay, yo,
So-
Bellumaire, bro.
Yeah, so for all the reasons that you would have put Mothers up here, except aesthetically, this is something I'm going to lean towards too. She's totally my type because she has that punky tomboy look, and she's fiery, strong.
That's your type?
And, you know, yeah,
The
hell
punky
yeah.
tomboy look?
I need the right amount of attitude. She checks herself, but she checks me too. That's my kind of girl.
Hey.
Bellemare.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. I see you. Bellumaire, oh, God. Okay, the punky... Like, that's surprising, but okay. All right, fair enough. All right, I got you. So now we know. All right, Laz, hit me.
All right. So number 6. So from 6 onwards, man, it comes down to my like personal favorites and the ones I have a connection to. And this one was so tough because I really want her to be in the top 5, but I gotta go with Vivi at number 6. Like it's tough because it's like, to me, it's like she has such a very likable personality. She's brave and determined to succeed. You know, like before the time skip, she was always afraid of going on adventures and stuff because she didn't know like what to expect or like, you know, what to kind of like, you know, as someone who has never traveled before, like how to be able to deal in those kind of situations. Now she's like, if there's a chance there's a boat at the dock, she's willing to go on adventures. And any girl that likes to go on adventures, put her on my ship, man. Kind, full of courage. You know, even though she knows that there's gonna be tough times coming towards her, she's always gonna keep on going and stick with the fight. And you know, the stuff that she had in Alabasta, where she was trying to get her people to kind of like, you know, gather together and stop, you know, the violence and everything. For her to still do that, taking a bullet to the arm and still proceed to do that. And then, of course, like everything with her connection to the Straw Hats and stuff. And then one of my all-time favorite moments in the series, her throwing up the X and saying, "If you come back, are we still gonna be friends?" That weight. That
That's
weight.
a good description,
execute-
man. That's a good description.
Yeah.
Straight up, yeah. That was thorough, very thorough. Good shit, man.
Yeah.
All right, good shit. Vivi number 6 on the last list.
Yeah.
How about that? All right, cool. Yo, number 5 for the Kingu. Baccarat. Baccarat. Number 6. Number 5 for me. She's top 5. How to do it. Yeah. Do I need to say why? I don't think I need to see why.
Nah, we're good.
Nah, you
We're
good.
good. I think we're good. All right, yeah. Number 5, Baccarat for me. Just. Yo. When I saw her, I'm like, yo, I fuck with this OD. The powers are awesome. The design is the real killer. The design for me was... Yeah, man. Yeah. Too good. All right, moving on. Snuff Patch. Cleanse my soul.
So my number 5 is Koala. For like all the reasons stated before, obviously she's strong. She has an amazing personality. She has an amazing backstory. But like y'all were saying that like she's been more so shown to be like kind of a Sabo fangirl, but I identify with that a lot.
There it
So I'm
is.
considered number 5.
There it is. Good stuff. All right, Sabo fangirls uniting, strong. A lot
Yep.
higher than I think Dritz had the quad like low. All right, well, that's fine. No,
Yeah, she's
then again,
like a low
I
teens.
had it low too. So
Not so much a Sabo fangirl, so much as she is really just there to keep him in line.
right.
He's kind of like his mom, more so.
Oh God! All right, Roger, number 5.
Yeah, so I saw you named Baccarat as your number 5, but I was actually gone because I was trying to queue up my choice for number 5. So excellent choice on Baccarat. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this, but hopefully this will give a good clue as to who my number 5
Oh,
is.
what's the tie situation now? Okay,
Wanda?
that's over, bro. Viola. I haven't fucking say it yet. My nigga.
Good man, good man.
Good man. That's a good man right there. That's gonna be. Yo, Dritz, I want to skip you, bro. Like, come on, bro. How you gonna like, bro? Come on,
You want
bro.
to fight?
Yeah, I do want to fight, yo. I do. I really do. I can put Viola 18, bro. Disrespectful right there.
I
Viola
respect
number
you
5.
putting her higher. It's cool.
All
man.
right. Dritz,
mad.
go. Dritz, go. Come on, let's go.
My number 5 is Vivi.
Bro.
For all the reasons Laz
Respect
said,
that.
and just as like a short kind of thing, a lot of people hate Vivi more so because of the anime than the manga. Because Vivi's voice actor is kind of the reason people didn't like Vivi as much.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like watching Dressrosa in the anime is literally unbearable. But if you read it, it's actually not that bad. Same thing with Vivi. Vivi should be a lot higher, I think, just based off of only her manga.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because it's like with the anime, I feel like, to counter at that, it's like her voice like really captures that personality. Like, yeah, she's gonna seem squeaky, kind of like, annoying in that sense of the voice, but it does really capture like the kind of person that she is. Like, she wants to be able to help out people, do all these things, and like that voice just kind of fits with, I guess, like her ideals and that personality.
Word. Honestly, because like Vivi, I think it's just okay. You know what?
Are we talking about the English or the Japanese voice?
The English, I think, has a bit of an issue, especially when it comes to 4Kids. It's like fucking Christ. But at the same token, I don't necessarily blame it on them, considering that it was 4Kids and the 4Kids
Funimation was nice though.
Yeah, but Funimation was. But I watched it first on 4Kids.
Right. Oh, okay, then yeah. That makes
Oh,
sense.
like it was whoa. But yeah, no, Vivi, I think that voice acting is an issue in and of itself. But again, when you read the manga, there's no voice to kind of back it up. But like it's your own imagination.
Yeah.
It's great. It's honestly great stuff right there. Last, you're next.
All right, so number 5. All right, man. I had to put respect on the dead characters, and one that I used to not be a fan of Fishman Island, but now after rereading this, the arc like a good like 4 times, and then I really hope her daughter does big things in the series.
Big things.
In Shirahoshi, and that is Orohime.
There.
Otohime.
Or he may say, what the hell? Wrong series, bro.
Queen.
No,
Yeah,
no,
Queen.
yeah.
Kurosaki-kun.
Otohime.
Oh!
Queen, man.
That's
Queen. Queen.
Queen.
Otohime,
Okay,
man.
okay. I get it, man. Queen.
Yeah.
Queen.
But
baby,
yeah,
Queen.
she's very open-minded, to trying her, she tried her best like to promote peace between like the fishmen and humans.
Right.
And like we were saying before that like her impact was only felt recently with like the stuff with Misogar, Don Quixote Misogar, the dude's name. But I felt like that but I feel like that impact was actually felt already in Fishman Island with the stuff with Luffy, because they walked into Fishman Island, nobody was cool like with each other really. It was fishmen and humans had that bad stereotype with them. And then eventually it took that moment with Jinbei giving his blood to Luffy, and then going back to what all the foundation and everything that Otohime had pretty much like set up to have that one day there's gonna be peace between these two races. And that moment there was because of everything she had done. She's literally like almost like the Rosa Parks or Mother Teresa kind of thing, like kind of vibe that she gives. And everything she set up from there was really like came to fruition in like Fishman Island, and all the stuff now we're seeing is because it's carrying off from there. And like she, again, a loving mother, she doesn't doesn't embrace hate. She took a bullet from Hody Jones, and she said she would still not hate him because it would ruin everything that she like built up from the ground up. So shout out to Queen Otohime, man.
Big shout out, no doubt. For Queen Otohime. She's honestly, I think, from a past character standpoint, I think she's the strongest out of all the female characters we've seen. Like she's just so
definitely.
good. She's so good. Yeah. All right. So for me, number 4 is Vivi. That's I don't think I need to say any more on Vivi. I think but I'll say it personally. I think Vivi, is when you look at all the cast of characters that has always teamed up with the Stray crew, then I kind of go with them. So whether it's Momonosuke or it's Kanjiro or you know, like all of them. I think Vivi has been my favorite by far. I think she's I think awesome. Like when you look at her character growth when she first hopped on the crew, when she was an enemy, riding Karoo around with her little pinky attack, and then like just to get that out of here, she joins in because she has to. And then how we see her be a big role in helping them out when they're in Drum Island, and then later on in Alabasta, like the emotions. Even though the anime I think had issues, because honestly there was a lot of filler stuff in the anime too that kind of was really like it took away from a lot of those impact moments. But at the same token, I still love that moment where Luffy has to, like, one of Luffy's best moments where he's like, oh, listen, like, we have to be realistic here. Like, we can't save everybody. Like, it's not happening. But you can see that Vivi really wants to try her best because that's her countryman, and she's built so hard for this. And then Luffy and her actually have a fight. like Vivi, I think is too good of a character not to put her in the top 5 of One Piece. So, or One Piece females to be more specific.
Facts.
So definitely Vivi, number 4 for me. I think she definitely deserves that as a character. She's such a good character, and honestly, I really want her to join the crew. I was kind of sad. I was actually really sad when she didn't join the crew, but it is what it is. She's back now. She has a much bigger role in the story, and now Emu is Hawkeye now. Like, come on, like it's over. Vivi top 4. All right, Sunpatch, hit me.
I don't think y'all give Nami enough credit. Because I know, like y'all, I know she can be annoying. But first of all, she actually is strong, especially with that Zeus upgrade as of late. She, next to Robin, has probably by far like the most traumatic backstory. Like, she had, first of all, she was an orphan, then she was adopted by Bellemere, had her adopted mother shot in front of her very eyes, and then was taken by this pirate crew who shot her mother, and she worked for them for her entire childhood. She didn't have a childhood, and because she was such a genius, worked trying to save her entire island. Like, yeah, she's greedy, but like that's how she survived as a kid. If she didn't have money, then she wasn't going to live, and neither was her island. Like, that was how she got by, trying to protect herself and trying to protect everyone she loved. And she took the island's hate for it too. Like, the island pretended like they didn't know, even though they did. So they she was basically isolated from everyone she loved as well while she tried to save them. And she manages to be a very cheerful character at the same time. Like, she's come through a lot. She's a great character.
All right, I mean, listen, man, she's on the top 18, so like I don't think we're all dissing her from that, but
No, yeah, I think we all.
yeah.
include her.
It's like, again, like, you know, there are certain quality traits where I think a lot of us can be like, yo.
I was just defending why I put her.
Yeah, no, it makes sense to me. I mean, again, Nami makes more sense than truth be told pudding, but hey, here we are. All right. No offense. I'm just saying. But Dritz already knows. All right, it is what it is. Roger, my boy, number 4.
Germa. I gotta go with Poison Pink Reiju. Naturally, she's gotta be in the top 5. Easy top 5. Anybody doesn't put her in top 5, I don't know what's going on with you, man. Poison Pink Reiju, for all the reasons you guys have brought up earlier. I mean, just like, she is a great character. She's easily the best Vinsmoke in terms of the new characters in Sanji's family that were introduced. She's sexy as all hell. I mean, Poison Pink Beiju. What can you say, man? She's easy top 5. I can't wait to see more of her in the future. I really do hope that she makes it out of that situation on Whole Cake Island alive, because, I mean, she's the best. She's the best.
Big
Reiju.
W's. Big
Claude
W's.
needs her, man. Claude needs
Poison
her.
Pink, absolutely. All right, Dritz, who do you got?
All right, so 4, I have Nojiko. So for me, she's obviously a good sister, but like the main focus I told you
Nami's
before,
sister?
what my
Nojiko. I forgot. Okay,
yeah,
wait,
Nojiko.
wait.
Yeah, Nojiko. I told you, like, one of my things is, as far as like, especially post time skip Nojiko, I feel like debatably she's the most attractive person in the verse. For me personally, that's my aesthetic appeal.
Yeah.
So she's like crazy hot for me. Like, the tattoos just make her look like erotic.
Anything tomboyish, right?
Basically, yeah, that's my shit.
Okay, that's your shit. Okay, fair enough. Nojiko is number 4 for Dritz, and my boy Commodore Lass. What you got?
All right, so we've been talking about the Arlong Park arc a bit with Nami and with Nojiko, but we gotta talk about the woman that raised her, man. All those 2 girls, and I gotta go with Bellemere as my number 4 for all the reasons I stated before. But I think for me, it's like when I read One Piece, it's like any character that I can connect to from a real life perspective, they have my attention right away. And Bellamere reminded me a lot of my own mom in terms of like, she wished she could do the best she could for her kids, but like, she didn't have the money or doing this and that. But that's what, like I always would appreciate, like, them doing everything they can to make sure that their kid's life is the best they possibly can. And just like seeing that whole thing, with Nochiko being like the older sibling, myself being the older sibling, I got like the first class stuff. Sometimes my brothers got the hand-me-downs and stuff. And then it's like, instead of like the Nami perspective where like, they're upset and they hate it, they like that, they respect that and stuff because they know that their mom is doing their best to guide them in life, be able to put a roof over their head, all that kind of stuff. And how she went out, man, it always rips my heart because it's like she didn't have to tell Arlong about them being her kids, but it's like, but they're like my kids, like I'm their mother. Why would I not like say to them like that those are my kids, Shout out to Bellamere, man. That's the mother of the year. Like if we're giving mother of the year awards, man, mother of the year for me.
There we go. Word. Nice. Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. All right. Bellamere honestly is a really good character. And before we get on to the top 3, I want to get to some of the donos we just got. Now, this guy donated $10 for his own mock list, so I guess I can just go to that really quickly. Bradley over here, like his 18 were Victory, were Victory, Cindery, like I think the one chick from Thriller Bark, the zombie. Monet, Hina, Monette, Perona, Baby 5, Boa Hancock, Scarlet. Who was that?
Scarlet being Rebecca's mom.
Oh yeah, I forgot about.
Oh come on, dude! How did you forget that one?
I forgot
Shout
about
out to Scarlet, man.
Yeah, shout out to Scarlet. Yeah. I forgot about Scarlet. Yeah. Whatever.
The better version for
Rebecca's mom, automatically not top 18. Boa, Sunder Sonia. Bobblehead? Really? Okay, all right. Tashigi, Reiju, Julie, Bonnie, Charlotte, Galette? Charlotte Galette?
Oh, Galette's a good choice actually too. I like.
Oh
Galette.
wait, the one with the
powers.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's
a good choice. Good choice.
She
did more than Smoothie last arc, so I'll tell you that much.
And then he has a name I can't pronounce. So I think he's Marguerite or something like that. I think he mispronounced it, misspelled it. And then we have Robin, then Nami's number 1. All right, false on Nami number 1, but okay, I feel you. But Nami, okay, fine, friend. Top 18 regardless. So that's his list really quickly. And then we have Skitch. He donates $2 and says, "I love Bellamere. She's like my own mom." All right, cool. Like again, like Bellamere, I think everyone just likes her as a character. We have to respect her.
Of course.
Because again, like all of the females that were in the past, most of them, I should say, whether it's Sandy's mom, Robin's mom, Rebecca's mom, Ace's mom, like they have so much weight. Like it's kind of like
Pez's mom, like
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I just had to throw it in there.
Bro, okay. But no, like, they're all really awesome characters, all right, for the most part. Well, again, Rebecca's mom, issues. Okay, so let's go then to the top 3. And my top 3, I mean, this is easy. All right, this is just cakewalk. Number 3, for me, the sexiest figure in the verse, by far, Viola. Without question.
Nice.
Without pause. Without hesitation.
Respect.
I don't have to say a single word. Viola. Respect that. All right? The only girl that actually has rear. Like, what? As a black man, what? Like, you have my attention, OD.
So you're wait. You're saying you don't like what's her name? Katakuri's sister?
Oh, Gillette?
Flampe.
Oh, no. Stop. All right, Sunpatch. Cleanse us. Please, cleanse us all. Damn it. What the hell was that?
Viola is also my number 3.
Nice. Good.
Yo, Dritz, get out of here, bro. I'm tired of it.
I'm happy. Everybody's got on the top 5. I'm so happy. Good.
Tired of Dritz, bro.
Good.
Yeah, she's hot. I'll give you that. But also, she went undercover. She gave up her rights. She gave up her freedom to serve Doflamingo, who was the man who took over her entire country, and at the same time went undercover and still worked with the Tontadas, trying to overthrow Doflamingo from the inside for her entire life. Like,
You have to respect her, bro.
she's a boss character. That and her Devil Fruit is just really good. I mean, her Devil Fruit is really.
She can literally see the entirety of the United States of America with her powers, bro.
It's
And
amazing.
then some. It's like, come on, bro. It's like she's such a useful character. I mean, yeah, she took the fact when Don Thingo first did what he did, she tried to take them out. And then, listen, like from jump, you have to respect her. But again, if she's bland and boring and stale, And if that's how folks perceive her, then it is what it is. But I think you're crazy. Like, no offense, Driss, but I think you're absolutely
I addressed every concern that you had, so.
You did, but I think in a way that doesn't completely.
Well, it's just a difference in how we view things. That's
yeah,
it. I mean,
exactly.
Fine, you can have her up there. It's not like I'm
yeah,
mad.
no. Yeah. I got you. I feel you. But again, for me, like, for one, like Viola being down there is one thing for you, but the pudding thing, holy shit, bro. All right, Roger, talk to me.
All right, I was going back and forth between Reiju and this character as my number 3, and ultimately I thought about what this character has done in the story, and I think about what this character could potentially do in the future now that we have the setup with the Reverie. I got to go with Vivi. I got to go with the potential future head of the Nefertari. Oh, it's not potential. I mean, she's going to eventually head up the family, man. It's got to be Vivi. I just think everything about her character post-time skip has appealed to me. I love her post-time skip look. I love her post-time skip design. And for as much as I'm not really a huge fan of the Alabasta arc, I did always like Vivi as a character. And yeah, I was also kind of bummed when she didn't end up joining the crew. So I have to put Vivi. I have to. She's an easy top 3 for me. It was just, again, going back and forth between, do I put in a character for story reasons or do I put in a character because I think she's sexy? And if that was the case, I would have put in Reijo. But if it's not, I have to put in Vivi. I mean, Vivi's got to be number 3. Yeah, has to be.
My boy Dritz, the demon, the monster, the devil.
Yeah, so I'm surprised I'm the only one I think that's gonna do this, but Boa is my number 3. Like I thought this was gonna be like a standard thing, but I'm good to be different, I guess. So like I don't know. There are problems with Boa, but out of almost all of the females, Boa, it's okay. So she has the backstory, right? That kind of lifts her up alongside the other top tier girls. She kind of has, as I said before, she's a good character, trauma, tough life, relatability, plot relevance. She does have a downside. Yeah, that's true. But so do a lot of the characters. And like, if you're just going to go just based off of looks, I will put her up there with anyone in looks, and then plus she has character. So yeah, I mean, in the future, I kind of see her falling off for what we got out of her. I think it was a lot.
I think it's respectable, honestly. I think it is respectable.
So I'll say this. So Dritz, so if you end up getting a pet with Boa, right, and she kicks it, what are you doing?
The pet's getting kicked all day. No, like here's the thing, right? It's not just about like, oh, what I know. That's like that makes her different as well, right? It's not all about just being the kind.
Yeah, but is it different in a good way or in a bad way? I mean,
I think it's in a good way.
Well, in Laz's case,
because
like you kind of animals, like you're different. Yeah, but you're different.
My girl kicks up pen, she's going in the river, buddy.
Yeah, but like the thing is, for me, she's kind of like the ice queen stereotype, and that's always been somewhat attractive to me. So,
did you say animal abuse is a good thing?
If Boa wants it, I want it.
Yo, Dritz, like I'm
no,
sorry.
just trolling. Obviously, that was a troll.
I know. Okay, because first it's the tomboys, now it's the ice queens. I'm like, I don't know, Dritz. Like this, I don't know, bro. Like I don't know, man. But to each their own. But again, it's like, yeah, for me, like I'm not big into animals, but at the same time, it's like, if I had a dog, would I want her to like get the fuck out of my way, punting the dog? Like, nah, bitch, get the fuck.
Like you act like that's the major defining feature of
Yo,
Boa.
if I have
her personality is annoying, but that's just on me anyways.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, come on, like, if
yeah, but her personality had a reason behind why she was like that.
Yeah, true, I get that, but I'm saying, like, for me, like, just for my thing, like, I wouldn't, like, again, she doesn't appeal to me in that sense. But body,
that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no problem. Just saying.
Yeah. That's fine.
Just keep it clean.
Yeah. All right, last top 2. Let's go.
Number 3.
Number 3. Yeah, number 3. Yeah.
All right, so number 3. Now it's coming down to just personal favorites and stuff. And we talked about Bellemere. Talked about the foundation, that foundation being Nami. And Nami, for me, like, for all the reasons that were stated prior and stuff, what Sunpatch was saying, and the little thing I want to add to is that, like, in terms of like the fighting abilities that all the female characters have, she has my favorite when it comes to using the climb attack. Like, for someone to utilize the weather as their ability, like, bruh, Zeus, now that she has in her possession, like, yo, she gotta level up, man. She ate the rare candy that you found in Route 45. She's about to go in, man. Like, it's gonna be crazy. Like, I can't wait. She's about to evolve, and she's gonna be crazy after in Wano. But shout out to Nami, man.
Shout out to Nami. Okay, fair enough.
Shout out to that Pokemon reference, man. That was really good.
That was really good.
I figured you'd go for like the missing gnome route, but okay, I got you, bro. I got you.
Oh, well, it was there, but nah.
Yeah, nothing. No, that's worth that, no doubt. All right, number 2. For me, it's without question, Beiju. It's Reiju. She's so, of course, she is, I think, a phenomenal character. Honestly, the fact that she's a part of this unit that is Power Ranger based, and I love Power Rangers. For me, my favorite was Turbo. I know it is what it is, but I don't care. Listen, I love Reiju's character design as a whole. Her abilities of poison manipulation, how she saved Luffy from that, and the fact that she, as a character, was willing to make that ultimate sacrifice for the behest of her little brother, and knowing that she had committed a lot of crimes, and she had to pay for those crimes, was willing to do that, and how she saved Sanji in the past, and how. I mean, I think I don't need to go any further because I'm trying to think of different things that you guys said, but you guys covered Reiju a lot. So, well, no, there is one last thing to be fair. That's the suck. Oh.
To be clear, you're spelling that. To be clear, you're spelling that SUCC, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no,
Excellent.
Yeah,
All right.
excellent. Of course,
Making
of course,
sure,
man.
making
Very,
sure.
very important. It's a part of life. It's like it's like drinking water. Like drinking water, taking a shower, walking suck. Like it's like it's like oxygen.
That's a nice way to put it.
Exactly. You just need it in your life, bro. And Reiju is someone you just need in your life, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Sunpatch, please cleanse my soul.
Y'all live in an interesting world.
Yeah. We do. I think.
No, my number 2, and y'all have I think they've all covered her now, is Vivi. I actually loved Alabasta.
Oh, yeah.
Alabasta was a great arc for me.
Yeah, I liked them, man.
But
I
Vivi,
say it honestly, she's kind of amazing, but
y'all have covered her well. I just loved her as a character. I
Yeah,
thought
I
she
love
had
her,
great character development. I thought she was interesting from the start and how she went undercover again to save her kingdom, save her father. She's great. I love her.
nice.
Number 2.
Roger.
I mean, it's salty if we don't all
never
have number 1.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. No. Listen, I'm seeing a certain character we haven't seen yet on the list, and I'm like, yo, some number 1s. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I have a feeling everybody's number 1's.
Oh, okay, Roger.
Yeah,
hit
I
me.
have a feeling.
Roger, hit me. Who do you have number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my number 2, anybody who subscribes to my channel knows that this is going to be my number 2. And this is my personal favorite character in the whole series. I just have always really liked this girl. But I cannot put her number 1 over my current number 1. I can't do it. Even though I think my current number 1 is sexier than this girl, I think the current number 1 is a better character. But again, this is one of my personal favorite characters. I've got to go with Koala. Koala has to be my number 2.
Yeah.
I am a massive fan of the Revolutionary Army. I like her relationship with Sabo. She keeps him in check. I love her backstory in Fishman Island. Not only was it tragic, but I also thought it was an enjoyable read, and seeing how she interacted with Arlong and all the other fishermen like Fisher Tiger and Jimbei. To me, Koala is the down-to-earth girl that grew up, in maybe a rough and tumble neighborhood, but ultimately overcame everything. And I think that's really admirable. And man, I love Koala, man. I really, really do. Koala's the best.
I'm so happy I knew that one was coming.
Oh yeah, it had to be. I mean, I couldn't put her number 1. I couldn't because there's been so much of the character, but I love the hell out of Koala. Yeah.
Koala. Okay, there we go. So Koala is on Rogers' list for number 2. Number 2 for Dredge. Hit me. Let's go.
Obviously, Robin for me. Yeah, for sure.
Obviously.
Okay. I
Yeah,
mean, obviously. I mean,
Yeah. So like, I'm just gonna explain. So here's the reasons why I like Robin, and here are the reasons why she wouldn't be number 1 for me. So reasons I like Robin. I feel like it's objective. She has the best backstory of anyone in the story. Like for me, I can go and watch the entirety of Robin's flashback like over and over and over again, and I will still get the same amount of feels. I remember because I have a certain sentimental attachment to the "Are you my mom?" Line from Robin to Olvia. My heartstrings literally just pull and tug every time I hear that. Robin's a really dynamic character, and her dream, out of all the Straw Hats, is the one most correlated to Luffy being the Pirate King. So her importance is there, for sure. And she was introduced as an assassin, and then, well, what happened to her is kind of what happens to every non-trigger Straw Hat, which is her introductory arc, or the arc where she has her major problem, is insanely good, and then she kind of just becomes absorbed into the crew. And she becomes less of an individual, and then more of a gag. And Robin suffers from this post-time skip. Where Robin, while she's not annoying or anything, she's definitely less there in the crew anymore. She's more of like a foo person. She'll be relevant whenever poneglyphs are relevant, but outside of poneglyphs, Robin's really hard to find in the plot. She doesn't interact well with the characters or much at all for the most part.
Wait, what? I gotta stop you right there. What in God's name is a foo person?
That's what Robin does.
I need to know. I need to know what that means.
You know, you've never heard the
Define that.
Japanese laugh foo.
Well, yeah, of course, but it's like,
course I
it's
have,
like
but how-
that's
no.
Robin, like right now.
Yeah,
like,
Robin
really?
does that all the time. Read.
Of course
All
we
right.
read, but like you're making
Well,
sure that that's
no.
her only character type. It's
No,
like
all
the
that was
characters
an
have these
exaggeration, but the
traits.
fact is she does that a lot.
She
She
has.
says
she-
Robin is the type of
she had
character
that pre-time skip.
she's not
Hold on, what the
actually
fuck?
active within the conversation. She observes it from the back and just laughs and does her little giggle.
Wait a second. She hasn't even been in the story for like the past.
We have 6 arcs of the New World.
years. Like we haven't seen a
Of
lot.
which-
We haven't seen her for 2 years, but we saw her for all of the years before that post-time skip. And the fact remains, it's like, this is the thing, right? It's not Robin's fault for this, because Oda has culpability as a writer, because he chooses when and what to do with the characters. So it's not Robin's flaw with it, but it's Oda's writing, and that has to play a factor into how you view characters.
I don't see how you can say that after just
I've
Rosa.
never
which
heard.
makes sense
I've
to me.
never heard foo as an adjective. That just blew my mind.
No, it's a laugh.
Like, oh, I understand it's a laugh, but I'm saying hearing you describe it as an adjective, that she is now a foo person, as in the person who
that's
does that.
because-
It's like, what?
Because the meaning behind
No,
that
no,
is the
no,
fact
no,
that
no,
Robin
no.
isn't actually active within the crew.
No,
I
wait,
understand.
wait, no,
I understand what
wait,
you're
hold on.
saying.
No,
I
no,
get
wait.
it.
I can see what he's saying if it's Punk Hazard, but I can't see how that applies to just Rosa in the slightest.
No, at all.
Not
Not at
even
all
remotely in the
with
slightest in
Rosa,
just
yeah.
Rosa.
She was a
And
joke in Dressrosa. What are you talking
What do you?
about?
What the?
What?
Wait,
Yes.
what?
Because you know what Robin was used for in Dressrosa? Fan service, and that's it.
Dude, she stopped Hakuba, bro. What are you talking about?
It's about protecting Rebecca.
This
and
is
things-
wild.
Yes,
bro.
that was a nice part. I agree.
Stopping
Aside from that,
Cavendish,
the
man.
the major part was basically her
Not only
getting
that,
her
but also-
boobs crawled upon by Tontadas.
Literally protecting her from Diamante as Kiro. I mean, not even like the whole thing with Diamante happened with Rebecca and Robin first, and then in came Kiros, and so he had to defend Kiros' daughter for the entire time.
Yes, and that's the only thing
And
Robin
then-
does, right?
No, of course not. But what
Yeah,
I'm saying is
but
that
my argument is that Robin's role is restricted. She has so much more. She has so much potential to be better. but
okay,
she's
but
not.
no. But you're saying that she's literally like a backstage character, like she's
Yeah,
fucking
A
Hinata
lot of
from
the Straw
Naruto.
Hats are. What are you talking about?
No.
Yeah, okay, look, here's the thing. What's the purpose of the post-time skip?
Okay, listen. The purpose of the time skip is continuing the
Yeah,
story.
what
do you
has
mean?
been prevalent throughout the post-time skip over anything else?
I mean, there's a lot.
The
so,
fact
like,
that
you have
it's
to be more
not
specific
the
here.
crew-centric, it's Luffy-centric. Because pre-time skip, it was
That
about
really
the
only
crew.
applies to the fight so
Post-time
far.
skip, it's about Luffy and the allies Luffy is gaining more so than his crew. Because the first part of the time, like before time skip, was getting the crew. Second part is about doing something with other people. That's
I think
why the crew
that's
is
kinda cra-
relegated.
I mean, last arc was the Sanji arc. This arc is going to be the
Yeah,
Zoro
and the
arc.
crew's
Like,
relegated.
right, but the crew. I don't understand what you're saying. Like I get what you're saying
Yeah, but
from
the
the
point is,
aspect
like,
of she's been in the background a little more. I get
Yeah,
that. I understand that.
more background
but then
than she is normally used to, because prior in the pre-time skip where she was amazing, undoubtedly awesome, but post-time skip there was nowhere near the same amount of activity.
Post time skip, it was supposed to be growth for everyone.
hold on a
Everyone got better. Do you not?
It's not about getting better; it's about being active within the narrative, and they are definitely not that active within the narrative compared to the people that are going to
hold on.
each other.
Okay, so then this is where I kind of get confused. So when you get Fishman Island, where like it's kind of like a whole group culmination thing, where it's like everybody doing their own different thing,
Yes.
but then setting up something great in the story. Then you have Punk Hazard, and then Punk Hazard kind of dives into the whole aspect of, okay, so what's happening outside where of allies, in that sense of, so in the case you have law, then you have like forces like Smoker reach into the story. We have the effect of the world. We have the effects of the admirals on this island. We have Caesar Clown to the story, who's a major player now, and in various ways, and he kind of follows him around in various ways, and so on and so forth. But when it comes to the crew perspective, what not even like Luffy had, like let's say, aside from Law and Luffy connecting, from the standpoint of that, it's okay. Zoro, Yeti, Cool Brothers, and then we don't see him until Monet and Company. Shine. I mean, I don't go through the entire list here, but all the Straw Hats, with the exception of maybe Luffy, are kind of like not that prominent in Punk Hazard, if you see what I'm saying here, because that's supposed to be built on something bigger than just the crew. That's what
Yes,
Punk Hazard
you're
kind of
proving my
dives on that. Yeah, but then in Dressrosa,
Yes.
that's not the case at all. And the slightest. In Dressrosa, Robin plays a fairly good role. Not like
minuscule role
not like
compared
a
to the
head
Grand
role.
Fleet.
Oh, well, hold on, but not like a head. I mean, Robin didn't play a head role in Thriller Bark. Are we gonna blame her for that? Like, no. But she didn't play a head role in Just Rosa either. But she played a good
That's
enough
kind
role.
of the point, King.
No. Because you're literally saying here that okay, well, you're stacking her previous arcs
Because she's stagnated.
all compared to Enies Lobby and Water 7. It's like, bro, what the fuck? You
She
can't
even
do that.
stagnated prior to that, dude.
What?
What was Robin's role before she joined the crew?
Robin.
Assassination.
Assassination. What does Robin do?
Well, no. Robin
Not
said
do
that.
anything
Robin said that
related to
she
her
knew
skill
how
set
to be an
aside
assassin.
from,
No,
"I'm
no,
the
no, no,
limitless machine."
no. But no. Robin's role from Jump was always the archaeologist. She was always the one that
Yes,
was a
but what is
historian
also her
who knew
skill
the
set?
information. She said that she could do things like assassination.
Could, yeah,
but
that's right. Yeah,
just
there's a
okay,
lot of coulds,
no,
right?
hold on.
And that was
But
her
just-
role though prior.
Wait, so what? Like, you want Luffy to wait? Hold
What,
on.
you
So,
want her to become assassin again?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, wait,
Well,
what?
that's part of her backstory.
It's
She's
like
"I'm
one
assassin."
scene. It's
but
one
to be
scene,
fair,
bro.
we saw her do that in
That's
Skypiea, though.
wild.
I mean, I want
one
more
fight
Robin.
in
I know.
21 years.
I want more one-on-one Robin fights as
Of
much.
course,
as
who
next
doesn't?
Of course,
Yeah.
absolutely. We
Of
all want
course.
that. But
If anything, she's
at
the one
same
person
time,
needs it more.
right after she said that assassination thing, she gets
Yeah, and
arguably
she
her
said,
best
yeah,
fight
I'm
in
an
the series.
archaeologist. But the point is that, like, my entire point isn't that Robin is trash. She's my number 2 for Christ's sake.
Right, I know. We
My
get to
point
it, of
is
course.
that pre-time skip, she's amazing. But the fact is that you can see, and this is the same with the crew. If I had a top men list, it would be the exact same thing. There is stagnation with the role in relevance to how Oda portrays them.
I think you're missing
Because,
key
like,
points
here's
that
the
comes
thing,
around.
right?
I really do.
Oda loves
really
all
do.
his characters, but they're not all equal. That's obvious.
Well, yeah, of course. Like, I mean,
and Robin is among those not equal.
I think my problem here is mostly that, like, obviously not. Gosh, I hope that Nami's going to be your number one.
No, well, Nami has to be the number one now.
Oh, it has to
Like,
be.
without question. Yeah.
Like, the thing is that Nami's been in the crew that's been spotlighted for the past 3 years. She's gotten really a lot more of a chance to shine. Like, you can apply this logic so.
I can get to that point whenever we get to Rob.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can get to
yeah,
Nami if you want. I can just again because
Okay, fine.
I guess it's so heresy to have Robin as number 2 that it has to be a 30-minute.
No. It's not that.
But,
It's that.
like,
No.
no,
It's not
it's
that.
fine.
It's that. No. It's not that. It's that you have Nami as probably number one. That's
Yes,
my
and
assumption.
I have really good reasons for that. For
Yeah,
me,
no, I understand
Yeah,
that.
we'll
but
hear
yeah,
it. That's fine.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
listen.
like-
Yeah. We'll listen,
Right?
and so like, we'll get to it. No doubt about that. So
Yeah, like it's
I
all
want,
subjective.
I want
compared
Last to
how
go.
you
So
compare.
like Last. So let me have Last go. So Last, who's your number 2?
All right, so number 2, look, the only person on here that actually put respect on her name was Roger, and I actually bothered to put her on the list. But I gotta say, man, when we get back to Reverie, the hype is going to be
All right,
on
Jewelry
Bonnie,
Bonnie.
man.
Jewelry
All right,
Bonnie.
all right.
I love a woman that is covered in mysteries. That there's
Number
like, all these
2,
other
bro. That's wild.
Look, all these other girls we know something about them. We really don't know nothing about Bonnie. That right there intrigues me. She loves pizza, has a cool devil fruit that has immense potential depending on what Oda wants to do when it comes to her awakening. The pink hair goddess, Suspenders. like come on, let's go, man.
Suspenders.
Suspenders do wonders, man. I see a girl with suspenders. Hey, man, level up.
Oh, I can't even fight that because I don't even want to fight that, bro. Suspenders is
You
a thing.
can't
bro.
not fight them.
I mean, it's what they was like. Oh, fishnets. Like, yay, suspenders. That's like
Trust me, a girl can rock if she knows how to rock suspenders, man. It does wonders.
like I'm thinking of a girl with suspenders, like, you know. I'm thinking of like a girl that's walking like pseudo bow-legged, like spitting out some weird stuff, like, "Hey, how y'all doing today?" That's what I'm thinking of. You're like, fair enough though. Fair enough. I will grant you that one. All right. I'm thinking of some dirty South stuff. All right.
No,
man.
I know you're thinking of tabs 24x7.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about, man. I get you.
Yeah,
I know. We
Yeah,
all
but
remember
shout out to
Tabitha. That's
Bonnie,
all
man.
good.
With a little bit of
Shout out to
that,
Tabitha Ritterman, man.
with a little bit of that loogie, like just a fucking in a goddamn can with a thing.
Howdy, y'all. How
That's
you
it.
doing?
Howdy, y'all. How are you doing today? It's like that's what I'm thinking of. Like fucking straight up, bro. But okay, I feel you. All right, Julia Bonnie, number 2. It is what it is. I respect that. Number 1 for me. It's obvious. Man, I put respect that. Oh, Robbie. There we go. Oh, Robbie. Now, actually, I didn't go too crazy with the last chapter when it comes to a Robin face, but at the same time, it's Nico Robin. All right, let me just briefly, because I know other people have Robin in their top number 1. I think of all female characters, pre-time skip, she is the strongest by far, without question. And in post time skip, I think she has been lackluster in a certain sense, absolutely. But when you look at the culmination of her character, whatever happens pre time skip is so overwhelming for her character. She's still ahead of the pack from a character trait personality standpoint, from a character development standpoint. From that standpoint of character development, she is top 3 in the crew, I think.
Yes,
and
definitely.
for me, from a character design standpoint, I like her character design. It's very simple like the other characters. But when you look at her role in the crew, her weight in the overall story is, without exception, one of the highest, if not the highest, in the entirety of the series. You need Robin to essentially find the One Piece. Now, granted, as of late, there have been exceptions to that with the Three-Eyed Clan. And we have not confirmed that Three-Eyed Clan exists and that kind of stuff. But Robin's weight in the story is one of the highest by far, and I would say arguably among the females, the highest by far. And on that standpoint, I would also say from a personality standpoint, she's cool. She does have the little quirk of like kind of being a little bit too dark, but I mean, I'm a dark humorous guy, so I'm all for that. And finally, the ability that she wields, I think, is an awesome industrial power. And for personal usage, whoa. I mean, my niggas, come on now. Like, well, I can't. Listen. I think that she's probably one of the best girls in all of Shonen, period, in all honesty. If I would be so bold. I think she's my favorite girl in Shonen, just period. All right. I think Robin is just that strong of a character, not only with respects to other Shonen girls, but also with respects to the girls within the story of One Piece and how you see her with respects to the overall plot of the story. Robin is disgustingly important, and Robin is an awesome character. She is, I would say, the best character, the best girl in One Piece, without exception, bar none. Robin is our number 1, without question. Easy. Sun Patch.
Robin.
Robin.
Like, I don't even have anything to add to that. It was just Robin. And also, like, yeah, last chapter, she looked just drop dead gorgeous. Also, it is 1 a.m. I gotta get up early tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I apologize for not putting Perona in my list, because also I really love her. I did want to put her in there, but she just wasn't there. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. She
Don't
wasn't
worry
on
about it.
any of our
Don't worry about
lists.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
wasn't on any of ours.
I feel like she should have been in our list, though. I really like her. I was hoping someone would put her there.
Oh, actually, no. She was 17 on Dritz's. She was 17.
Oh, which was, oh, yeah, sorry. I don't think I was, I think that might be when I kind of started to. Well, I think I was there for that. But yeah, that's, I think I'm going to head to bed, y'all. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, thank you for coming to the stream. Much appreciate Sun Patch. I know
See you, Sun Patch.
I know I started late for that, and I do apologize, but take it
No,
easy. Have a nice night.
Nice Sun Patch.
For having me, and enjoy arguing for the rest of the night.
No, this will be quick, all right? Because I want to go to bed too. But have a nice night.
Thanks for coming through, Sunpesh.
Yeah.
Braga,
Oh my god, last minute, man. What in
What
the
the
world, Brago?
fuck is
The
this?
lurking legend.
Yo, okay,
appears,
we gotta
man.
have Brago do a quick recap to number 1.
Yeah, Brago.
No.
do a
Oh
recap before we
my
get
god.
to it.
Okay,
What's
fine.
good?
It'll be
What's
quick.
good?
All
What's
right.
good? What's
Okay.
good?
How does Brago hop in?
What's happening?
Hey man, we clutch. Let me.
Happy birthday.
You
Happy
clutch.
birthday, Brago.
Yo,
Happy
man,
birthday.
fucking
birthday,
happy birthday,
It's
bro.
it's tomorrow, but thanks guys.
It's all good,
Well, it's
man.
already
Uh,
today, so happy birthday.
27, right?
Boy, right there.
Say that again.
Hey, we
27,
really,
right?
Yeah. 27.
Yeah.
27.
Oh
All right,
my.
Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. All right, fine. So let me, before we get to, Broad D late over here, let me just go through this real quick, okay? So, wow, bro. So my name, people on Discord are changing my name. That's stupid. I'm changing myself, no doubt about that. That's for B Rizzle. $2. I will change that. Sky done $2 earlier and says, Driz is a big foo. Robin is clearly number 1. Admiral Dan. Admiral Dan, $5. List ranking. Number 1, Laz MVP's Canadian, of course.
Hey,
Number
gang,
2,
gang.
Roger. 3 Sunpatch. Number 4, King. Number 5, Dritch with a frowny face. Like, what are you doing, bro? All right, what am I number fucking?
Fuck you.
I mean, why? Because I have Honey Queen? Get the fuck out! You're tripping, bro. Number Mesmerize, 5 Australian. List ranking. Sunpatch, Laz, Roger. Why was number 4? 4, and then just number 5 for I think obvious reasons. Folks are like, nah. Christian, 5 Australian. 3 arcs pre-time skip is Luff based. What you're talking about? I'm not sure what he means by that exactly. So moving on. Baby Jesus, a Drit supporter. Drit with the facts. Okay. We have Mr. Sure with 10. Dritz isn't technically wrong. I think it's more the amount of screen time that the Strats get. But if you compare Robin to Nami, Nami just has more screen. Like the kids in Punk Hazard, in my opinion. Number 5, we have Danny with a Shocky number 1 and strongest. Okay, all right. Shocky fanboy over here. Like if you know. All right, so let me get over to the captain of the Brago Pirates over here. Always late. No doubt about that.
Fashionably late.
Fashionably. All right, so let me start your 18, bro. What's your 18?
18 is Khalifa.
Okay, Kali.
Respectable.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I ain't fun with that. Number 18, okay. Number 17.
Paula. Miss Doublefinger.
Miss Doublefinger. Okay. All right.
Yo, like the way she strut.
Did you see what she had on? Jesus Christ.
That was pretty sensitive stuff, but I mean, actually, I had it like number 19 myself, but I was like, I don't know if I should, But at the same time, I think the design back in, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother because
even back then she's still standing out.
That is true. I will give you Paula. Paula was hot. All right, no doubt. All right, number 15. I mean, 16.
Koala.
My boy.
Yeah. She has a dead eye or a lazy eye. She'd be higher.
What?
Okay, so what is what is up with I think that started as a I didn't want to address this because I think it started as a troll against me, and I saw it way later, and I want to understand this. Where does this lazy eye koala thing come from?
When she was a kid, it looked like she was drawn in the anime with it looked like she had a lazy eye.
But she doesn't have a lazy eye now, man.
Yo, man.
I guess
Birds of a feather for me, bro. Fuck it, is what it is.
You gotta check that out, man.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. She does have it, yo. Damn.
Yo, birds of a feather, man. Leave us alone. Fuck you, bro.
Damn, I gotta read the numbers.
Fuck you. Redo.
But wait, she doesn't have a lazy eye now, though. Why are you talking about lazy eye koala when she's in shock?
Perfection from one.
FBI! FBI!
Bro, do you see my thumbnail? Come on now. Get out of here, bro. All right,
Hey, you gotta be looking her in the eye, man. She looking the other way. I don't know.
Bro, listen, man. It happens sometimes. It is what it is, man. Stop hating. Yo, number 15, bro. Koala.
Margaret.
Margaret. Oh,
Yeah.
Margaret.
Margaret.
From What's Her Face?
Kuja. The Kuja Pirates.
Kuja,
Yeah.
Yes.
Blondie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, number 14.
Baby 5.
Ooh, I was thinking about
Hey,
that too, but I was like,
Baby 5.
Jesus,
All right.
5.
She's so submissive and she's willing to do whatever.
All right. Okay, Brago.
Hey man.
Yo, listen. Okay, listen, y'all. Listen, I'm gonna cheat for a second. Honey Queen's going off the list and put Baby 5 next year.
Should never been on the
Baby
list.
5 was like, yo, Sai, what do you need me to do?
Yo, actually, hold on, wait. If you could cheat, I want to cheat too. Could you just replace Momo Sage with not Baby 5, but with Girth?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, because
I
I
definitely
definitely would have said that, but I want to keep Isuka on there, but I will get rid of Peach Rabbit to put Girth on there. Because I looked back at Girth and I was like, yeah, you're right, and she's going to be important to the story moving forward. So I definitely want
she's
her
a
on
doctor. Oh, heal my wounds.
yeah.
please.
So
Yeah,
replace
respect,
my Momosage with
Yeah,
Girth.
I
Wait,
just did. I just did.
Girth? My
Thank you,
Momosage.
thank you.
Girth, baby. Girth.
For real?
Heck
For
yeah.
real. Hell yeah, bro. High as fuck. Top 10, baby. Top 10. Let's go.
I didn't even think of Girth. Like, she wouldn't even make my top 30.
What?
I agree.
Ooh.
Disrespectful, bro. What the fuck?
Okay.
All right. Any more cheats? No. Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm almost take out Momosugi for Monet.
Monet. Okay.
Oh, you forgot about Monet. Oh,
You
yeah.
did,
Yeah, she actually was going to be the 18, but I really like.
Honestly, no, but like for me, it's
Fire
like
Tattoo, man.
right. But at the same time, I feel like the claws kind of freak me out a little bit. Like the talons, like I don't know.
Yeah, but she can turn into normal.
Yeah, but I think that too, like with the way
Well,
Roger's
no. She, as far as you know, she can't do that because she doesn't have
She
a
was seen with regular arms and legs.
right. But that was in the
Yeah.
past, not in the present.
No, that was
Present.
during Punk Hazard.
No. Yeah, but that was in the past of Punk Hazard, not the present. Past.
Yeah.
So she
Well-
got her devil fruit in between then?
No, she had some alterations
Well, she got
on her body.
experimented on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she was
experimented on.
experimented on,
Yeah.
But I think it's just like
So
the reason I'm
those
putting there
stay,
too now is
the
what Roger
wings
said
stay,
prior. Like we're like how she has that impact in Punk Hazard.
Heck
It really
yeah.
does make yeah.
Wait,
She's
Makes it a really good arc. She's one of the best
Yeah.
secondary antagonists. Her and Virgo, honestly, I think
Yeah.
together are the best secondary
or make that arc
antagonists of the.
basically. Yeah.
I would say of the entire series, they're the best secondary antagonists. I would genuinely say
Wait,
that. I
guys,
think they're great.
with
Yeah.
the experiments, she does still have a vagina, right?
Yeah.
I
course,
hope
naturally,
so,
of course,
but
of course.
still, I mean,
Then we're
listen, okay. All right,
I mean, if
fair
Oda
enough.
doesn't confirm it, I can.
If she can do, so she has to-
How are you confirming
You
this?
confirm.
Uh,
Find a way.
I'm big news, man.
Computer
What do you
screen's
mean?
getting lit.
What do you mean? I'm big news, yo.
All right. Okay. Brago 13.
13 is Domino.
Yeah.
nice. Get some more Domino.
Yo,
love.
Domino
Good,
just
very
yo,
good.
Domino gets a lot of love, bro. She deserves
Heck
it.
yeah, dude. I love Domino.
12.
12 is Baccarat.
Hey.
All right, good.
Baccarat for sure.
I spelled it wrong. Doesn't matter. 11.
Monet.
Hey, all right. More
Yo,
Monet's good.
Where's the big mom love, y'all? Damn. Okay, number 10. Yeah.
Karina.
Man, I want
Karina over Baccarat?
Wait, who's that?
Karina.
yo, good. Brago's a good man.
Karina reminded me of Nami, but she was a little. She got the best of Nami in that movie,
She got a massive W. She got in
Yeah.
that movie, man.
and she was stacked.
I forgot
Bro,
about that.
she owns 20% of the wealth in the world.
She was stacked. So
Yeah.
Like a baby mama. Okay, I see. Okay, I feel.
Damn it, we're making her change.
Really? Okay, what do you want, Laz? What do you want?
Take out Monet, put Karina, bro.
Take out Karina, put someone else. Come on.
Bro, listen, she owns 20% of the
Karina was
wealth.
fire, man.
She got money, yo.
Whoa, come on, bro. What happened to earn your own keep and be
Karina
be a
gang,
man,
man.
Be a man,
Whoever got the money, man.
I just gotta say,
Be
Sadie,
your
would have
man,
been, Sadie would have
you
been
must be
19 for me.
Okay.
Sadie with the whips and all that.
What? I mean, no, okay, fine, fair enough. With the whips, but she looks like a clown, honestly, bro. That shit's like,
She was
fair enough. All right, number 9, bro. Top 10.
Reiju, number 9. Yeah.
Not
definitely.
higher?
Nah.
All right, fine.
Nah.
I'll give you that. Just I mean, when I see you, bro, I'm gonna have words, bro. I'm gonna have words.
Nah, cause she was controlled for most of it. You know what I mean? It's like if I could have the control that Judge has over her, then she's probably number 3.
Wait,
Oh my god.
the control. What the?
Wow. But yeah,
Yo,
right now, number
Brago,
9.
but the suck, bro. But the suck.
No, that
bro.
like catapulted her to number 9.
That catapulted her, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 9. Okay. Yeah. Number 8, bro. Number 8.
Bonnie.
Yo, respect.
All right.
man.
More
Top
bodies.
10.
Good. Good.
Bonnie,
That's my
yeah.
man.
Number 7.
Shocky.
I knew it.
Okay,
I told
I
you.
knew-
top
I
five
knew
was
she would be
Bravo.
high up there, yo.
Shocky, number 7, man. To
Alright,
look
Shocky.
that good at that age, man.
Yeah, but there's an issue. All right, she's that age. Oh.
But I'm saying she has a lot of experience. I'm sure she can do some wonderful.
Bro, she be 300, we hitting it, man.
Sick.
I mean, come on, if Rayleigh's hitting it, I'm hitting it.
Oh my god. All right.
It really didn't. I mean.
Number 6.
Nojiko.
My boy.
Nice.
Yeah, me and bro got a lot in
Nojiko
common, I
in
see.
there.
Are you into the tomboyish look too or not?
I mean, the tats of fire. You know what I'm saying? She's stacked. She's smart.
That post time skip design though.
Oh man,
Ooh.
Nojiko
Yeah.
is fire.
Fuck.
Word. I feel you. Okay.
I'm looking at my list, yo. Like... and I had the best
Bro.
list before.
I feel like I should take out Big Mama from my list now. But
I think she should have been in the list.
How did Big Mom get on the list?
because it's not just about looks. That's the thing. It's like it's
But,
more
I
than
mean,
just looks.
That's why we brought but that's why you brought Sunpatch on here, man. She was doing Kareha and Dadan and Chiffon.
I mean,
good.
look,
She's
man.
covering-
I mean,
she's covering,
listen.
she was covering that angle, man. You didn't need to cover that angle. It was fine, dude.
Bruh.
But Big Mom is psycho. Like,
she is psycho, but she's
Oh, yeah,
so
she's
fucking
crazy.
enjoyable, bro. Like OD
Bro, she-
enjoyable, bro.
Enjoyable.
She- oh my
you
God,
enjoy
she's
her,
hilarious,
She kills
bro.
you, dog.
Like Brago's list is a pure look list, bro. Like no dead characters that mean.
Yeah.
anything.
Well,
it's
nah,
pure
because the
look.
dead characters, I can't do anything with a dead character.
Oh my god.
Or can you?
That's how on that shit.
Well,
Yo.
like I said,
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Yo, number 5, bro. Number 5.
Number 5, we got Vivi.
Word.
Yo, respect. Same
All
as
right,
mine.
good.
Mm.
Number 4.
This hurt my heart, actually, to put her here, but it's best, not sexiest. Boa.
Yo, Brittany and bro got similar lists. What a man.
Got Boa right there.
Wait, who?
Boa.
Boa.
Oh, Boa. Okay.
Hancocky.
Yeah. Okay. Don't add the E in that. Jesus
Hancocky.
Christ. All right. Number 3.
Number 3, this was looks and just how sexy she was, honestly. Viola.
My man.
My nigga.
All right.
Listen,
All
Viola,
right.
off of that dance and just how
Heck
fucking
yeah.
fire she was in
Yes.
Dressrosa. I think she
Yes.
was like, that's the sexiest I've ever seen an anime character, personally. Like how she was in.
Well, at least in One Piece, hell yeah, bro. That was
like that was fucking fire.
it was amazing. Yeah, see, man, birds of feather, bro. Okay, I feel you with that. I feel all that stuff. Number 2.
So this was I don't know, this recent arc kind of changed this ranking for me. But number 2, I have Robin.
Oh yeah!
Oh no!
Yeah,
No!
me and Bronco versus everybody. Oh,
No,
fuck.
no,
Wow.
Yeah, boy.
no, no.
That's
I
my
heard you
boy.
were talking
Shock
about,
the
like,
world, man.
importance to the story overall. And I think you can argue Nami is just as important as Robin.
No, there's no way in hell, bro. But okay,
Going forward.
Nami's number 1 then, right?
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Wow, man, wow.
That's wild, bro. I can't
I
believe
think
that.
I think she's more sexy. She's more fun. She has more screen time.
God damn.
I think she can probably beat Robin.
I
at this
mean,
point.
more fun. Okay, yeah, maybe more screen time. That's for sure. More
She's not
sexy.
gonna be
There's no way in
Robin.
She's
Earth.
definitely sexier
Arm on
than
her neck,
Robin.
dude.
No,
Kill her.
there's no way in Earth.
Nami is
I
not
don't-
sexier
no
than
way.
Robin.
No.
It's a tough fight.
She
bro.
just she just
God.
wears
It's a
she just
tough
wears
fight.
sexier clothes, bro. That's it.
Bro,
That's literally it.
Bro, she wears sexier clothes better, bro. Every cover page.
Oh
like,
yeah.
What?
Nami
Did
looks
you,
better.
did you read 909, my friend? Did you read
Not even
909?
off of Robin's hat.
Did you see her in
Look,
Dressrosa?
I
Like,
guarantee you, Nami in Wano clothing is gonna look better than Robin.
No, absolutely no way.
Not even-
Bro,
not even
There's
a
several
comment.
cover pages where like Nami is fucking shitting on Robin.
No,
That's
no,
right,
no,
the
no, no,
cover
no, no, no,
page.
no.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
no. All it does is he puts Nami in front, Robin in the back. That's all he does.
There's a reason for
very
that.
disrespectful.
There's a
right.
reason for that.
well, she's got.
Because
I mean,
yeah,
she's got
because Nami,
grandfather name. I mean,
Nah,
represents
Robin got
his
a
wife or
banging
something.
body, man.
No, come on, bro.
all the playing favorites.
Come on,
All
man.
right, so
And
before we
then
get to that argument,
and
so
then
we-
and then not only that too, but Robin is literally a walking orgy. It's like I don't even understand your fucking mode of thought, bro. That's wild. I mean, it makes Nami is no. Well, listen, man.
Okay,
In
let's hear
bed
this.
prowess.
I hear
Robin
this,
is
right? Robin can bring multiple hands, right? And
Bodies.
That multiple bodies.
Bodies. She
multiple
makes clones
bodies,
and
dude.
stuff.
She could duplicate her body, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. That's weird. First of all, but Nami's down to bring somebody else in, man.
Bro, if I need that, I'll go talk to Domino, bro. What are you talking
What
about?
are you
Domino's
talking
actually.
about?
Nami's down to do
Domino is canonically down with that.
Nami's down to do that, and Shaki is as well. But that's
Nami is not. When
I
has
have no
Nami
idea.
ever shown that
I have
she's
no idea
just
where
If
a
you
girl?
got enough
Where's
money,
coming
if you got enough money, Nami's doing it.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah,
Goddamn, the hole. That's what that
Come on,
is.
man.
Get
Come
the
on,
fuck
man.
out of here.
All right.
Is
Respect
Brago
for
DH
Nami,
rolling
man.
in money, bro? What is this? Super chats nowadays?
Hey,
Okay, I see you, bro.
Put the
I
respect
see
on
you,
Nami,
bro. I
man.
see you,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Yo, can I defend Nami?
Hey, she's
We're like,
talking-
it's basically just me and Braga versus you guys at this point, right?
Hold on a
You
second.
guys- you guys-
Roger.
you guys-
Wait. Roger, number 1.
All right, yeah, you guys can keep your Twitch thought, Nami. I'm over here with Robin and
There
number
we go.
1.
There
I
we
don't know
go.
what you're talking about,
There
man.
we go.
do
Be
it.
gone,
Absolutely.
fuck.
Robin, how did you
Hey,
feel about
can I
that?
say
God,
can I say mine before Jits goes
God.
in?
Get
Out
of
of here.
bro.
No, so let me
Come on
also
now.
say something about Robin too. That one,
Be
I think
gone.
what King was talking about with the poneglyph thing is right on. I mean, Robin is unquestionably the single most important woman in the story right now. Absolutely, without question. Without her, the story does not exist right now. Without her, she is the one who's going to be reading the poneglyph, taking us into all the like deep stuff in the story that I care about. And somebody else brought up like the dark side of Robin, dude. I also like the cute.
about Nami.
No, but hold on. But you're all talking about the dark side of Robin. I also think she has a cutesy side, as
She
we
does.
saw
That's what
with
I'm
one of
saying.
the best moments in Zoe, where who was the person falling in love with Ryunosuke? It was Robin.
Yeah, it was Robin.
That
It
was
Robin.
Robin for Ryunosuke.
Even put a
That was
flower on his
creepy.
grave. Even put a flower on his grave. Like, yo.
Yeah.
like,
That was
Inosuke, bro.
creepy.
That's a real one.
No,
That's-
dude,
That just
man.
means she got banged out by a dragon.
All right,
No,
that's Robin. That's Robin. What the fuck?
But also, Nami, as you're talking about, gets banged out by anybody who gives him money. So get out of here.
Wait a second. Hold on a second now.
Absolutely not.
Does that
Robin,
mean
at least-
does that mean
Robin has the
Arlong? Wait a
tie-in.
minute. What? Arlong?
No.
Robin has the tie-in with the Revolutionary Army. Robin has the tie-in with the Straw Hats. Robin has the best backstory. Robin has all of this stuff.
Robin has
going
the best
for her,
backstory?
and she looks better
Among the females?
Unquestionably.
Among the
Among the
among
females?
the
I would give
females.
it.
She looks better than anybody in the Grand Fleet, without question. It's got to be Robin.
Wait, Robin looks better than Nami?
Yes,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
There's no way.
Absolutely,
dude.
bro.
There's no way.
I'll take Orobi over whatever Nami's gonna look like in
Bro,
Wano.
of
All right,
course.
so
All right, so okay, so no one for Dritz is Nami. Skip that shit, no doubt.
No, I'm
Laz.
not top. So like, just let Laz go because Laz wants to go before me. He said. So
Yeah.
All right, fine. So Laz, you're Robin,
you
right?
guys- I mean, you guys are talking about Nami and
And
Robin.
Nami's backstory
Wait.
was more of a tearjerker to me personally, but anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are talking about Nami and Robin. Can we put respect on Orobi? Like,
Orobi.
you know, can we do that? Like, I'll just go quickly on mine and stuff, man. Like,
Y'all got
she has
chill.
top 3 backstory in the series, top 2, you know, between her and like Law and stuff. I think like the best of the best and stuff. She has an awesome devil fruit that needs more shine when it comes to combat. Can read the poneglyphs. She's not a whore. Like, that's a big thing. Great personality.
Wait, Nami's not a whore.
I mean,
For
damn,
money,
man.
as you said, she'd do anything for
For
money.
money, right? Yeah, I mean, what does that mean
she,
then?
She
Yeah.
would, but there's nothing confirmed that she has.
But Robin would.
Well, if she would,
Robin
then
as a person.
wait, what?
No,
Robin
but
would
Rob,
not
but the
do
thing we
that.
talk about the dragon flashback, that means that she probably is getting in with Dragon, man.
Bro, Dragon is
Dragon has more
dude.
respect than that.
How could you? Dragon's
So
absolutely.
that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Listen,
it's
man.
okay.
I mean, listen, man. I mean, hold on. Viola is in your top 3, and we know that Doflamingo had his way with her at some point. Like,
I mean, it's Doflamingo. Come on.
Oh, it's Dragon.
That's why Nami's over. That's why Nami's over her.
No, that's wild, bro. Are you serious?
Unbelievable.
Yo, okay, listen. If you
Let's
still
go.
okay,
Yeah,
Dolphy, Dragon, then
You
that's
literally said
hypothetical.
it's Dragon,
Hold on,
and then
hold
you were
on,
like,
hold
it's
on.
Dolphy.
Oh, wait.
Dragon.
Hold on. If you're gonna do the hypothetical of Dragon, then I'm gonna do the hypothetical of Arlog. Uh oh.
That's terrifying.
Arlog. That's
First of all,
absolutely
we
haunting.
know how
Shitty
Arlong
argument.
looks at humans. He would not dare stick his dick in a human. Come on, guys.
Come on, man. You think
Let
Arlong gave a
Laz
fuck?
talk.
Yeah,
You think
finish with-
Arlong gave a fuck?
Yeah, I'll finish with my last 2 points, which
go
are
ahead.
like she's born in February. Shout out to February people, and she loves sandwiches. There you go. Go ahead.
What?
There we go.
Nice.
All right. So am I good to go? You guys.
Born February, Valentine's Day right here. Set in stone. We good. All right, so
We good?
the demon. Oh yeah, he wants the floor. He wants the
Well,
demon,
I don't
the
wanna- I don't
monster,
wanna
the freak
overstep
of
anyone, so if you
nature,
have
the
something to say-
behemoth,
I said my point already.
Satan,
You're good, man.
Anyone else?
Lucifer,
I don't want to.
Beelzebub, Dritz. Okay, I'm I'm
devil.
assuming Nami,
Here
right?
we go.
Yeah.
Nami.
So like,
Alright.
am I good to go?
Yeah, good to go.
Okay, so here's the thing. First of all, for those arguing, like, it's a completely subjective list, so it's your personal
course.
taste.
Yep.
But if you're going to counter argue, you guys had an absolutely horrid counter argument because you basically said the exact same thing I did, except addressed nothing relevant to it. That's one. Two, if you're going to use the argument of whoring themselves out, you need to reevaluate your life because that's fucking stupid. All right, now let's get to the real thing, okay? So it's no surprise, obviously, Nami's number 1 to me. It's subjective. For me, Nami's the most attractive and the most appealing person, both body-wise and personality-wise, within One Piece. If I were to have my ideal woman, it would be Nami. She's fiery, strong, confident with her own goals and aspirations, and can be her own person. She has the second most panel time in the series, yet is the best handled woman by far. Although Oda loves all characters, he's always shown a bias towards those he considers to be the trigger of One Piece, and one of them is Nami. So, before you brought up the argument that, yes, Nami has more screen time than Robin, so that's a differential, but that's something you have to take into consideration whenever you're weighing characters. The treatment of Nami is better overall for a specific reason. Typically in One Piece, there are many characters who shine in their respective character arcs, and I said before, and they fade to the outside and become just another character. Nami is the one person who really doesn't really have that alongside Luffy, maybe alongside Luffy and arguably Zoro. And Nami is handled with the most care, although like other times she can falter, but out of everyone else, she falters the least. She's an individual, she is using gags, but it's not overdone to the point where that's the only thing you really know about that person. And so there was a point saying that like Nami is greedy. Like that's the thing that you criticize her for, but you don't criticize other people and knock them down to that degree because of their gag, and Nami's gag is severely lower than everyone else's gag. Yet Nami has shown through her gag that she's probably one of the most kind and giving people in the series. It's not like she's greedy with money. She won't give it to anyone. She's given it to 2 people on occasion. 3, technically. And so this is me on like a personal level.
Wait. I want to stop you real quick. I want to ask you a question. What is Robin's gag then?
Robin's gag is dark humor.
Oh, I thought it was that she's boring.
Well, that's Usopp's gag with her as a
Here we
character.
have a conflict of interest because I mean I don't think when it comes to her gag,
Definitely
I mean,
dark
she has-
humor is Robin's thing because she usually starts off a gag with that and then Usopp will reply. That's the kind of the thing, right?
Yeah.
That's not really debatable.
I mean, well, the gag would be like,
No,
let's say,
I'm,
oh,
I'm
well,
not. I was just asking what you thought the gag was because
Yeah,
Right,
it's
to,
yeah,
me,
because it's not-
to me, I would say the greediness, even if it is her gag, is still a negative character attribute, whereas Robin doesn't really have one.
Yeah, but
that's the thing.
But like, when has the greed been detrimental at any point to anyone?
Literally every single story arc of One
Yeah,
Piece.
well, how about you give an example?
Okay, well, let's look all the way at the very
So
beginning
let's-
when you look
yeah.
back to Logtown. Yeah.
All right,
In
go
Logtown,
ahead.
when she ends up spending all of their money, or almost spending all their money, trying out all the dresses and then being like, yeah, you know what, I'm not going to do that. Blowing all of their money in all of these other situations, literally in every single
Name these
story.
other situations instead of one.
Go to Water 7. Water 7. Water 7's a perfect example.
Water
Look
7,
at-
she was conserving.
When was she conserving in
But
Water
the
7?
entire fact is that, listen, she was the person being the most responsible with the money.
For
She's the
herself.
only reason They got
For
more money in the
herself.
place.
Not
the
for
crew.
anybody else in the crew. For herself.
Whenever Luffy wanted a bronze statue, what happened? She's like, no.
Fair point. All right, that's a fair point. I'll give
So,
you,
like,
I'll
it's
give you
not-
that. All
right,
right.
so you're gonna bring up like, oh, so let's go earlier back with like the Bucky Town, right?
Okay, exactly. Yeah.
So there was a gag there that Nami was like, oh, you gave them half the money, but in the panel she was actually smiling because she was happy because of Luffy's nature, and this is reinforced in the Gaimon chapter in the very next chapter where Nami learns more about Luffy's character. That's not really necessarily greed. Nami's actually happy, but she's basically playing the role. That's what a lot of characters do. So you have other situations. So you have Saboti. Nami was the first person to offer money to save Kami. All of it. It's not like she said, let me try and low ball it to see if I can get her out with less money. That never happened. Thriller Bark. They get treasure. Nami's like, take whatever you want, Lola. You're my friend. And even Luffy gets something. Because he wanted it. No problem whatsoever.
Tris is actually right. I'm thinking back to some of these situations, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm misremembering. You're right. I want to go back to Sabaody, but I think
hold
you
on,
might
see,
actually be right.
See, no. See, like this is where I'm confused. Like, I don't see how this changes the point of Nami.
Well, because no, it
greedy.
does. It actually does
Like,
change.
okay,
for me,
I
at
mean,
least, it does. Which is
like,
that she's
whether-
not greedy to the people that she cares about. And then even with the stuff with Sanji, she's joking.
No.
greedy.
That,
You're not wrong.
No,
Tris is actually not wrong
No. That's not the situation. She's not greedy in situations that don't require greed to be a thing. Meaning, like, if lives are on the line, then she will not be greedy. Absolutely.
Right,
That's fine. Yeah. But in a general sense, she is definitely greedy.
Example.
Like that.
Example that's differentiated.
Like
that is
no.
different-
Like for allowance, like she'll do things like she'll charge Luffy or, for example,
Yeah,
she'll
but when have we ever
charge
seen them
Usopp.
pay that money?
No. But what I'm saying is that, well, I mean, I don't know. Half of it's
Because
off
we
screen.
don't see it, so there's no
okay,
reason to
wait,
apply
hold
that
on,
they
hold
actually
on.
do.
Like for an allowance, like for example, like there's an allowance or something that goes across the crew, and then Luffy and company and Zoro have like lower allowances than she does, and
Yeah,
so
and
she
you know the
right,
reason for
yeah,
that?
yeah, right. So what I'm saying here is that like she uses the money when the money is required
because
to save
because
lives.
she's the one
but
responsible for all the
right,
financial.
yeah, but then at the same token, all
she's
the
saving
Straw
all
Hats
of it
trying to
for
do their
herself.
best.
There's no way to agree that she's
But
saving
then,
it for herself.
but then all
How
the
do you
Straw Hats.
conclude that? What
No,
evidence?
hold on. But then all the Straw
every-
Hats,
every
all the
conversation
Straw
she
Hats
has
do what they
with
have to
Sanji.
do in order to make sure that the lives of their friends are saved. Like that's commonplace. Money just one of the ways you can do that. It's not like, oh well, she's not greedy because she uses the money to save the lives of her friends. It's like, a fucking course she does.
But
they all
Cole,
try.
based on how Nami
that.
handles the money, it's more of a front than anything.
That's her forte, but it doesn't change the fact
but it's
that
a
she
front
is
because
greedy.
she's like-
Again, that's like, okay, well, I'm Robin. I have access to this knowledge, but I'm not going to, let's say,
She doesn't
disperse
share
this
it.
knowledge because either it's not the time or it could be detrimental to the sake of the crew. And that's the way she feels. It's the same parallel. One's the money, one's the knowledge. Like come on, like what the fuck is this?
No, yeah.
So
like I said, I can't argue against what Dritz said. I should have written an essay too, because honestly, like that was pretty good. There were counter arguments to all of that. I know.
I
I'm
think-
saying that's good. I should have taken notes because I didn't.
Well, it's just like this,
But
right?
it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
No,
obviously,
you're-
like
you're
right now,
fine.
it's kind of it's pretty blatant that I'm triggered at some point. That's because like so like if you're gonna have a claim, then back it up with the evidence in the manga.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
Yeah.
like so here to finish off, like I could talk about Nami all day, and if you have like things you want to debate about after this, yeah, sure, let's do that. But so here's for me on a personal level, outside of what she is in the story. So Nami's backstory to me is something I connect with the most out of anyone's. Some of the very same problems Nami went through, I went through as well, growing up in a divorced family, moving from place to place, always worried about money and wishing I had better things, better clothes, better shoes, always wanting the things that other people had because they were in a stable family. Yet ultimately, that experience made me learn the value of money and life lessons, similarly to Nami. So to me, that is a huge connection that I have with Nami. So that's why I relate to her a lot, personally.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I respect them, man.
Good.
I mean, it's the same
Like,
thing with
again,
extra
like, no, like,
development
again,
and stuff,
again,
like
it's
my
like, no,
connection to that, yeah.
yeah, of course, yeah. Like, I mean, everyone has a connection to some character because there's so many characters, types in One Piece. Everyone's have a connection to something. I mean, that's fine. But just that, again, for me, I'm just trying to figure out like, for me, it's like the whole money point. I just don't see how that. I mean, that may change what Roger's thinking, but I don't see that changes nothing for me.
Well, my
Nami
point
said
is
one
Well,
of
it
the
doesn't
money.
change.
that
So-
you're wrong.
Yeah.
I don't move Nami's slot on my list. I stand by everything else.
No,
Yeah,
like, no.
that's fine.
But
Yeah,
like,
I think in terms of a counter argument, though, I do think Dritz brought up a bunch of really good points.
no, like, again,
There- there really isn't, like,
I
evidence.
thought I thought that these points were already known. Or okay, well, I guess not then. But what I'm saying is that from the
Yeah.
standpoint of money handling, she makes sure that it's all in her favor, and that's been the case. I mean, that's why again the whole Nami's a whore, and she'll do a lot of things for money, whether
Explain.
it's what. What do you mean explain? I mean, like,
Explain what definitive evidence for the
Nami's
manga, if you want to
character,
support that claim.
Nami's character at the beginning of the story was literally built on trying to amass as much money as possible. Yes, ultimately,
for what reason?
exactly, for a good reason. But that character trait has continued. I have never argued that it hasn't
Yeah,
continued.
and when has she been so selfish with it that it's actually been
No,
detrimental?
no. See, that's the thing.
It's the
She's
answer.
selfish with the money. Like you're saying, you're adding.
Robin has
No,
clothes all the
no.
time too. Are you gonna bash
No.
Robin for getting
But
clothes
see,
too?
that's the
No.
thing. You add the detrimental part because you have to then.
Yeah, because like, listen, it's
Because then
called
you,
a gag.
but then you have to add that added factor. I've just said that she's greedy. That's all I've said. That's literally all I've said. But you say, okay, but is it a detriment? It's like, motherfucker, she's greedy.
Yeah,
it's like,
if it's not,
come
is
on,
greed
it's like,
bad?
what the fuck is
all
that?
of a
It's
sudden,
like,
is
come
it
on.
bad to want more?
I don't like that character trait. Just how you have certain things that you that
Yeah,
you like
okay,
with
that's
Nami.
fine. But
I don't
okay,
like
so
that.
like, what it comes down to is like, listen, neither of us
So
are wrong
what?
here. We're both right. But the fact remains is like, okay, that's a personal thing, but it's not wrong to be greedy. You just happen to like other
It-
attributes more so than that.
It
which is fine.
depends. It depends. It all depends. I'm not saying that she's like the one dude from Film Gold, but at the same token, the character traits of, okay, well, for example, in my household, right, when I grew up, we all had allowances and we all earned our keep. That's true. But at the same time, money was, whenever I had money, between myself and my brother and my sis, it was distributed equally and fairly, and everything was well balanced and well managed. We had, it was equality amongst us as siblings to try and then if we did earn our keep, we earned our keep through other means. But within the household, you get 5, you get 5, you get 5. End of story. Nami, she ain't
So,
doing
can I
that
counter
shit.
that? Can I
She ain't
counter
doing
that?
that shit. Hold on,
So
hold on,
here-
wait.
here's the-
Let me finish, okay?
All right.
The thing here is, even though you have people in the crew like Luffy that are complete fucking fools, and they're probably gonna do stupid shit with the money, the fact of the matter is that it's their money to begin with if you're gonna have a fair and orchestrated system. As long as what you're doing isn't a detriment to the whole, you can still balance out fairly and equally. With greed, you don't have that, and with Nami, you don't have that.
So is that it?
Unless it requires life to be sacrificed, then yeah, fine, take all the money. Yeah, that's it.
So you bring up this idea that it has to be fair distribution, but you never say what that
That's
actually
what
is.
I grew up with.
But you don't define like in the confines of the person, what does fair mean? So for your family, for instance, you distribute it fairly because were you all responsible or relatively responsible with money? Yeah, probably. What are most of the Straw Hats not responsible with? Money. So if you're distributing fairly, you distribute along a game plan, right? If you give Luffy or everyone else the exact same amount of money, what does that do for the crew? It's actually a detriment for the crew because they know and they don't complain about not having money to spend.
No. They don't complain about money to spend because she's the best person to quote unquote handle the money. And like Luffy said before, Luffy's not good at doing half these half of these things. So that's why he leaves up to the crew when it comes to Sanji the cooking, when it comes to Uchiha the sniping, when it comes to Nami the money, that kind of stuff. That was already established. But all I'm saying is that is when you look at the actual confounds of it, that is still not a fair distribution system that I myself.
But what is fair? What was it? Just communism? Is communism fair? That's exactly what you're arguing. It has to be exactly fair.
What I'm saying is that within the ship, if we're talking about specifically money and allowance, all right, which she has given them a sort of degree of allowance. As far as I recall, that was not evenly distributed between the members of the crew. Whether Sanji wants to spend his 1,000 berry on fish, whether Luffy wants to spend his 1,000 berry on just digging around, whether Usopp wants to buy gadgets. Ultimately, at the end of the day, if they're all getting a fair and equal share of the pool, whatever that pool is, as long as it's well managed, okay, that's fine. But again, like I said before, with Nami's greed, you don't necessarily get that as far as the story indicates.
Well, what indication? What indication shows that whenever Nami is handling money, there's an imbalance between that spending?
Because Nami would do things like, for example,
because what?
Yo, what do you mean because what? What does
Because,
that mean?
listen, if you're going to assume based on what you haven't been told in the manga, then it's all what if situation. I can make the exact same argument.
No, wait, hold on. But now I'm confused. So you're saying because of what? Like,
Because, what instance shows this imbalance?
No. Shows the imbalance. Like I said before.
Yeah.
Like I said before, there's an allowance system in the crew.
Yeah.
It's not like hugely elaborated on. It's shown like maybe like once or twice in the story, but that's it. But there's an allowance system in the crew, and the allowance system has shown to be not equally distributed among the crew members as a totality. And Nami's the one that orchestrates the entire thing, and that's it. That's all I've been saying, and that's indicated to me that Nami has a greed system in place, or a greed complex, if you would. That the money, albeit, Luffy's an idiot, and so you don't want to give Luffy, like, let's say, 10,000 or 100,000 berry. Fine, fair enough. But at the same token, that is, let's say, different than, let's say, Sanji, who needs money for the fish, or let's say, or for food or whatever. Or if Rob wants to get something with the money, she can go out and get whatever Nami and Robin kind of do their whole girl thing, and then it kind of splits between them, and so they can have a good old time while the rest of the crew just kind of dicks around. That's what I'm saying.
That's exactly what they do.
And that's my problem, Dritz. What the fuck?
What's the
like
actual
again?
problem?
No.
They each do whatever they want.
Dude, that's. I can't believe I say this again.
I think you two are gonna be in a stalemate, man.
No, because like that's my issue.
Nothing.
No. What I'm arguing is that system of inequality, when it comes to the money, that's my issue. With you, it's okay. With me, it's not okay. In the story, like I mean, that's it.
So that's a bad thing, right? So if
for
you're placing yourself there subjectively.
For me, bro, just for me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
For,
So
for
as I
sakes,
said,
like,
I said 15 minutes ago, it comes down to that you value one attribute over the other, but they're not that.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
So then what are we talking about?
I don't know. You're the one who took it to the next level.
I was the one who mentioned that.
Because like you were like, yeah, but what about this detail? What about that detail? What about this? Give me an example of this. Give me an example of that, and this, and that, and this. I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about, bro?
So basically, we're talking about a subjective taste in attributes that you value one over the other. It's a hierarchical system.
Yes,
in which
and then
one attribute you like more.
And then
make them bad.
And then I told you my subjective trait. But what I said earlier is that you then add on the addition of, well, there has to be a back opponent. When I just said simply, no, there doesn't have to be a back opponent. Like, for example, what's the detriment? I'm saying there doesn't have to be a detriment other than if you need to save someone's life, then use the money. Okay, fine, yeah. But again, like I said before, you said, well, what's the detriment? What's the detriment? What's the detriment? It's like,
yeah,
I'm just telling you my preference of the matter at hand.
You were spinning into a negative narrative when
because I think that greed is a negative, but you think that it's not.
I got one
that's
question.
That's in the story.
One question though, like who has better boobs though, Nami or Robin?
Robin. Post time skip Robin, definitely.
Robin.
I think Nami does. Personally.
I gotta look at the tape.
Well, I mean, either way, they all lose to Get anyway, so it doesn't matter. It is what it is.
What? Why is girth a thing?
My nigga.
I don't even know why girth is a thing. Honestly.
Yo, I want you to.
I would say Viola is better than both of them in terms.
Well, no,
of
I think Viola's better in the sense that she has rear. Like Viola actually has rear.
He has the best. Well,
Viola has the best body. I feel in the entire series.
I don't know. I think Hancock has the best body.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Hancock has like a flawless body. Yeah, it's not.
Does Hancock have a better butt than Viola? I don't think so.
Yeah, Hancock is like perfect.
I don't know.
I mean, Viola. I think Viola can probably do more, but Hancock, she's it, man.
I don't know, my nigga.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I mean, because for me, I feel like how do you say it? For me, I feel like when you look at the rear and then you see like the curvature of Viola, it's like, okay, like this, like you can do stuff with the front and the back. It's like, yeah, like, this is a fun time, all right. If you can do just the front by itself, it's kind of like it's a fun time for a period of time. Like it's double the pleasure, all right? That's the way I see it. You know, it's like like okay, and then but at the same time you have I would say the girl comparison where like you can literally swim in that shit. It's like oh fuck, it's like my nigga.
But how are you getting pleasure from that?
What the fuck you mean? Find a way, baby. Find a way. Just fuck it, bro. Yo.
Unless you
crawl up and down the
Michael
body.
Phelps style. Take off those trousers, just die. It's like, yeah.
But that's just like then it's a sport.
I don't know. That's a good old time. It's a good old time. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. After further review.
Yeah, I don't know how are you gonna do that? Even Shirahoshi, like, It's like she's huge.
Yeah, but she isn't a giant. She's a fishman. Like the lower half, I don't know what to do with. But with
And
Get,
we
you
found
can
out
dive into
earlier
all
in the
parts.
stream, Brago, you weren't here, but we found out Cole's a racist too. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was kind of revealed. Yeah.
yeah,
Bro, had like 7 furries in his list, and Cole's not having it.
Yeah.
exactly.
What do you mean?
exactly.
No. Listen, man. Listen. Like I'm okay. I was kind of trolling with the
What
fishman
furry
stuff.
characters? I had
I was
Shiro
kind of trolling with the fishman stuff. My issue was that when
Carrot.
Cat was like, like, come on. Like,
and Monet. Those four.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Carrot
No.
makes somebody's-
Like Monet just kind of creeps me out because of the claw thing. Like I'm not
I
really a
could
fan of the
live
claw
with
thing.
That's
That
crazy
kinda
that Monet's not on your list at all. To me.
kind of freaks me out, honestly. Like for example,
Monet's
like
really
I don't
sexy, yo.
I don't have a
sexy.
Perona
Yeah,
on my list because I don't have a Perona on my list because Perona is her eyes, freaky, bro, fucking freaky. Like, that
I
shit-
can agree with that.
That shit fucking.
Yeah.
Her
I
eyes
agree with
are
that.
freaky, but there's something kind of interesting about Perona that I
Is
like.
it?
I don't know what it is. It's just
It's the air around her, man.
I don't know. I like Perona for some reason.
Post time skip, she's looking really nice.
You know
though.
what it is, man? I think Burning Blood, the second she got that swimsuit and stuff, I've been giving her a
That
better
may be it.
attention, man. Probably. If she didn't have that, then guess what? She ain't in the top 20.
Wait, Cole, how did Cinnamon get on your list?
Personal preference.
That's what she got on my list.
I saw Cinnamon.
That's how she got on my list.
I was like, I don't know how
Mm.
Cinnamon got there.
A good old time, bro. A good old time.
Cinnamon
Good-
top
the
8.
only-
That's kind of crazy.
No, man, that's not crazy. That's common sense. The only
He likes
thing
Cinnamon.
that I feel is a little bit strange, it was Honey Queen. So I'm like, okay, Honey Queen just kind of like just get out of here.
Big
Even
Mom,
though
yeah.
Honey Queen, Big Mom is a treat. She's crazy. She's nuts. Yes, but again, if my list was based on solely looks, Big Mom wouldn't be on my list. But this is a list about like the quote unquote best, and so like
But I
think
feel like-
I think Vivi's a really fun time. You have to respect Oda-hime. Big Mom, I know folks want to hate on Hoke Island, but she's been a treat. Like I mean, just seeing her in action is fantastic, bro. Like if you need shit done, if you need muscle, you go to Big Mom. It's that simple. It's like, yo, Big Mom, this
I think
dude
somebody-
right here stole my money. Like, oh yeah, I got you, fucking boom. Like, nigga, please. Like,
But you can go like, you can do it with Hancock.
no, no. What? Okay, what if I'm like, yo, Hancock, a kind who stole my lunch money. What's Hancock gonna do?
How is it kind of gonna react to her beauty, man?
You
But
want a
what is
serious
Hancock
answer
gonna
or
do
a gag
against
answer?
a kind? If a kind who steals my lunch money, what is Hancock gonna do?
Wait,
I
you
think,
don't
I
really-
think he's gonna look past it.
I
man.
knew it's not going to be affected by Hancock's beauty.
Yeah, that
Right.
guy has no
Yeah.
care in the world for
Wasn't it-
pussy, man.
No
I was
care in
gonna
the
say,
world.
Like, you can look at the vice admirals that didn't even like.
Yeah,
care.
Momonga. I mean, it's
Momonga.
Yeah, I think if Hancock
Yeah.
were to go get the money, bro, she's getting a fist right through her head. Like,
Yeah.
sorry.
If I go to Big Mom, yo, Big Mom, yo,
Yeah,
I
she's
count my
getting
money.
fisted,
She'd be
let's
like,
be
yo,
honest.
we're assuming
My
that
nigga.
Big Mom is running through Akainu, like.
Yeah, I'm not assuming that.
Yeah.
McDiv!
Anyone?
McDiv!
No way.
McDiv, baby!
You don't think? You don't think?
Nah.
Wait. Who does not think that Akainu would lose to Big Mom?
Oh, he would
I don't
lose.
think it's as
Akainu's winning.
I don't think it's as set in stone as people think.
I think of the matchups, I think Akainu has the best chance, man. Like,
I agree.
Yeah,
Okay.
Akainu.
You know?
because
I
people
think
look
he
at
still loses.
Marineford, and at Marineford he couldn't go all out, man. Like,
Yeah.
And like another point is like Oda really actually loves
Mid-diff.
Akainu. He wanks him so much, dude.
Of
Yeah,
course
I mean,
he does, but at the same
again,
time,
he's like the Fleet Admiral. If anything, he has to
Yeah, but,
be
like,
that
he's the
guy that has to
only admiral
rank
that
up
gets
with
wanked.
these
Like
uncles.
if he was the main protagonist, One Piece is over in 1 year. Oda thinks he's legitimately the most handsome person in One Piece.
yeah, Oda does think that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
hey,
right.
the
He
Iron
wanks that
Balloon.
dude a lot, dude.
right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but like at the same time, again, this goes the whole portrayal versus Feats thing.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on now, like Big Mom,
Yeah, but
with
so, like-
Zeus
like-
and Prometheus, and then Armor Haki that can go on par, base Armor Haki on par with Gear 4 Luffy, and superior than Gear
Yeah,
4
but, like,
Luffy. Like
The homies.
I
of
mean,
Lucy's
like,
the Prometheus.
come on now. Like, I mean, like, I think Big Mom. If it was a white beard, okay, I get what you're saying, Braco. But a Big Mom, healthy, fat.
But I'm saying, Cole, like
Please.
Akainu, I feel like
Please.
Akainu's greatest strength is gonna come out when he can actually go all out.
What
Where
is
it's
his greatest strength?
What
Well,
I'm saying,
it's
where
like-
he can his surroundings, right? Where you have to
Wait,
evade
oh,
magma.
Braga, are we doing it again? Are we giving Kainu shit as a show, bro?
What
No,
do you
but,
mean?
Like Cole, like
You seen half of Punk Hazard? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, of course. After 10 days, Big Mom ain't a 10-day ordeal. It's like, yo, like 20 minutes. That's all she needs.
20
That's
minutes?
what she needs, son. Yo, Elbaf Spear Warrior Nation, nigga, I'll come for your ass. I'm like,
Oh my
fuck.
God.
like
That's
Kid
wild.
Chris, right? So like for me, Big
I
Mom.
rather get that to teacher Kaido for that feat. Not her.
Wait, time out. We're gonna.
She, bro,
wait,
she was struggling,
wait,
man.
You'll
moving
give it to
around the
Kaido.
damn
You'll give it to Teach, but you're not giving it to Big Mom.
Bro, she was. Did you see her where she was like, man, running around the fucking islands? Oh, girl was becoming a damn toothpick, man.
She was in a crazy state, man. Like
That's on her, man. Learn that to control your appetite.
Here's the thing, right? Though, like Big Mom's homies, as far as we know, you can't put Hawkeye on them. They're useless against Logias. They don't do anything. Unless it's an element that specifically counters that Logia, which it doesn't.
No, that's not true.
And here's the thing, Big Mom's best attribute is her defense. There is no defense for Magma.
No, wait, time out. No. See, again, that depends, because here's the thing. Like, that's a durability attribute. Durability can apply to both.
Yeah, but like
it can apply to literally.
Fuck up Whitebeard.
No.
But the thing is, she's doing that.
But Whitebeard had no. Wait, time out. Whitebeard took bullet damage. He took sword damage. He took cannon fire damage. He has a stat sheet. Whitebeard's endurance is what his problem, not his durability. Durability is tanking damage to 0. Big On can tank damage to literally no damage at all.
Magma?
Huh? Well, I'm not
from an admiral.
It depends.
The strongest.
It depends on the attack. Like, I don't think that Big Mom can take a Ryusei Kazan clean with her regular body. Both Arm and Haki, Arm and Haki with that, absolutely. Because Big Mom has shown the ability to, with a forearm alone, being able to block a Kong gun with ease. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you doing?
Like,
from someone who has shown physical feats that I would argue are admiral level, definitely, without question. The admirals have their unique abilities.
I don't think has Luffy shown anything that.
Well, physically speaking, physically
is there such a
speaking,
thing as physical admirals? Thing, because like they're all.
He did push.
When you consider what he did to Don Flamingo, he punched Don Flamingo through the 16 holy bullets. Each string has the potency to stop a meteorite, literally. And then he punched them through Haki laced 16 holy bullets, which comprise of thousands of strings per thread at the bare minimum. And then on top of that, he folds in the city with a King Kong gun.
Yep.
What?
Like the impact of the hit just is heard around the world, bro.
Like understand that. It's like, I mean, we're not talking about like that's an insanely powerful punch from a potency standpoint. Now, area of effect wise, it kind of beats out Luffy, no doubt about that. But again, you have to understand here is that
from coming down versus Doflamingo.
Okay, but
he's destroying.
Here's the thing. Like Dofi, no, I don't think he is at all, because Dofi, I think, is very well speed oriented. So speed, he has more DC. That's fine, but speed wise, Doflamingo is a sky demon. It's gonna be hard to hit Doflamingo in the first place. Number one, and then number two, I think Dofi's gonna have a hard time damaging Kainu. But ultimately, he can do, especially with his awakening. Now, granted, the awakening of the Logia could maybe be able to manipulate something in some way that we haven't seen yet. But at the same token, I'm gonna give him shit that we haven't seen yet. So,
well, where do you view Dofi then? Do you think he's first mate level?
I think Dofi is right around probably right over Cracker.
All right, well then I'm interested. Curry. Well, what's your point of view? Like the entire Whitebeard force went to go stop Akainu, and he just walked right through them.
Well, I mean,
they couldn't do anything. That included Marco and everyone.
Well, he didn't walk.
They tried to stop him.
They tried to stop him, absolutely, but at the same time,
it's basically like him being a Yonko. They couldn't do anything about it.
Okay, yeah, but we actually saw Admiral scrap up against first mates and third mates, that kind of stuff. And
doesn't that make Akainu more impressive?
They're actually Akainu to me, I think, is above Admiral level, but at the same token, it's like you have Akainu who is specialized in DC and in heat, and he stacked up against Whitebeard really from jump. So the guys he didn't fight Jozu on the way to Whitebeard. In fact, no one fought him up until he got to Whitebeard, except for like some fodder dudes. So yeah, like the fodder guys, of course, are gonna get washed, no doubt about that. But we never saw, because there was no Thatcher there, obviously. Marco and so you have Vista against Mihawk. You have Marco against Kizaru. Then you have Jozu against Aokiji. Akainu's free, so of course he's gonna go to Whitebeard. No shit. Like obviously, yeah, no doubt.
Wait, here's my question then, Cole. So like, for me, there's kind of like a big difference between pre-time skip power scaling and post-time skip power scaling, because it's kind of obvious that pre-time skip Oda had no clue what the fuck he was doing with Haki.
Well, I mean, okay, well, I don't know about
really, like post-time, he's like, okay, now it can turn black.
I think that's
now
I think that the issue was Armor Haki hardening, because he needed a way to kind of portray it. And so the hardening ability, like I think that they were, because they were.
Well, it was noted Haki at this point now too, right?
I mean, in the anime, because
it's not like a bad thing. It's just he didn't have it figured out at the time. So like,
yeah, I mean,
power scaling with it's kind of like iffy, because if you redo that with current power schemes, it's a different fight.
Well, okay, no. Here's the thing: Armor Haki hardening, we know that characters indicate when it was being used. But okay, Armor Haki. The hardening ability of Armor Hockey we haven't seen until post time skip. That's where things get iffy, definitely, absolutely. So my issue here is that with Armor Hockey hardening, we know that you can still damage a Logia with Armor Hockey, but it's that in this case the Armors are kind of accustomed to it, and so he even says he got kind of annoyed at Marco and Vista when they were attacking him, and he said, "Oh, Armor Hockey user, that's annoying." So there's a methodology by which you can counter that, and we see with Aokiji all the time, and we see with Katakuri too, where you can kind of pre-break yourself before you actually get damaged. So Akainu is accustomed of that, probably, and that's what he was doing. So the thing about it is that Armor Hockey hardening, I think, was just there to give us a better representation of when they can actually damage a Logia user or a Dofuri user. Oda actually had to show that, whereas he probably didn't think of it pre-time skip. But I don't think it kind of messes the entire thing.
Well, like I think it kind of does, because even in Hokage Island, fodder Big Mom people have Armor Hockey. You don't think fodder people?
But they're not. But okay, wait, hold on. But that's things like they're not necessarily fodder, number one, because the fodder.
Really? All his little cousins, his brothers, they're not fodder.
They're all like low tier dudes, but they're not. I mean, if you can use Gampo.
Come on,
no. Fodder is a Marine soldier with a gun. That's fodder, bro. Like that's fodder. That's low fodder. Unless you want to have the fodder ranks, we can have low fodder, high fodder, and that kind of stuff. Because for example,
if you're applying high and low to fodder, then like, come on.
Well, yeah, no, because wait. For example, Wabi Pirate dudes. They can team up together and take out a pacifista, no-name dudes. Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, trio, who's struggling to do that. So yeah, these guys are fodder, but at the same time, 5 of them can take out pacifista, very similar to the monster trio pre-time skip. Take a pacifista. I mean, yeah, they're fodder, but come on now, like wait a minute.
Yeah, but like the point is that, like, one pacifista pre-time skip, which got beat by one punch from Luffy, is just wiping Whitebeard's entire fleet. You don't think that would be different post-time skip?
Hold on a second. You said that one punch?
Like the armies of pacifistas. Luffy can one punch those, and everyone basically can.
Well, yeah, now they can.
Yeah, so like you don't think any power schemes to people who are supposed to be important to Whitebeard would be applied post-time skip? Like there are.
Well, no. Because again, this crew actually went through a degree of training. They trained for 2 years, whereas when it comes to Whitebeard's crew, we have no idea.
But your point is the same. Like so, like if a Yonko's crew is no joke, then if you apply it to pre-time skip, then you have to kind of scale, right? Or is that
no. You listen. The only thing that you can probably scale is over time, but there's no particular method of saying, well, he's now twice as strong because 2 years has passed. There's no methodology of scaling for that. What we know is we can scale on what's actually showcased and based on things like notions of, well, most wanted man, strongest creature, and so on and so forth, titles and that kind of stuff. You can scale based on portrayal that is directly indicating the story, but again, that's all your perception of how you perceive that. And then on top of that, you can also scale on what's actually showcased within the story. But again, we don't give characters feats that we cannot even properly gauge yet. So for example, I'm not going to say for a second that Garp can tag Kizaru on a regular basis and give Garp light speed reaction. I'm not going to do that. We haven't even gotten close to that. Just because Garp is a well-renowned person, we see why, because of his strength. But is his speed on par? We have no idea. No idea. So are we going to then give him speed feats that are like light level? No. We're not going to do that.
Well, I mean, at that same point, then, if you're just going to say you're not going to give him any feats, then you can't give people of higher status than Garp any feats without them showing it.
No, because they're higher status. That's the thing.
But Garp's pretty high status, and you're going to draw the line at Garp?
Well, no. That's the thing. What I'm giving is an example of how to gauge fights and how to gauge actual combat ability. So, again, when it comes to actual combat ability, from an overall standpoint, we can say, well, because of the status of Yonko, they are superior than Garp, and we base that on not only the status, but also occurring feats from fellow members. So, in this case, the feats of Kaido, he only showcased 1 or 2 feats, but we know that Big Mom regards Kaido in very high esteem, and it is safe to assume that Garp wouldn't fare so well against Big Mom, therefore Kaido would probably demolish Garp in a fight.
Well, what do you think about the Rock situation then in correlation to Garp?
Oh, the Rock situation? I'm not too sure, because the Rock situation... Well, first of all, from the standpoint of power... I mean, like, regardless of how strong you think
they are, that's hype, though, right?
No.
I mean, that's what got him his moniker.
It is definitely hype, absolutely. By the same token, this is a Garp of pre-time skip, 40+ years ago. This is Garp in his current day is not Garp of old. Like, I know folks would argue this, but what Garp did to Don Chinjao back in the day, Prime Garb is different than current Garb. That's for sure. Prime Wiper is different than current Wiper.
Yeah, but like,
100%.
I feel like you're kind of like you're going from he was definitely way stronger, but it's not like he's deteriorated into being unable to do anything.
No, of course not. But at the same time,
I don't know if you still stand at him being like, what was it, like mid Vice Admiral or whatever you claimed.
No,
But, like,
I said that he's probably high Vice
Rayleigh
Admiral.
can give like is worth 100 times more than the entire like Straw Hat crew pre-time skip, and basically never got serious. Why not apply the same thing to like Garb?
Because
he's not tussling
because
he's not going to be an admiral,
because
but like, he's very strong.
because Rayleigh has showcased a myriad of abilities. So the part so part of the reason why I'll put Flamingo on let's say a high assassin cracker is because Flamingo has shown a myriad of abilities and shows versatility in his ability, whereas Garb has predominantly shown armor hockey that's very powerful. He has shown strength that's very powerful, and in Prime Garb, as far as you know, has continent level punching power according to Don Chinja on him. The thing about it is that with Rayleigh, we've seen stamina to swim across like sections of ocean. We've seen Cambodian hockey, one of the highest calibers that we've seen in the verse so far, compared to NL, compared to Fujitora, compared to Katakuri, and so on and so forth. We've seen armor hockey that's also fairly powerful as well. We've seen him tango with someone that, as far as you know, is light speed oriented. He also has Congress hockey as well. The man has a myriad of abilities that are in his favor, while Garp is predominantly strength and strength for the most part, and that's really it. His durability we've seen so far in the one case where a pre-time skip Gear 2 Luffy can hit him, he goes flying into a wall and then he's bloodied. And that's Garp currently for durability standpoint.
That begs the question. Like as I said before, I guess you don't make a difference between pre-time skip and post-time skip scaling.
No, because again, that depends on the characters. Like, of course, pre-time skip
Zoro
is weaker than because of course pre-time skip Zoro is of course weaker than post-time skip Zoro. But we understand that that's gone because they actually trained and he honed his skills and he became far more powerful. So of course you upscale Zoro's powers now to when he currently once was, and you have all the Straw Hats. But the thing about it is that when it comes to unknown characters, like for example, is Shanks stronger now than he was 2 years ago? He could be, maybe
Possible.
It's possible, but to what extent? Is he twice as strong? Is he 3 times as strong? Is it 1.5, 1.2? I don't know. Is it 0.2? Is it 0.5?
Well, like, the point with that would be is like you haven't seen anything from Shanks, but you still think he's in the same tier as all the other Yonko, right? So you have all of the old man legends, but you're gonna put Garp below that?
No. See, that's the thing. I don't think anybody but a Yonko is on a Yonko level. With the maybe,
Yeah, but like I'm not talking about them
maybe
being Yonko level. I'm talking about them being relative to each other in strength. If you don't think Rayleigh's a joke, then there's really no reason to think Garp's a joke.
See, that's the thing. It's like I think that when you look at the old man legends, I think that Rayleigh is, as far as I remember, I put him at the pinnacle, probably at the top. If not, then maybe Sengoku. But I think that Sengoku and Rayleigh are superior than Garp. I think so, definitely. Because again, Garp has showcased that his combat repertoire is predominantly relied on strength and mainly strength. Lifting strength, he's phenomenal. When it comes to striking strength, he's phenomenal as well. We've seen that clearly in the story. But when it comes to his stamina pool, I have no idea. Do I give him Rayleigh levels of stamina now because they're part of the same generation? It's like, well, that's kind of ridiculous because then that'll be giving, like let's say, Luffy. That'll be giving Law the same stamina level as Luffy because they're part of the same generation. It's like we don't.
Yeah, but like it's not that
we don't
they have
necessarily
the
do
same
that.
attributes. It's just that they're basically roughly the same in power. So they specialize in something that would make them equally as
Well,
strong.
here's the thing. It's like, okay, yeah, but at the same time, when you're looking at who is stronger from like an overall combat standpoint rather than a versus matchup standpoint, you have to gauge every component of their combat ability. So their experience, their stamina, their strength, their speed, their durability, their endurance, their abilities, their DC, all of that stuff. All that stuff matters when you're trying to gauge overall combat ability. Their intelligence, too. Who would you say is smarter, Garp or Rayleigh?
We don't know.
I'm so curious as to how the conversation went from the best boobs in the series to now.
I was just about to ask that.
How did this happen?
I don't know.
I forgot.
I was just about to ask that because I know.
Oh, you know, Big Mom, Big Mom, and then Akainu and that kind of
The
stuff.
chat is asking to read the donations.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So I'll read the donations that we'll call the stream because I do want to have the stream.
But I think a power scaling stream is necessary here. I don't know. It sounds like
we can do that. That's fine.
into it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is fun, honestly, just leaving from both sides, you know?
Yeah, that's fine. No, I mean, I actually okay. So I actually did a video for teching about that. So I was like, okay. So because it was in my mind, honestly. To be fair, but. Let me see here. Let me get to some donations real quick and we'll call the video. All right, so I forgot where I left off. Okay, no. So we have Danny with Shaki #1, the strongest for $5. We have Eric W, $5. Kill, marry, or kill, fuck, or marry. Wipe your Big Mom Kaido. What the fuck? That's terrible. I don't want to. No.
I kill myself, man.
You gotta do it, man.
Yeah, no. I mean, kill yourself, bro. That's my. I think option number 4. I kill myself.
I think it's pretty easy, right?
Yeah, I think that's the only option.
Yeah, Baby G's number 5. Baby G's for $5. Brago coming in with the clutch. Without Nami, they can't even go anywhere. So there goes your argument. Nami over Robin. That's not even the case.
Valid point, honestly.
Valid point. That is not a valid point at all. I mean, granted, she's the main navigator, but at the same time, we've seen crews be successful without navigators, i.e., Bartolomeo's crew. Yikes, Bartolomeo. But hey, that being said, so the One Piece is what the goal is, and you need Robin. $2 for Victor. One super chat ever to say Nami's story irrelevant. One super.
Huh?
I don't know.
Is he saying Nami's backstory is irrelevant?
Because that's ludicrous.
First super chat ever to say.
Let's
Okay.
not go into this.
Yeah. Disrespecting Bellamere and Nojiko, man. No.
No. I think when he means first super chat to ever say Nami's story is relevant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, there we go.
You're a bandit, man.
There we go.
Yeah, bad.
Yo. Callie Johnson, $2. She's a pirate. They're supposed to be greedy. Fair point. Fair point.
Yeah, I respect that.
But then we follow with this. Kuro Tetsu, $5. Nami's greed is still a negative personality trait. We're talking about casual situations. Extraordinary circumstances aside, she comes off as shallow. My point exactly. Sanji-san. Brago. Brago just wanted to talk about boobs. Lol.
Who doesn't want to talk about it?
Listen, man. Of course. Again, like we had a female on the stream, and things had to.
We do it for the culture.
Did Sunfetch talk about boobs?
Somewhat.
No.
Yeah, she talked about Violet. Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Fair.
They
She
should,
did.
yeah.
She did.
I don't remember.
We gotta rewatch
Yeah.
the tape.
Okay.
But it's 3 hours plus, man. So enjoy that one. Big Boss, $5. Yo, here is an example for Nami's greed. Is when Zoro needed brand new swords, Nami would lend him money for 300 plus 300% for interest in Locktown. That's what.
I still counted that point. So it's
But has he paid him?
yeah. When has that ever been like a relevant plot point? It hasn't. Next.
Right. CA, $2. Best male character drawn as female by Oda. Best male character drawn as female.
Oh, Law, free, definitely Law. Female Law.
Yeah,
for sure.
female Law is looking good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, female or kid, I don't know, man.
What is female kid even? I gotta look this up.
Female Law makes you forget that Law was a man.
I don't want to know. I'm into the whole cross stuff.
Female Law makes me forget Law was a man.
Bro, right? Yeah.
It did. I actually bought the figure.
Oh,
And then Callie's back. Callie's back with another $2. They're all murderers. Who cares about greed? Fair enough. But I still go Orabi over Nami. That's what Orabi. All right, guys. So this has been a very interesting stream. Things
You're welcome.
did not take the route I took, especially with Viola at 18 for a certain person. But it is what it is. Listen, it is what it is. In the future, I know folks are saying we should have the coolest One Piece characters list. I don't. I mean, that's gonna be.
What's that even mean?
I don't know.
I like it.
I mean, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
basically your favorite, right? It's the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess pretty much, or like.
I think the characters are the most prestige and swag, right?
Oh, that's easy. Dofi.
Also,
top five.
if you want to do like designs and stuff,
If
if we're gonna go by designs, that'd be a dope one.
Because it doesn't have to be strong characters. Because I think
it's cool. Yeah,
I
so
think
like.
Gladius had a lot of swag.
So
Yeah.
we can do a swag. Yeah.
All right, so are we doing a swag list at some point?
Top
Like-
19.
Oh, wait, hold on,
Top
hold on,
19
hold on,
best
hold on.
designs.
Wait, question. Are we doing this after or during Cali?
Let's do it right now.
Sure not. Whoa, easy. Whoa.
I'll start my stream back up.
No. For you, it's 11 o'clock. For me, it's 2 in the morning, bro. Easy.
Yeah, same. Like,
It's too
We can do it.
easy.
Yeah, I mean, we can do it in Cali. That'd be good. We should do a video like live in person in Cali. We
Right.
should do a bunch of them.
I mean, well,
agree.
of course, because I'm assuming that there's going to be the videos we're going to do for the Boku no Hero movie, right?
Yeah, well, Friday's gonna be what? We're not gonna.
Yeah.
Those videos probably won't go public on Friday. Those are,
I don't think Friday. No.
I don't know about that.
It's not possible.
Friday's
It's
the
not
party
possible.
day, so I don't think.
It's not possible. No.
I don't think so.
Though the chapter, I mean, we can stream them. You know, we can do this on a cold stream, dog. You know, Twitch.tv.
These guys are showing off at this point.
Yo.
All right, we'll get him in New York.
You're not gonna be in Cali, man.
Bro, in New York, I live in New York. You're welcome, bro. Like, you're in my world, bro. Welcome.
Hold it down
Yo,
for
Cole, I know the
Yeah.
people are asking, are you gonna have another basketball game in New York?
In New York, maybe. Yeah, it depends. If you want to come
Highly
through,
requested, man.
get Joten and company. What's up?
Highly requested, my guy.
Oh, highly requested? Yeah, bro. No doubt. Yeah, I remember.
Real
the
talk,
first-
Brago. That stream was great, by the way. That NBA stream was awesome.
I had a great time. We had the anime, the White Hack basketball game playing in the background the entire
Oh my
time.
That's
god.
funny.
Oh wow, yo, listen, man, that game was legendary, son. Like we fucking,
Yeah.
yo, my step backs were fucking sick, baby. Yo,
Nah, Cole, you guys got some IQ on you, man.
yo,
That's all.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
man, my
man.
step backs were sexy.
He had some solid defense, man.
Smoke had good defense, but Smoke got Juba Joten hard as fuck. I remember,
Observation hockey on point.
I remember when Smoke got Juba Joten. I remember if you watch the George's video on that, he's just like it's an amazing reaction. He plays the clip over and over again, just smoking like ugh, and he stumbles, and Joten just cries. He's gone, bro. And you know George like, oh my god, oh man, that was crazy. Wow, Smoke. You really do suck. I was like, this brutal stuff, bro. Just brutal.
It was an entertaining game, I say that.
Oh yeah, but yeah, definitely for New York, we'll probably do it again, no doubt.
Sounds lit.
Yeah, good time to do it. All right, guys. So thank you for coming to the stream today, and let us know your thoughts on who you think the best girls are in One Piece, and we'll catch you guys later. And I'm sorry. Actually, it's so late for Guy. I need to do it properly. So you guys, of course, because since I'm actually being shown on camera, you guys know what the goddamn drill is. You have to rate the video. Rate the video. You make sure you do that because I know that you all have a device called Zaymausu. You use Zaymausu to click, rate the video, to click, subscribe, and of course, click on that bell to join the squad. Peace, and have a nice goddamn day.
Wait, Cole, do you have a Zamasu shirt yet?
Yes, buy Zaymausu shirts, y'all. Like it's been out for a minute.
I need a
Have that.
fun.
Have you ever worn it?
I haven't seen it at all.
I
haven't
don't have,
seen you
no,
wear
no,
it
I
yet.
don't have all my shirts actually. I have because it costs money, bro. So I mean, I don't have all my shirts. So and actually, I'm trying to save
You
money.
can't get one for free?
No, they don't. No, they won't. I have to. No, I paid for my own merch, bro. It is what it is. All right, I'm see y'all later.